Start recording. And we should be live. Yeah, it's gonna pop. There it is. Alright. What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Rudynomics podcast. And I didn't take an Instagram picture to promote the episode, man. Huh?
What? Go ahead.
I said I didn't take an Instagram picture to promote this episode. You know how I usually do it before I start?
Yeah. I guess now nobody's gonna watch.
No, that's not true. It's because they still have the poster.
That's what stopped them.
Yeah, that hasn't stopped me before. Okay. This episode again is brought to you by Hempy's Emporium. Hempy's is the sponsor to the podcast, and actually, I'm gonna be doing the 420 show there. I think I told you about that. I know I told Shiva about it. But I'm gonna do a 420 show there at Hempy's. They're gonna do a comedy. They're gonna do an event there, a 420 party, and they said I can come up with some comics and do a show.
That's badass.
So I'm gonna do that.
Here in Arlington?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it'd be like the weekend before that. So I'm gonna see which comics want to do it. And
get some merch. Give out shirts.
Maybe, yeah, get some merch.
Yeah.
Last time John did that one thing with me, I think he sold a few of those bumper stickers that he had.
Yeah. Oh, I meant like them give us merch. The last 2 years I did.
Oh yeah,
Ashes.
they keep
You've
giving
done
merch.
Ashes before, haven't you? In Denton? No, I thought you were on it 2 years ago. Anyways, but yeah, it was like an outdoor stage and it was huge. It was like we were on a fucking looking down.
About Denton Comedy Festival.
Passed out. They gave us like koozies and shirts and stuff for doing it. It's pretty cool.
Maybe I'll probably talk to them about that.
Because
they have a lot of
this year.
They have a lot of.
I don't know. I mean, I think they do a party every year, but I don't know if I'm gonna be booked on it this year.
I'm sorry, that's the
Put it on, Shiva.
That's the dress that Phil Garcia came to do the podcast in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Phil?
Yeah, he came in the dress, and I was like, why? And I think like for some reason he said the next time I come on the episode I'll wear a dress. And he stuck to his word.
Didn't even remember?
I didn't remember. I was just like, why are you wearing the dress again? I don't know, man. I just said I was going to. I was like, okay, I'm not going to stop you. The whole time he's sitting there, he'll lift up his legs and flash me like, fucking Phil. Put your legs down.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so he left it here, and I'm supposed to like pin it up to the wall or something sooner or later.
Oh, the dress? Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just, just for funny memories.
Yeah.
I didn't even say who my guest was. Matt McElhone, local DFW comic, performed at Hyenas. You performed in a lot of places, man.
Yeah, a lot of states.
That's awesome. Matt McElhone, and also Shiva. Shiva stayed a little bit after the last episode, so we're gonna hang out with him a little bit too. Shiva, also known as MC at the Hyenas clubs. I wish I was an MC, but not yet. One day. Yeah, I heard like just keep trying to do just hosting, just get my hosting practice out of the way, host as much as I can.
That too.
So, yeah.
I've gotten frustrated.
Matt, what's your
with
next
that.
move right now, or what are you planning?
So, like I've been traveling with Steve Hurst, and he seems to like me. He's been taking me under his wing and everything, and it's funny because I've been going with him as an opener and doing 15-minute sets and everything. And on Valentine's Day, he wants me to do 20 minutes, and then he says if I do 20 minutes without a hitch, he's going to take me back as a feature next and do 25.
What?
Yeah, I've never done more than 15. Well, one time I did 19 with him because the dude that we were with was supposed to light me at 14 and didn't light me, and I was at like 18, and I was like, all right, I've done 15. So I asked him while I was on stage, I was like, hey man, how much more time I got? And he was like, oh, I don't know. He like wasn't even keeping time. So I got up and looked at my audio recording, and it was 19, and that was the last time I was on. Well, maybe the time before I was on the road with.
Got more than that then.
Steve.
Like if you're stretching too.
Yeah, I really wasn't stretching, which surprised me.
That's what I'm saying.
I have this fear that like I only have 15, and I got to 19 and I wasn't even on fumes. Right? I feel like I have a massive anxiety about being able to pull the time off. Like I probably have 40 minutes worth of jokes.
That's the same. You probably
but it's a question of.
Do you?
No, I mean like in terms of just like physical. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is a joke.
Sure,
Whether or not
your notebook and stuff. And
yeah. I'm not saying I could do 40 minutes by any means.
I'm saying you probably could get away. Well, maybe not 40 minutes, but I'm saying you probably could get away with like 20. 5, 20, maybe even 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
If you
There's
have
only one way to
19,
find out, and that's Steve's point. I told him, I was like, I'm not
Yes.
ready for that. And he was like,
No,
listen, mate, you're
yeah.
going to fucking do it. And when you do it, you're going to feel great about it. And it's going to take you to the next fucking
Here,
level.
let
I
me-
didn't realize
ask
Steve
you-
was Australian.
I thought I was doing a British impression.
He's
but
British,
it's not.
Australian.
Was
either
that?
one.
Okay.
It's not a kind of British. I can't tell the difference between the two unless you say crikey or Jiminy or whatever.
Crikey.
If you say crikey, obviously you're making.
Would you like a
Australian.
spot of crikey?
If you say bullocks, then you're like, oh, okay, fucking.
What if you say
Yeah.
both? What happens then?
They don't really.
If you're
mix.
doing an Irish, you gotta say Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, right?
I think so.
Like,
Yeah.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Yeah, there you
Saints
go.
per
That's
sorry.
a
Speaking
different
of,
accent.
did you,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm
If
saying you
you're
don't
doing a
have, you don't
different
even
accent.
have to say the Jesus, Mary, or whatever.
It just
goes.
rolls
Just
together, though. It
the
just
accents.
rolls
No,
together,
but
yeah.
those are like the staples that you have to
Yeah.
do to make it clear what kind of accent.
Some people
you're
will
doing.
get
Crikey, I
it.
get.
Crikey,
Crikey, I get
Jesus,
with
Mary,
Australia.
Joseph.
Or whatever.
I do
this
hear a lot
pull
of
that
that.
knife.
What's your Irish thing? Do you say Lucky Charms when you're trying to make it clear?
I can't do Irish.
Yeah.
I think I can do British. I can do Australian.
British and Irish are so close. I'm surprised you can do one and not the other.
British, I can't say I do well. It's just more like an Australian without as much.
Irish is just like
Without as much whatever.
pronounce your THs as T's and then make all your vowels really strong.
I just have to think of what's his name from The Simpsons, Willie. That's it.
Yeah.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
I'm such a, what did you say,
I can't do it.
Simpsons?
Yeah,
I'm so bad
Groundskeeper
at
Willie.
like, references and stuff. I haven't watched that.
I was gonna ask you though, do you think that like if somebody told you, hey, you're gonna do 15 minutes and then like you pass that and you're surprised that you got up to almost 20, but if somebody was like, hey, you're gonna do 20, you think like that would kind of mind fuck you a little bit to be like,
Dude, I do. I'm nervous about it. I'm like kind of nervous about doing the 20. And
Well, that same 20 minutes that you probably could do with a crowd that is super tight or just not laughing, it cuts down into like 12 minutes.
yeah, dude, that
When
19.
you're like without laughs, it's really.
You've been to that Tyler place, right? I've seen your picture on the wall, I think.
Oh, Randos?
Yeah, the Randos
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
You know how small of a space that is?
Yes.
So there were only like 8 people in the audience,
Sure.
maybe, but in that room, that kind of feels okay because it's such
Yes.
it's like the size of this fucking studio thing.
Really?
You know what I mean?
No,
it's
yeah.
so tiny.
Well, it's long. Like you
Yeah.
probably can hold max 25.
The
and
first
that's
thing I
full,
said when I
and
took
that
the
is-
stage was
Where-
like, "It's cool to be here. I've never performed in a hallway before
Where- I
because
remember
it's
you
like the
saying
back
that.
wall."
Where
is,
was
like,
it
fucking- Tyler.
Tyler?
Yeah.
The one in Tyler, Texas?
It's called Rando's Comedy Club.
I hit that guy up before. He said he wanted to put me on one time.
Cool.
I
yeah.
probably need to hit him up to
It's
remind
fun.
him. I was told to like stay on him so that stay fresh in his mind.
How many?
Yeah.
did
I'll
you
do
work
it.
2 nights or one?
Just one.
2 shows? One show?
Just one show.
Okay. No, because it ended up falling like he's tried to do 2 nights and it just didn't work. It wasn't working out.
Yeah. That's what kept happening. I've been to Longview twice now.
Yeah.
And the first time we went to Longview, it was me, Ben Creed, and John Brown, and they had 4 shows. 2 shows on Friday and 2 shows on Saturday, right? On Friday, the 2 shows were canceled because nobody showed up, not a single person.
Fuck.
And then on Saturday, they combined the 2 shows to 1 show and put out a Facebook thing or whatever that said 8 o'clock. We had 5 people show up.
Jeez.
So it's like no offense to the dude in Longview,
Yeah.
but some of these like club guys, since it was the first show ever, they get these like grandiose ideas of how many people are gonna come out, and then you ask them like, what
No,
they
you
do
gotta
to promote
build
the
it.
show, and there's no radio, there's no billboard or anything in the newspaper. It's literally like I posted a Facebook event, and it's like, dude, you got 150 people following your Facebook page. You have 100 seats in your club, so you thought you were gonna
Sure.
get 4 times that? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's
Well,
crazy. I mean, those are good headliners.
to
Yeah.
break that down
I
and
would-
to see the positive side of that, it's not the best room to do it, but you're getting on stage and you're getting time and you're getting paid for it, right?
Yeah, I see it as like a shroom thing. You know how they say that some of your best trips ever are shroom trips?
Yeah.
Well, that
What?
time, I mean, bad shroom trips is what I meant to say. Some of the best, like where you learn the most, is because you had a bad experience
Oh.
and found out what
Okay.
about you
Yeah.
you should work
Get
on.
it.
Shrooms,
True.
yeah.
That's kind of how comedy feels sometimes. And like a second ago when you asked, like, could you do it to 15 or whatever, the reason I brought up the Tyler show only having 8 people is because I got to 19 with 8 people, which is nothing. Granted, it was a small room.
It's a different kind of. I mean, it's sometimes harder.
But to answer your
I was-
question,
I
it
feel like
is
it's
a
hard.
head fuck to now know that I have to do 20 instead of just kind of naturally doing it. Because I don't like plan. A lot of people like plan out their sets and they know exactly what they're gonna say at what point, and this joke's gonna go to that joke, and I just kind of pull from the cloud, which is like not recommended. But if I sit there and try and figure out exactly what I'm gonna say and I mess one thing up, it ends up snowballing. It's like if I mess up, if I tell 2 jokes out of order, then I freak out and I'm like, oh, I fucked up my whole thing, and then I'm on stage thinking about how I didn't deliver it properly.
So, but don't you think that like a better thing to do would be practice it like that way, so that you get better at dealing with that mindfuck?
That's a good argument.
I could see better for both. I mean, it's almost like you should probably act like you don't have an order, but then have an order in a sense.
That's harder to do.
Of course. Well, that's why you get everything covered. I mean, because when you're pulling from the cloud like that, you can really elevate it, because if somebody really hits one joke that, like, is a topic or something, and you're like, wow, they really like that, I could just throw this joke now. And do it. I can do that compared to an order where you're like, oh, man, I could do this joke, and they'd probably love it, but I gotta go in order and do this thing.
It does make it feel like you're more in the moment for the audience, too. I think...
But we both know we're lying. We both know that we're not. I mean, we are in the moment, but you know what I'm saying? We both know
that's part of the
it's the same joke. Yeah. So I'm like, I mean, you already have to do that a little bit. I just don't know how much more you can get at a certain point. Like,
well, I mean,
in the moment, it's like, how much more? Because you could be in the moment in your order. Because we were just talking about this kind of in the previous podcast, not this specifically, but because I have that order, I'm able to almost recite this thing and then literally think on top of it.
So you do the order. You have a set list when you go up.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing.
Just because it's like little chunks and stuff. I mean, not always, like with open mics, of course not, but if they need me to do my 10, 15-minute opening stuff, yeah, I got something. Because, I mean, I don't want to have to think of it every single time for that. Right. I should have something like that. And then that's what I was saying, was like, I kind of should almost switch a little bit to that, which sometimes I'll kind of do, especially if it's like, if I have a really good first set and then the second show is a little more rowdy or whatever you want to call it, just loose, then it's like, okay, yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
And I do see the advantages to it.
Yeah.
So I totally get what you're saying.
There's pros and cons on both sides. I don't think either one is right. I think it's which one is right for you.
Yeah, I think which one makes you feel comfortable.
Because, I mean, sometimes, if because if you pick the wrong flow, too, that'll make me stumble, too. Because then it's like I can't trust my instincts, then the crowd's not connected or whatever.
Not to, like, toot my own horn or whatever, but I think my instincts for what should come next are like one of my strong suits.
Yes, but I'm saying if it does miss, so you've never missed with it, maybe. That's not even unfathomable. I'm just saying you've gotten good reactions. Okay.
For the most part,
I'm
not saying I've never bombed, but
No, I know that, but I'm saying your instincts haven't been wrong, and then that snowballs, like, because you're talking about the order thing snowballing, and I've definitely seen that a little bit.
I have a bad instinct.
Yeah, and then you're like, shit, I totally am wrong. It could be just a different type of crowd that you don't realize that that's the crowd they are.
Yeah.
Maybe like.
But isn't that where you need like to throw out a joke to fill the room to begin with?
Sure, and then maybe because you're opening your first or something.
Okay, I said something right there, and I said I to make you feel comfortable, and then as soon as I said to make you feel comfortable, I felt kind of like shit. I don't want to be comfortable all the time. So that situation where you're talking about right there, where you mess up and it snowballs, I see that as a situation that makes you uncomfortable, and you're kind of scared of that happening.
Yeah.
But like I would see it as, why not keep doing that so I'm not scared of that anymore.
Okay. Like challenge myself.
Yeah. If you're finding a situation that makes you uncomfortable.
But he's not going to mess up on purpose.
No, I'm not saying messing up on purpose. But I'm saying, like, you should not have that fear. Because you're letting that fear of you doing a list and then fucking up is keeping you from doing that list and getting it all the way through. Like, would you feel amazed? Hold on. Would you feel amazed if you like did the whole thing, like the order that you wanted to do it, and you're like, hey, I wrote it all down. I had the order, and it fucking went smooth. All of it went smooth. I didn't stumble over anything. Wouldn't you feel more?
Yeah, I would, but I also think, how a second ago he was saying he has 10 to 15 minutes for an opening set that like he does exactly the same time. Mm-hmm. I feel like that naturally comes with okay, so like my 5-minute set when I do a guest spot, like when I've done guest spots in Oklahoma or Colorado Springs or whatever, it's the same set every time because it's basically the 4 or 5 jokes that I think are my strongest, right?
Yeah.
And I tell them in the exact same order every time, but I never sat down and said, let me do the set list. It was just the first time that hit, like the first time that the cloud order came out and I listened to my audio recording later and it seemed natural and it seemed in the moment I was like, these go good together. And then I started repeating that 5-minute set over and over again. Now I know that set like the back of my hand. So in a sense, it is a set list.
Yeah,
I just didn't like actively sit down and write it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I don't think we're talking too much specifically about acting and writing it down, but like having a mental set list.
But you don't write set list.
Having a mental set list is fucking amazing.
I tweet. That's it. If I have a joke idea, I tweet it, and then. Especially like at open mics, right before I go up on stage, I like flip through my Twitter.
I get those tweets; they're funny.
Oh, you don't favorite any of them, bitch?
What do you mean favor? I like them.
Nobody does.
No, you don't like them. What do you mean?
That's what he's saying by favorite. No.
Oh, you're talking about on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, don't fucking worry about who likes your shit and who doesn't. Just
doesn't everybody?
Like no, don't worry about the likes.
No, just enjoy like what you do.
I'm hardly on
enjoy
Facebook.
that's out there.
Yeah.
I just put my shit on Facebook. I'll try to stay a little present to like other comics stuff on Facebook only. I really, if I could have it my way, I'd switch completely to Twitter, but it doesn't seem like.
I don't use Twitter that often.
Well, actually, IG and Twitter. Twitter just for the jokes, like you're saying. I think Instagram's where.
I feel weird when I get on Twitter and just type what I feel. Or what I'm thinking at the moment. It's weird.
To me, Twitter's like an open joke book that anyone can read. That's how I think of it. Like, I got an idea, I'm going to put it up there. And
I wouldn't say it's open, though. You can't say horrible things that won't fuck you up later on, though.
Nah, fuck it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you can't
fuck
up
there.
on Twitter.
I want to hear it all. I want to make laughs out of everything. Come on.
I like to think for the most part, though, those aren't jokes that are going to make it to Twitter. There are definitely jokes that I never put on Twitter and I still say on stage because I know that I can deliver in such a way that the audience is comfortable with me saying it. But I certainly can't put it into words and have someone read it. It's going to look terrible.
Or whatever, yeah.
Huh.
Maybe it's better if don't type on Twitter then, I'll say something.
I just, I think if they allowed more mistakes, then I would do exactly what you're saying, put all my stuff
I say enough fucked up things
cool.
on the podcast. I don't need to be Twitter to have that behind me.
But I mean, why does the podcast have a Twitter too? Like, I feel like they're all kind of like
for
help each other grow. Kind
of for advertising. Really wild. I only got a Twitter for the podcast because my
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So okay.
So
you are trying to get Twitter followers.
I do not focus on Twitter. I focus on Instagram and I focus on Facebook.
Okay, Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram is my main one. Everything I put on there, I use hashtags to get it out to other people.
Before you started this, you didn't even have a Facebook, right?
No.
See, like, a lot of times when I see your posts, like, okay, so you guys said you don't care about the likes and stuff. I do. I'm, like, insecure, I guess. And, like, if I post something and 2 days go by and it only gets fucking 8 likes, I'm like, damn, I guess that was fucking stupid. Or
well, I guess I just always get 8 likes. And I'm like, okay.
Damn! Look at Big Dick Shiva over
These are the same 8 likes every time, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. And that's kind of what I was about to get at. Is that
that's fine.
So, like, since you just got the Facebook for the podcast and you didn't have a Facebook at all before that, and it is for Rudy, and you just post...
A little bit, yeah. It's for me still, but for the most part, it's all okay. Simple form. It's all comedy related. None of it's personal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing that fucks with my head is the okay. First of all, the algorithm, but that's like immediately when someone sees a post that's only so old and it has this many likes, something in their brain triggers them to say like, I guess this is a likable post because that many people have liked it. So if you have fucking 200 friends on your Facebook. And Tony Casillas, he does really good on social media, right? Tony Casillas has 4,000 friends on Facebook. Then obviously your number of likes is going to be proportionate to his number of likes. So one thing that sucks sometimes
proportionate or disproportionate?
Disproportionate. Well, proportionate in that like if you and him were to post the same thing, he may have 4 times as many likes as you, but percentage-wise,
it's the same.
It's still, you each got 20% if it was of the same quality.
I have 100 and he has 400. I post something, I get 4. He posts something, he gets 10.
Yeah, so the gist is,
like the same.
The more followers that you have, the easier it is to be successful, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, some of those fucking Twitter influencers...
But it's also public, though, so it doesn't matter about your Facebook.
Twitter is public. That's where
social media is very
Facebook
important.
I'm talking about.
Social media is very important.
No one's looking at your Facebook if they're not friends with you. So in that sense, it's not
Depends
public.
on what and then if they share your post, that goes to a whole group of other people.
True. In sharing, but otherwise...
I don't think even otherwise.
But even so, in sharing's not like retweeting. If he shares my post and his people like it, it doesn't show up on my original post. I have to go to the shared post that he
right
shared.
about that. I mean, I think that happens on Twitter too.
I'm gonna get one more.
No, on
whiskey.
Twitter,
not for retweets, but if you
on
do
Twitter,
the retweet
if
with
you
a quote,
retweet and someone favorites your retweet of my tweet, it adds to the number of favorites on mine. That's where they're different.
but that's only if you don't quote on it. You have to do
Yeah, if you quote on it, then it's like a whole new thing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why quoting on tweets is almost like a diss. Like, kind of, like...
Really?
Yeah. One of the reasons
No, I do know when people diss, where it's like, I do know when they diss, but you're saying it's a diss just doing that.
Okay, the whole reason that system is in place is so that you can point out tweets that you don't like. If Donald Trump tweets something and you want to address that he said something stupid without adding to his numbers, that's why that system's in place. And if that wasn't why that system...
I want to say something because I like it.
But if that system wasn't in place, then they would be able to choose whether they wanted your favorites to go to the other person or not. So a lot of times what people do if they want to give someone respect and then still comment on it is they'll retweet it and then reply to their own retweet on their page. That's how you say something and still give numbers to the original person.
They'll comment on it.
But this is like insanely superficial, and I feel like it's stupid for me to even know that that's the case.
That's social etiquette.
No, it is stupid.
Social media.
Stupid.
I'm gonna go with
social media etiquette.
I think I'm gonna tell you this, man. I think that the fact that you're putting so much emphasis on likes,
I know. I feel
retarded.
pathetic for it.
It's
dude.
retarded.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
But have you seen some people's likes where it's just a bunch of other comics and it's just other people that's like, who cares about these people liking them?
Sure, yeah.
But I'm not gonna. I don't think you're dumb for feeling.
I do.
Way.
I'm saying like it's
dumb
something that I'm not proud of.
I think you're dumb.
I already said that. No, I didn't say anything. He's dumb. I think that.
He's not dumb, and I'm saying.
No, Matt's a very smart guy, man.
Not in this one aspect.
It's okay. We all have our faults.
Guys, I'm blushing.
Our faults.
No, you're right though, and I used to never post to Facebook until I got into comedy, and then after a few times, I'm like, I have a very addictive personality, and I got addicted to that karma. I don't know if you guys have ever been addicted to Reddit.
I have been addicted
Anybody want a shot of tequila?
Yeah.
Sure.
Awesome.
I'm on a no-shot diet, but we'll make an exception for the podcast.
I'll do a small one. All right.
You're just sharing a cup?
Okay. No. I'll pour you one too.
I'm also like not at the club. I'm trying not to drink shots while I'm out.
Yeah, dude, I'm only trying to drink during the fucking things. Wait, he's got to get his. Go get your cup. Where's your cup?
Dude, you almost cut your finger there.
Yeah, looking away. What the fuck? I want that small.
By the way, I'm a little out of it because I took a hit of acid last night.
Oh, yeah.
So
I remember when you started this podcast and we weren't allowed to talk about drugs at all.
You're not allowed to talk about...
dude, you were like super prude when it started. Remember all the rules? There was like a rules sheet.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's just like...
Well, we're not allowed to talk about THC.
I can fucking endorse beer companies.
Are we? Are we talking about... He was talking about CBD on our episode.
Look, you can talk about THC, but when we're smoking, it is CBD and only CBD.
You know, we're recording, right?
Yeah,
we're saying this, ruining the magic. Fucking Anita, I told him, well, I didn't next time. He was in the bathroom, left me here by himself. It's like, he needs a Jamie.
Well, I need a young Jamie.
And a makeup gal. Don't forget the makeup gal.
And the makeup gal.
I gotta get rid of these crows.
Makeup gal first or Jamie?
Jamie first.
Okay. Jamie first.
But if Jamie is also a makeup gal, bro, if you could kill two birds with one stone.
Do all you guys have your limes already?
I don't want lime.
You don't want lime?
I don't like limes.
Alright. Oh, cheers, motherfucker. Thank you. Oh, that is 1800. Woo!
Not bad.
Woo! Okay.
Can't wait to get a studio where you can smoke inside.
What do you mean?
Cigarettes and shit.
Cigarettes, yeah.
Cigarettes?
We should
You're
have
like
this
Joe
to the
Rogan.
garage.
My room's in the
Kidding.
garage.
Do your thing. We'll move
No,
his
he's
room
moved
out
up.
of here.
He's moved up.
Is
Don't
it more
bring him
about
back
us
down.
or about you?
That is very true.
I mean, it's called the Rudy Rambles.
We're not gonna have cigarettes in here. Why? Do you guys want to go
Was it
have
Rudy
cigarettes?
Rambles?
No.
I almost did yeah, Rudy Rambles was an option I was thinking about, but I did that. I did a side episode of myself I called Rudy Rambles, where I just sat there and talked to myself.
Theo Von style.
How was that?
Yeah, It wasn't bad.
See, I want to do a podcast like that kind of, but then I just I feel like you just gotta be a little bigger.
I've had
you gotta start. You gotta
Look,
start.
it wasn't bad. I just feel like it was a little. I don't know. It wasn't bad. I mean, I'll do it again. But I just need more things to talk about.
Can you listen to backlog podcasts for the most part?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't.
That's why we're talking about backlog.
A couple weeks. It's got to be a couple weeks old. Otherwise, like, I can't.
Oh, like it doesn't feel topical.
Yeah, because then everything they're talking about, it's like...
It depends on the podcast. There's some podcasts that I go back to the beginning and fucking binge and talk about. It just depends on the podcast.
There's podcasts you repeat?
Yeah, there's podcasts that I listen from the beginning. Radio Labs is a big one.
Radio Lab's different. Fair enough.
Yeah, Radio Lab's a good one.
I think Theo Vaughn, I fucking went all the way back to his originals. I've listened to some of Joe Rogan's originals just to see where it started.
Yeah,
that's a different aspect, though. That's
They're not cool.
I get what you're saying.
But you can't feel like that type of personality doesn't exist. So just because you personally aren't interested in backlogs, you would still want to have a backlog so that the people who would enjoy that.
Sure, but I wouldn't think that anyone would really be watching it for the most part.
But
I'm sure Joe Rogan's number 11 isn't stacking that many hits now.
Right.
There might be one or two people.
I agree, but it doesn't hurt. If you're getting better at a
podcast,
I actually did that
just
myself.
A waste of space. That's all I'm saying.
That.
It just takes
a waste of space.
It's
not like a finite amount of internet.
I know it's the internet. Yeah, I'm just still saying.
It's not like I have a file cabinet here about podcast episodes.
The problem is there's too much shit to go through. That's Netflix is hard to deal with.
If you know that they're gonna go with your most recent shit anyways, then it doesn't hurt to have old shit too.
I'm not saying to get rid of the old shit. I'm just saying it's just wasted space.
Oh, so you were just laughing that the backlog is left. Well, but you also get to practice whatever the craft is.
And the experience.
This episode right now is probably way better. He's probably way better at doing the intro. He's probably way better at hosting.
He is. Well, what intro? What are you talking about? He didn't do
he fucked up.
He didn't do an intro.
I did an intro somewhat. It's better when it's the comics' first time, because then I actually have to have a certain amount of questions for them. Because nobody knows who they are. Man, you've been on here before. Shiva, you've been on here before. I'm not going to ask you guys the same questions like I did the first time you were here.
Dude,
He kind of
not Shiva. Oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. What the fuck is the Jewish guy that used to do Amazing Racist? Skeptic Tank is his podcast. I can't think of his fucking name.
Ari Shafir.
It is Ari. Okay, Ari Shafir.
Yeah. Skeptic Tank.
Yeah.
Dude, his podcast is great.
I agree. I like the way that he fucking has the interview, but he does an intro and an extra. So afterwards he comes back, like after he does the podcast, he starts with a thing where he says, like, in this podcast we talk about blah blah blah.
Even though it lasts 30 minutes.
And I really like
even though it lasts 30 minutes.
Day and whatever.
But even though it lasts 30 minutes to an hour sometimes.
Rambling like a motherfucker.
But it makes it cool. Cause
I kind of like that.
You kind of see who he is as a person.
I do remember that. That is a good balance.
It's a good way to do it.
I listen to Ari's a lot.
You don't have to be as heavy in the interview, because that's another problem. Was everyone's trying to be like almost Joe Rogan and have these 3.5 hour podcasts, or even an hour and a half. It's like, dude, you guys know.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck. For an hour and a half.
Like, you should maybe. Maybe
we should keep it to 20 TBH.
Yeah.
20. All right, that's all for today, guys.
I'm gonna argue that point. I love this long format.
Long form. Yeah.
You know why? Sure. Because I'm doing it, and I need more than an hour and a half to get to know who I'm talking to.
An hour and a half.
This is just fun. I didn't come here
because I do it that long.
I didn't think I was gonna get 1,000 Twitter followers because I came on this podcast. It's just a good time.
He's looking. I mean, you are looking for likes, so you are.
Dude, we all should be. First of all, I mean, at least we should be looking for more followers. I'm
always doing more followers.
Yeah,
I'm always doing more followers, and somebody does follow me on Instagram.
There's festivals that look at your fucking Twitter and see how many people are following.
Until I have some content for online, I don't really. I need to start buying for the audience, but I'm just. Don't have any content to really give them.
What do you mean you don't have content?
But you're accepting that that's an
I need like a podcast.
So you're not disagreeing.
But but you have
but the likes aren't really as
you have recorded shows, right?
Yes, but I'm not trying to post my live. Why
don't you just break down like a sentence or something?
And eventually, that would be it. Probably after I would get like an actual album or some kind of.
You don't need to wait that long. I don't see why you're putting it off. Why not do it now?
Yeah, I mean, backlog,
I just filmed last night's show, so I mean,
I don't see what that has anything to do with you doing it now. I just hear you coming up with reasons why you're not doing it.
No, because
you have a good idea, you want to do it,
you still got to do it. You got, I will.
Don't come up with reasons why not doing it. Don't come. I don't want to hear you be like, "Well, I'm too busy."
I don't think
doing
I said
that.
a reason. No, I mean it just takes time. I'm doing it, and it's gonna happen. But
I've had like
you got the website. You got everything. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, the website. I'm working on the website too, and I'm being a dumbass.
That website was like 4 years ago. Actually,
I
I gotta renew it.
Matt, do you have a website?
Had it.
Not yet.
I don't even believe in that, bro. I think your Twitter's way more important.
You don't believe in the website?
Once I have merch and fucking tickets and tour dates, I said once, if I ever get to the point where I have all those things, then like, yeah, I'll do it because it's a formality. But bro, no one's like, hey man, what's your website? What was the last time you heard that? If someone likes your set, they're gonna come up to you and ask what your Twitter is.
Here's just more like if somebody Googled your name.
Yeah.
Really.
See, like, here's the thing. If you had a website, here's what somebody told me. If you have a website, you can have people go to your website, right? They go to your website that has
your Twitter.
The website will have your access to all that.
Yes.
The website have access to your Twitter, had access to your Instagram.
Yep.
It'll have your bio.
Just like a couple dollars a month.
No. It costs like $60 for like 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
It can be
even cheaper. No, but then you gotta host a website, which might cost like $5.
I pay like
you can do workarounds where it's free.
I pay $6 right now, $6 or $7 right now for a host.
For hosting, yes.
For hosting, and that's through.
But I'm saying you should at least get your domain name. Because let me put it like this: I could go just take your domain name and then I could sell it to you for whatever the fuck.
But I would just make it Matt McElhone, haha, or whatever.
But it's still not as good as mattmcElhone.com.
True. I'm so glad I got Matt McElhone on Twitter.
You know, someone did that for. I think I told you that.
They did that to the Dallas Cowboys and made like fucking $80,000.
Oh no, I'm saying someone did that to Hyenas.
Dallas Cowboys let their domain expire.
Yeah.
Oh really?
That was a comic.
Wait, what?
And then tried to use that to get stage time.
No way. They tried to like give me a weekend.
Do we know this comic?
Yeah.
Oh man, I could guess. Some of the people that are in this club.
I want to know who it is.
No, dude, I'm not airing that dirty
I
laundry
already
on
said
camera.
it's not even airing anything. It's so long ago. It's
it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Was it before me, anyway?
Yes, I understand.
Oh, okay.
Well then.
Are they still doing comedy?
Yeah.
How would I know? You just try to trap me into telling who fucking.
No, it was Pete Young.
Who?
That's clever though.
I know
that seems like him.
It is. Yeah.
I bet the club was pissed at him, but they were also like, "We get it. You're autistic."
No, they're like, "We get it."
Can I tell you guys a story about Pete?
And then they just
I don't know who this guy is though.
Pete?
Yeah. Let's pull up a picture for you.
Yeah,
and
he's
everyone else.
tall, long hair. He went to like Ivy League schools.
That doesn't help me at all.
Bro, this guy.
I can't look at somebody and be like, "Oh, that guy went to Ivy League."
He usually starts his set by saying "Greetings." If you don't remember that, you might not. No.
Is he older, gentlemen?
Yeah, probably our age. A little younger.
Dude, he has like. I hate when people have like bullshit profile pictures.
Yes, I do too. Yeah. Though my Twitter is some drawing of me someone else drew, which I feel weird about. But
this guy though, dude, like. First of all, I have to say that I have a problem with people who pretend to be smart and aren't smart.
Yeah.
And I don't have that problem with him because he's so smart that in some ways it makes him less social.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "What's up with that fucking weirdo?" And you're like,
no,
"Oh,
like
you don't get it. Like he operates on a different plane than you. Like he's so fucking intelligent."
But he doesn't make me feel bad about it ever.
No, he's a super cool dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's not like.
But I would get what you're saying with smart people that do that.
Yeah. Like sometimes you're like,
I do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm smart.
You'll never get that from me, by the way, Matt. Because I always think I'm a dumbass.
Because you're not smart. What?
Because I always think I'm a dumbass.
All right. So David J. Diaz, just to put context to it, David J. Diaz was doing this thing for a while. It was a trend that he was doing where he was asking a question to Pete Jung every day, and they were always questions like, "If mitochondria is blah blah blah, then blah blah blah." That's not even a good example. Mitochondria is just an impressive word to me. But he would ask these like super deep.
It's also the energy factory of
like
the
scientific
cells.
questions?
Scientific questions, history questions, just like really hard questions to answer.
Yeah.
Every day he would ask one. We could probably go to Pete Jung's page and see some of them.
Hey, you want to take a break here in a little bit and go have a cigarette?
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that. I'll just split it up to 2
Isn't
parts.
this live? Aren't people gonna like?
Yeah, I think
cry?
it's fucking.
There will probably be thousands of people just so disappointed.
Matt, it's my show. I'll do what I want, and these fuckers can
Is there precedent for this?
They can come back. I'll just split it up. I'll split it up when I record it.
All right, let me tell you the Pete Jung story.
Yeah, let's get this done.
And no, I'll probably be gone then too. I'll probably leave.
Shut the fuck up, Shiva.
Okay, I'll stay for like a minute, but then I want to leave during the podcast. That'd be
okay. That's cool. That's cool.
So it's like, oh shit, he's busy. He's got
These
places to be.
And now when everybody sees, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he was just bullshit."
He hasn't done this shit
for like the next podcast too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, god damn it.
He hasn't done this shit in months. But anyways, Pete Jung's not an attractive man. He's very tall. He's got long,
Why you gotta be like that?
greasy hair. Because
What?
I'm gonna tell you'll understand why I'm being like that
Okay.
when you get to the story.
You're not an attractive man.
Let him
I'm pretty
finish.
attractive.
He's
bro.
doing it.
I'm not like.
Yeah, you looked at yourself in the fucking thing
I'm not like so handsome.
I mean, you
but
would be
like,
attractive if they had like a good makeup person for the show.
You know what? I
circle.
think Matt is gonna become very handsome when he gets his salt and pepper hair look.
Yeah.
In his mid 35.
I already have it, bro.
I know, but once you get in your mid 30s,
See all
what
that
are you
gray?
right now? Like 27, 28?
See all that grill?
We're so distinguished.
What are you right now?
So distinguished.
28.
28. When you're 35, you're gonna have that hardcore.
At
pepper
35, he's gonna be Dan Danzy.
and he,
Oh.
yeah, only less brittle.
Yeah. Or
All right,
better.
Pete Jung's story. Okay, so
yeah.
Devin me and Devin break up, right?
Yeah.
A week, maybe 10 days later, she gets fired from her job, and so she's trying to find a new job, and she finds a job, and the job needs a free or a clean pee sample. She's got to take a drug test, and she texts me while I'm at Funniest Comic in Texas semifinals. No, it was the one before. It doesn't matter. At Funniest Comic in Texas, and she asks if I know anyone who has clean pee, and like. I don't. like I'm thinking, I'm brainstorming like a motherfucker, and then Pete Jung walks in the room, and I'm like, hell yeah. So I fucking walk up to Pete, and I ask if he could give me a free or a pee sample, and he's like, nah, man, I don't really do that. I was like, dude, I'll give you $20. I'll give you $20.
Wait,
Give
is he
you some
clean?
clean
Did you ask him that at least? That he could pass the drug
he's clean.
test?
He doesn't do drugs at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So I asked him to fucking give me a free piece or a clean pee sample.
For
he
free.
takes. I give him a water bottle, like an empty water bottle that I had used at the show or whatever. He's like, "Cool, I'm gonna go in the stairs and take a piss or whatever."
Why? Why did the stick go to the bathroom?
I think it was closed because this was after the show and they weren't letting people back into the.
But like,
Okay.
do you understand like how awkward a person must feel though when they get asked that?
Especially when they're not the type of person who does drugs and ever has to ask that
Like,
kind of question.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a very uncomfortable situation.
I can't believe you gave him a water bottle. To
Well,
try
what
to
else is
pee
he supposed to
into.
give him,
Yeah, what do you
man?
want?
A cup?
We didn't have a cup. All he had was a water bottle.
Like,
You gotta
he
make
Cup,
do.
but she's not pouring it out right away. I'm
I know
gonna
that.
need it to be concealable.
Well, I can see a cup and then you pour it into the water bottle. The water bottle is just, there's so much possibility for
Oh,
air.
like I was asking for him to have a small dick or something.
No.
No.
What are you getting at?
And I guess more peeing all over
Hey
the
man,
bottle.
I
would say
assume he had
more
a
so.
small dick, so
I would say
stay in
him
the water
peeing-
bottle.
I was gonna say more.
I don't
him-
really, I don't understand what your train of thought is. If it wasn't about him being able to fit.
Why do
into
you need
the-
to put your dick
I couldn't
in the
fit
bottle?
into it, but I could put my
You have
fucking
to.
thing up against it.
You have to
and
put
then-
it
Yeah,
pretty
but
close.
then it would probably
And then
like
put a
spray
fucking
out
lid on it,
Then
bro.
probably-
You don't have to worry about it spilling.
with your dick.
Wait. Why are we arguing about what they put the
Anyways,
piss in?
yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Finish
what's
the
the
story.
why?
Finish
Why?
the story.
Why
Finish
does
the
that
story.
matter?
Finish the story.
So, anyways, I give him a bottle. He goes to the fucking stairwell and comes back with it like in his jacket, and I had like have my jacket. He hands it to me. I put it in my jacket,
Is it
and I
warm?
don't look at it. Of course, it's warm.
Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
No, wait.
Hey, he
When
could
you-
be dead
oh,
on the
no, wait,
inside.
wait,
I don't
wait.
know, Pete.
When you had it feeling on you, were you like thinking like that?
I
is
was thinking it
warm
was
as
pretty
fuck.
warm. I was like, I have Pete Jung's like piss
that
under
is
my
penis
breast.
warmth right there.
Yeah.
And then when you look at it, it was a semen sample. Is that what happened?
Why do stories take so much longer with you two?
I don't know.
What do you mean you too?
That's the first story you ever told me.
You two, as in you and you.
Dude, if we don't
That's
make
not
jokes,
true. I've told you other stories.
if we don't make jokes in
You know,
between,
someone-
Stop derailing my fucking story,
Someone
guys.
confused me for him after I got off
No, they
stage.
didn't.
They did.
No way.
They fucking did.
Like they said, your jokes are
yes, to
Yeah.
him. And
They
then
came
they
up to
came
me.
to me and acted like I was I think they had seen your podcast or something. They were a fan of you, and they thought that you were up on stage. And then he was talking to me about a podcast, and I was like, and then Tony fucking had to tell him that.
Nice.
That's not the same fucking
He came
person.
up to me and started talking about some jokes.
So, anyways, in the
Yeah,
hallway
keep going.
between Pete's Piano Bar and fucking Addison Improv.
But this is not actual Pete's.
Shut up, Shiva.
Different
Shut
Peter.
the fuck up,
You're
Shiva.
on purpose.
Ratatouille.
This is for clarification.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille,
You're
motherfucker.
doing it on purpose.
I got 20 more minutes to stick around. Anyway,
So
don't.
My sinuses just trying to squeeze
I
that
heard
out
that.
of my nose.
I heard that.
And they were like, nah, fool.
heard that.
All over. Okay, anyways.
You almost made him
All right.
spit up, dude. That would have been a
Yeah,
podcast first.
Yeah, on me. On me.
It'd
He
be
was
hilarious. Well, you
No,
deserve
no,
it. You're the one who made him do
Jesus
it.
So rewarding for the viewers.
No,
They would have been like, oh my god.
Not worth it.
Yeah, no.
Lone Star shower. Okay, alright.
Pee in the
So
honor.
he comes back in the hallway between Pete's and Addison Improv. We like fucking do a shoulder thing. He hands it to me. I put it under my breast. I close it. I talk to someone for a minute. Pete leaves out the other entrance. He goes out the front. I walk out the back. And then the second I walk out the door, I light up a cigarette and then I pull it out of my jacket. Maybe not in that order, but whatever. I pull it out of my jacket and I look at it and it's like, bro, it's like if this is the bottom of the glass, the bottom of this can is the bottom of the glass, it's like that much pee. I was like, dude, that's not enough fucking pee. So I like go back to find him.
Sure?
What?
It
Sure
is.
that's not enough
It probably is.
But it's like
but he
it's
doesn't
like
think
if
so.
I'm paying you $20 and you gave me
Oh,
that,
you want your
like,
money's worth of pee?
I want I want to be able to leave
He's
this
been
situ-
shafted on pee before.
Oh, wait.
I want to
Not
be
again.
able to leave this situation and feel confident that it's gonna hit the line.
Yeah.
Especially if I paid for it, bro. Like if I
Yes,
paid
yes,
for your
yeah.
pee, like I want a little more pee than that.
Yeah.
So I'm like kind of irritated.
You hear that?
No
Oh,
offense
wait.
to Pete.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, you don't pee enough, Pete. You hear that?
Wait.
You don't
Wait,
pee
let me say
enough.
this thing real quick.
I'm never gonna finish this
You
story.
hear that, guys? Matt is saying that when he pays you $20, he better damn well
I want the whole goddamn.
Yeah.
He better
He
get
don't want an
his-
ounce of pee.
he wants
He don't
all-
want
I want to
2
be able to
ounces.
store it in the refrigerator for months and keep
3
applying to different jobs
3
if I'm paying
ounces.
for
All
it.
right, guys,
3
that's a
ounces for
warning to
20.
anybody else.
I'm gonna piss in your mouth.
And,
if
and
you
this
give me-
guy, maybe he'll hear this one day and be like, damn, maybe
Oh,
I
I've
should
told
be-
Pete this story. We're not even at the interesting part of the story.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, keep going.
All right, so I fucking look at it. I'm pissed. I go to find Pete, can't find him. Message him on what's it called, and he tells me like he's sorry, but he like can't pee anymore, and he's like already on the way home
Just give
or
him
whatever.
excuses.
So I take it home. I give it. We went to a party that night, like right after FCIT. Luke Moore was there. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Nice.
We went to a party, right? And I like gave her the bottle, and she looked at it, and she was like, "I don't think that's enough." And I was like, "I don't know. I think it is enough, but it's gonna be close. I still think you're better off to do this,
Yeah.
rather than do that, right?"
Yeah.
This is like skipping forward in the story, but she ends up buying synthetic pee and getting the job. She has the job to this day because she bought synthetic pee for $30. So we paid $50 for her to pass the drug test when we only had to pay $30 because Pete didn't give us enough piss. Anyways, so that night.
They don't give a little pee with synthetic pee, Pete.
So that night, Devin and I go to the party, and Devin gets a little drunker than like she normally does. She's not a big drinker, but like she drinks a bit, and like we didn't play beer pong or anything, and she just ended up like drinking more than usual. And on the way home, she was super thirsty, and she instinctively, yeah. Now we're to the fun part. This should have
Okay.
been the only part of the story, right? So she instinctively grabs the fucking water bottle out of the center console and opens it. It's dark in the car, right? She takes a sip and then spits it all over my dashboard. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, right? And like, we're broken up at this point. We've been broken up for like 2 weeks. And she fucking spits Pete Jung's piss all over the dashboard.
And what is
of
your
course,
reaction?
for the next 10 to... I mean, I was laughing my ass off when I
Right.
realized what happened. But like, and
Why?
I
You
wiped
got-
it
you got
down with
Pete
Clorox.
Young,
No,
Pete
Dude,
Young.
I
wait.
wiped it down with Clorox,
Dude.
and like, it doesn't take a lot of piss.
I don't care about laughing at Devin. I'm just saying it's on his car.
No.
It doesn't take a lot of piss, like, to hit your lips for you to realize it's not piss. So, like, I don't want you to think she, like, took a whole mouthload of piss
Yeah, just a
exploding all
small-
over my dashboard. It was like, it hit her lips, and then she was like, what is that? You know, so it was like a spray. I'm probably even being dramatic to say all over my
But I
dashboard.
Assuming it's one
And I
drink.
wiped it down with Clorox, and you can't smell it anymore. But to this
I
day,
can. I can.
you haven't been
I
in my
smelled
car
it.
since it
I
happened.
just was in it.
No, you weren't.
No, look. I will say this though, like the fact that
Let me just finish with the,
Yeah,
the fucking thesis of this whole story is that to this day, I mean, that happened like a month and a half ago. We're still not back together. To this day, whenever she says anything about like when we get back together, she'll be like, well, I think that when we get back together, blah, 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 and I'll immediately come back at her with like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure I want to be with someone who did freaky shit with Pete John.
I'm not sure if I want to get with somebody who's
shame
been
her for it. Now you shame her for
Tell her,
it.
yeah, tell her you don't know.
I like in a funny way.
Tell her you don't know if you want to get into a relationship with somebody who's into water sports. You know? It's like, I don't know. You kind of changed on me.
That
You're
kind
into
of
water
shit.
sports now.
Yeah.
I'm not cool with that.
I like to think one day I'll get like arrested for something, and they'll search my car and then find a DNA sample of Pete Chung.
And apparently you've been raping people.
Yeah.
Do you still have the
time.
pee bottle?
No.
Okay, good.
That was one of my questions. Like, why did you guys throw that away the minute you realized
That's
you
a
weren't
very
going to
good
use
point.
it?
That's a very good point.
That would have been my move.
And
It was in your car.
no,
But she chose to buy the synthetic pee the following day after she had already drank it. I think is.
but I was saying you didn't even store it. You left it in
The
the car.
timeline's a little off because I was
That's funny.
drunk
That's
too.
funny.
Yes,
It's still funny.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
still
that pee
funny
probably
story.
wouldn't have even been good.
What do you mean stored it at the club? It would have
You're
been
supposed
good.
to- no, not
she
at the
took
club.
the test the next day.
No, not at the club. You stored it in a refrigerator. If you stored it in a
No, I
refrigerator.
didn't. I was saying I
That's
would
what I'm
have.
saying. Yeah.
But then it wouldn't. Oh, I guess it
It's
would
still
be one
funny,
of
though.
those. You're
Yeah.
supposed to like
Still
microwave
Immediately.
it.
No, you immediately need to freeze it, and then
Synthetic
And
pee
then
passed,
microwave.
so I don't think that the test she took was all that sophisticated.
No, it's not. That's always funny though to have a story like that you can always bring back to
Yeah,
make
give her
you
shit about it
laugh.
all the time.
That'll make you laugh and
There was like a
funny.
Bear Grylls meme recently, and I showed it to her, and I was like, "What does it taste like?" You know what I mean?
What?
Bear Grylls, you know the guy that drank his own pee to survive or whatever.
Oh, that's right, that guy. Yeah.
he fakes a lot of his stuff.
Did he? Yeah. I mean, but he does it, but it's, whatever. And when they're done, they're like, "I'm gonna go back to my hotel."
Yeah, that's what he does, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a smoke break.
Yeah,
We'll be back,
I'm gonna
guys.
piss, too.
We're gonna do a little break, and I'm gonna leave it.
Well, it actually kind of just gets kind of sorted with the weed, you know.
Yeah, a
Now
little
the
bit.
weed gets a touch of
The
it.
CBD. The CBD ground.
Are we recording?
Yes, I'm recording now.
Oh. You're dumb
The
rule.
CBD.
You've been talking about fucking doing acid.
Wait, we are recording?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
recording now. I just started. Welcome to part 2. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. But anyway, while he does that, Matt, you can fuck off. Stop staring at me like that. Dude, how's your? I did want to ask you about your stuff with John. How'd that go?
What stuff with John?
Remember how you guys went on that little road trip?
Oh yeah, John and I have been to a lot of places. I guess you mean the Colorado Springs and the.
I mean, the
Idaho.
event, not actually being with him. I know that, but like the actual
Yeah.
event that you guys went to go do.
Okay. So yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about Colorado Springs. That was where I met Steve Hurst. That's where Steve Hurst was like, "Hey, we should go on the road together." Yeah, I don't know, dude. It was fun.
That's
It
cool.
was 4
man.
shows. I had some Army buddies there that we stayed with, and they got like my friend Spencer, bro. He's got a fucking house. Like, it's weird to hang out with old friends and realize that they make like infinitely more money than you.
Yeah.
He was like making fun of his wife for not making a lot of money. And then at some point in the conversation, it came out that she made like $60,000 a year, and I was like, like that's more than I make in like 5 years, and he's over here clowning on her. They got a fucking house, bro.
True, but you know what? I bet you want to bet that you're doing something you love way more than he
That's
does.
true. Yeah, I think I do enjoy life more than they do, and I think about that all the time. I honestly like my like Devin comes from money, you know. Sometimes hanging out with her money family and like watching them fucking argue over whether or not their fucking smartwatch is working, I'm just like, I'd rather be poor and
value
and
life.
busy and like having fun, you know what I mean? Than
Like I just said, value life a little bit more.
it sounds super lame, but the materialistic stuff just doesn't. I mean, I feel like such a queer for saying this, but
No, dude, I feel the same way about
Yeah.
material stuff. I like it.
I mean, there's some basic materials that need to be met.
I like it, but
yeah.
that
But
doesn't
if I could
mean-
pay my bills and then
Yeah, that's what
drink
I'm
every
saying.
day and have fun with my friends, I prefer this to being able to afford a Google Home or whatever.
something
you know?
fancy where you
Yeah.
where you still come home every night from the same job and the same life. Pretty much nothing's ever different except for those nights you plan on to go out with your friends, which is like sad because that's the only time you look forward to when you actually plan something out. Instead of like going like we do, we go out every night and we never know what our night's gonna end up like.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be shitty too, though.
It could be, but how much you want to bet the fact that a shitty night's better than a no night at all?
Dude, that's why that goes back to the bad shrimp trips are sometimes better than good shrimp trips. Even the nights where I come home just like hating myself and thinking like, God, I bombed so fucking hard tonight. What am I doing with my life? What's the point of this? Blah, blah, blah. I still wake up in the morning feeling like I did the thing, you know? You haven't heard Joe Rogan and Tom Segura and fucking Ari Shaffir talk about bad nights that they had? It feels productive. They
talk about it all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's what you mean. Like,
I meant like, like you haven't, you know.
That helps me with my bad times to know that these guys have been doing it.
That everyone goes through it.
Yeah, that even them now have bad times.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I was listening to Joey Diaz talk about how he had bombed 2 shows and he's, dealing with that bombing. And to me, it's like, wow, I mean, even these guys, these great guys who've fucking been doing it for so long can still bomb.
Yeah.
And so that helps me not take it so personally when I bomb.
Yeah, I totally agree. Here's a fun John Brown story. This was like 2 or 3 road trips ago, so I don't think it was the one that you were specifically asking about.
Yeah.
But we drove from, we went to Denver first and did like open mics and hung out with some of his friends in Denver. And then we were going to Idaho, and he had a show in Idaho, and we were kind of hoping I could get on the guest list, like on the guest spot.
And
I didn't end up.
You were just chilling.
Yeah.
So you weren't even sure if you were going to get on.
I don't have like a daily job, so opportunities like that when someone says like, hey, I don't know if you're going to be able to get on or not.
I think that's called not having a job.
Yeah. I mean, I got a job.
A daily job.
I just can't talk about it online. But anyways, so I fucking went there just for the fun. And I love hanging out with John Brown anyways. I love the conversations we have. And a road trip with him is not the end of the world, so why the fuck would I not... You know what I mean? Like, why would I not go there with the possibility of maybe getting a guest spot? Anyways, we go to fucking Idaho, and we were on shrooms and Adderall, and we were splitting a 12-pack between the two of us. And
CBD? Were you on CBD?
Of course we were on CBD. The shrooms and Adderall were way less bad than the CBD, let me tell you. And then, I don't know, we had like figured out how many drugs we did. We drank coffee, had energy drinks, cigarettes, blah, blah, blah. We were just laughing about the fact that we were on like 6 or 7 drugs. We're driving through like Montana, and like there's all these curves in the road, and I'm like driving the speed limit because I'm fucked up, so I don't want to drive over the speed limit and get caught by a cop, right? On the way back, we were driving like 10 miles under the speed limit because the roads were icy as fuck, and they were icy on the way there too while we were on these drugs. And we didn't realize it at the time because it was an overcast night, and we were driving through like mountains, so the mountain was blocking the moon and everything. But on the way back on the highways and everything, we were literally like we were taking curves that were like on the side of a mountain, and if you parked the car and got out and looked down, you were like fucking 800 feet above the ground.
Fuck that.
Yeah, dude, we were doing that shit.
Fuck that.
Fucked up. Like,
God damn, man.
Yeah.
Why?
It's a fun John Brown story.
Why? Did you guys know it was gonna be like that?
We didn't know that we were on that kind of it was so dark out that we were dude, here's a better example. Alright. That night we stopped somewhere. It was like a scenic pool out. It said campsite ahead. We were like, alright, we're gonna go to that campsite. You know, we're like tripping a little bit. We're gonna get out of the car. We got out of the car. We're leaning up against my hood, smoking cigarettes and like lamenting over how nice it was out.
Sorry, keep going.
Talking about like how nice it was out and everything.
Yeah.
And we got back in the car to get back on the road, and we turned our headlights on, and I did a U-E to like fucking turn around and get back on the road, and I almost hit a fucking mailbox. And that mailbox was like from here to that wall, like fucking 30 feet away from someone's house. So we were basically chilling in their front yard. We had no idea because it was so dark, and they didn't have any lights on in their house or on their porch or anything. Yeah. We thought we were like on a fucking rural ass like out of the way road, and we were in someone's fucking front yard. It was so dark.
That's goddamn. I forgot what I was gonna say. I had something to say earlier, but
Colorado.
It sounds like it was a pretty unique, and it might sound kind of homo, but I don't give a shit. Like a cool bonding moment between you.
Yeah, we've had some bonding.
Yeah, that's gay.
We got some.
It is kind of gay, but you know what? You can't get that. You can't get that unless you hang out with that person.
What's wrong with friendship?
A unique moment.
We've got some insane.
I remember when John used to hang out with me
and...
before you came into the picture.
What do I fucking say to that?
Look, Shiva, look, I mean, it's cool to be friends with you, but every once in a while, people get tired of 7-Eleven, and they want a little bit of, fucking Cracker Barrel.
White trash.
311.
Cracker Barrel 3.
Whoa!
I can't wait for that day. And, I don't know who it's going to be with, but,
Finding someone to bond with ahead of you.
yeah, I can't wait for that day for when I'm in a road trip with a comic, and I get to experience that I guess the camaraderie, and also wow, I'm actually driving to this show to do it with this person I'm with. How cool is that?
And it's cool swapping secrets and knowing that there's shit John Brown knows about me that nobody else knows, and vice versa. I mean, it's a great bonding experience. So I think one of the keys to it is accepting the fact that he's ahead of me in comedy, and I don't hold a candle to the amount of material he has.
I don't think
he is.
I don't think that's
no,
secret,
but I don't think that should be a key
I think the
part.
secret is
I think it is
treating each other equal.
I think it is a secret because I think him treating me equal is a sign of respect from him to me.
Oh, okay, you mean on his way.
If me and him were on the same level, if it was me and Michael Reed or whatever, there would always be that thought in the back of my mind where I was like, God, I wish I had the experiences that you did. But because I know that he's been in it longer and he's done it longer,
Michael Reed.
There's it's completely fine for me to just accept that he's where he is and appreciate the fact that he respects me anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's easier to bond with a different level, I think, than to bond with someone that you're competing with.
But it is a little different. Being underneath a little, where you kind of notice that, even though he is treating you with,
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that earlier to Shiva because I was like, Shiva, I thanked him earlier because I said, when I first saw him, I had no idea that he was in the game so long, that he's been doing comedy for so long. So I saw him as...
Is that an insult? Or was that before you saw him do a set?
That's before I knew him as a comic.
Okay.
It came off a compliment earlier, but now it comes off as an insult.
And then later on, I realized, by talking to him, I was like, oh shit, he's been doing comedy for so long. He's up there in comedy, and
you can learn from him.
I can learn from him, but what I really enjoyed the fact out of when I first met Shiva is that he didn't have that aura of somebody who's already up in comedy and can be a little snippety because they're there.
Yeah.
So when I first met Shiva and I learned he was up there, I was like, wow. I was like, to me, it's all he treated me like a normal human being. Because there's some comics that in this world that are up there. There's some comics that are up there that don't look at me that way. They just look at me as as a guy and whatnot, or I don't know. I just don't. There's just some comics who see it like that, and Shiva's
not everybody's that cool.
Yeah. I guess that's what it comes down to. And when I first, with Shiva, he's just so cool to me.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to be. And
listen, guys, this is supposed to be my Rudy Nomics podcast, so if we can stop talking about.
I'm sorry, man. But I was trying to.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I was equating it to your situation with John Brown. Mm-hmm. And how it's awesome that he doesn't act like he's a big shot, but he is.
Right. We all look up to him, and he pretends like he doesn't know that.
No, I would say John's I tried to treat John as my.
I meant
maybe
we.
I should.
I was
saying us lower people.
You're ahead of
You're
us.
ahead of us.
You're in John Brown's class.
Yeah, you are.
So when I say we, I'm saying me and Shiva look up to him.
Sure. Not me and Rudy.
Me and Rudy look up to him.
Again, that happens.
This fucking Freudian slip, I tell you what.
It's the hair, man.
It is the hair.
I just need to change it. Either that or one of us needs to lose weight.
So I'm trying to grow my hair out. It's getting long as fuck.
Whatever, Matt.
Bro, I mean,
you've had the same hair length for 4 months.
No way, dude.
No, that's true.
No, I haven't got my hair cut in 4 months. The second longest I've ever went is 2 months.
And it hasn't grown that much.
Since the last time I seen you, dog, it still looked the same.
No way! God
The hair is
Like
never
the
any
same
different.
Yeah.
It's never any different.
That's bullshit.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. What?
It's a little something.
I'm mad because I feel like it's so long right now. It's insanely long.
Well, it took me 3 years to get my hair this long, so.
I'm probably gonna cut it soon. I'm tired of touching my ears.
Just look at that. You can't
Stop
even
touching
keep
your
it.
ears.
Yeah.
It's not long as shit.
What else can we talk about real quick? I would say real quick, but no, I don't know why.
Is it cool to talk about the episode that went kind of south, or
yeah, we can talk about that. No, we can talk about it.
You told me about it earlier.
Yeah, I said
on your podcast. Yeah.
No, not on the podcast.
Not on the podcast. On the drive to go get some food before we started with you. But I don't have a problem talking about it. I just haven't put it out because I haven't figured out how to put that disclaimer that you told me about doing. So once I figure out how to put a disclaimer.
Oh, like I said, just like what did I say? I don't
just
know.
do it. Just like I was talking to you about it, and when I finished talking to you, you're like, "Why don't you just say exactly that, just as a disclaimer?"
Yeah.
In the beginning of the video, or the audio. Also.
Oh yeah, Ari Shafir style. Just be like,
Yeah.
hey, we had a bit of a misunderstanding
Yeah,
on this
something like
podcast,
that.
but I still want to air it.
Like I
to
had
be
no
true.
intent on hurting anybody's whatever. But I mean, aside from that, it was pretty silly to get upset about that, in my opinion.
For her to get upset about.
Yeah.
It. No, I agree with you.
What do you have any questions about it or what? We're cool now. I think we talk to each other more, and she still talks to me.
Do you think she regrets reacting the way she did? Has she apologized to you for reacting the way
She
you did?
hasn't apologized for it,
I
but I don't think she should. I don't think she has to apologize. But
Well, do you think she'd be offended if you recapped it right now?
no, I have to put it on.
So in a sense, isn't that apologizing? I mean,
For me apologizing? Or her
no,
apologizing?
it's like a sign of her forgiving you. You know,
Why?
because if she wouldn't be upset that you brought it up and explained your side, then
Like
she
now
must
or
at least
before?
understand and respect your side, especially if she still talks to you.
I don't know.
You kind of still has to.
She doesn't have to talk to me now.
No, I'm just saying, like, you guys still have to act professional around each other.
Yeah, but there's a difference between acting professional and actually having a conversation
I mean,
that
no,
wasn't
you don't,
intended.
but...
Like,
So it
I-
makes it easier.
Yeah,
Like if I
just still
I asked her for something for like a lighter, I think, and then like she's because I was outside, she's the only one out there, and she's
Fair
like, "No,
enough.
I'm not smoking right now," and then she goes on about talking about why she's not smoking, about laryngitis and blah blah, being sick, and blah, blah. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be like, "Shut up, we're not on good terms," but like just the fact that she felt
True. Yeah.
open enough to just start talking to me about that must say something.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, she doesn't. Like I said, she doesn't have to forgive me. I don't need an apology from her, but she's talking to me, so
Yeah.
no,
How's Kiana?
she's good. Fucking Kian's such a fucking.
Kian? What did I say?
Kiana. she's
Damn, I'm a
she's
racist,
just,
bro. I put some urban on that.
Wait, who's...
she's a friend of mine who,
This hot ass fucking black.
yeah. Every once in a while, she goes with me. She sometimes goes to Plano. Every once in a while, she goes to showcases, but she's good.
She's hilarious, dude.
She
The
is
first
funny.
podcast I ever did, it was me and her, because your brother was supposed to be on it, but he wasn't there, so he asked her to also join to have like a 3-person.
Yeah, that was back when I felt like I
Dynamic.
couldn't run the show on my own, and I thought that I needed somebody else to help bounce the conversation.
She
But-
did comedy a couple times after that. She said she wanted to
Really?
do it, and then she went up and did it.
Yeah, I don't. but she's weird. She's like, "That's your thing," and I was like, "It's not my thing. I don't own it. Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Like if you want to do it, you can do it." If it
She's
makes
just
you
very
happy."
naturally funny. Like, her stories are very, like, you're on the edge of the seat waiting to hear what she has to say. And she has a cool life story. Like, her dad's a cop. And, like, I don't know, she just has a different perspective. Super funny.
Yeah, she has her own unique style of comedy. She just doesn't have the. She doesn't have the drive to actually go on stage to do it. It's just, she just says it's not her thing.
And the time that she did do it, I remember talking to her beforehand, and she was so incredibly nervous about it.
Yeah, she was very nervous.
So, like, if that's something that you don't want to tackle and get over, then it's never gonna.
Yeah.
Never gonna.
But I mean, she never. When I talk to her, she never dismisses the idea of ever coming back on stage. She does say that she ever does want to. She just wants to be more prepared. And I tell her, well, the only way to get prepared is by going up there and seeing what you did wrong.
Yeah. That's true. Though. I mean, you have to keep making the same mistakes. before
Yeah.
you can correct them.
Yeah, because if I came up with this whole plan to do a bit and I go up there and I don't know, I'm not what I'm trying to say with that, but you know what I mean. Like I can write a
Someone
bit.
needs another shot of tequila.
I can write a bit. I'll take one if you want one.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. Fuck it. You don't have to shoot.
No, I'm doing it.
Are you? Okay. Yeah, I do it the proper way. Maybe not because I have my lemon in there. I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. So I'm not gonna pour that much.
Okay. Just a couple of comics hanging out, having a few drinks.
That's why I think this is so much fun. When you were like, I don't know, it's not.
Huh?
I think that this is.
Oh my god, that's a big shot, dude. I didn't say you had to take 3 shots in one. Shit. Oh, I mean, that was moderately.
I'm getting kind of Cheers, guys. Sorry, man.
No, you good.
I think there's something kind of cool about, even if no one ever fucking watches this and this gets 0 views, there's something cool about knowing that, like, I could get in trouble for the shit I say. It's like a weird adrenaline rush.
You think so? Like you have, you're like, man, I gotta watch out. Maybe one day what I say is gonna be.
Yeah, like maybe someone could dig it up on us.
You never know, man.
Oh, no,
you
it will
never
be dug up.
know. But you know what I find fun about that? Like if it does ever get dug up, that just means that I reached a level to where
someone fucking cares.
somebody
That's how I
cared
feel
enough
about
to
it.
cared enough to go through my shit to see if there's any time I did something. And I know the shit I said on here before.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure if somebody went through it, it'd be like, dude, what the fuck were you thinking when you said that? And
This is
I'd
a
be like,
murderers thing.
huh?
This is how murderers think.
Like if they get
What?
caught murdering
That
one day.
someone cares. Like someone cares about the. Weird
It's fun
thing
though.
that I
It's
did.
fun. To me, it'll be exciting. Like what?
Yeah.
Somebody actually cared enough to look me up and fucking talk
this
shit
is-
about me.
I mean,
Something
I'm kidding
said
about
10
the
years-
murdering, but this is literally how, I guess, in a sense, trolls feel.
Trolls.
You know? Yeah. Never trolled anybody? Been like-
I have, yeah, all the time on fucking.
The fact that this person
I
is
went through a
getting
troll
emotional over it.
You know what I like to do right now? I like to take acid and go on Omegle.
Omegle?
Yeah, you know what
What's that?
Omegle is? It's a video.
Site?
It's a video where you can chat with people throughout the world.
Like chat roulette?
Yeah, like chat roulette
With less dicks.
with no dicks.
With
It's
no
supposed to be
dicks. Ooh.
Yeah, apparently you get banned if you show dicks. So
What about boobs?
I mean, if the moderator sees it, you're gonna get banned. But like I like because I'm on acid and I'm on there. Like whenever I see a person, I notice the goofiest thing about them, and I just fucking rail into them.
It's like you roasted them?
Yes, I fucking roast them hard.
Seems worse than showing them your dick.
Oh my god! But see, I have so much fun doing it though.
Kind of being a dick.
Yeah, I do. Like if I see a room for like.
Did anyone get you back real good?
No, man.
you
They
record
suck.
it?
No, I don't record it.
Oh,
They
you should
suck
record
at
it.
it, man. They suck at it. Like I'll see.
Yeah,
a
they're
room,
not expecting that.
I'll see. I'll see a room with a bunch of guys in there, and I'll be like, "Oh shit, it's homo night! Look at all these queers getting together with and just make fun of them. Like just the fact that a bunch of guys in one room on one camera." And I'm just like, you guys just get together, just blow each other off, and have this camera session. Like I say shit like
So
that.
it's extreme, yeah.
Yeah, I say pretty mean stuff to them, and they get pissed.
That's funny. And I'm sure you go deep.
I
mean,
know,
they can't really
but like
fuck with
it's
you.
like
Yeah,
I don't know.
they
That's what
can't
makes it
hit you.
fun.
No.
The humor,
They track down
the,
your IP address.
the
Probably
humor
not.
that I
Everyone
get
does.
out of it is that how upset these people get. If they didn't get upset or get
So
any
that's
kind
trolling,
of reaction,
yeah.
yeah,
You
if they
need to
didn't get
start
upset.
telling them your next dates, so maybe you can start bringing people into the conversation. That's how you start making fans.
Oh yeah,
Trying to win them over.
to hear more of this trash talk or you're gonna kick my ass, go to my
Come
show.
to
dude.
Hyenas.
Yeah.
Come to Hyenas. All my fucking people who are there to see me just want to kick my ass.
Who's winning, by the way? Did you guys look up?
Well,
No.
there's a game going on right now.
Yeah, the Kansas City game should be over by now.
It's just Sunday.
Football, like Chiefs and Marlins or something like
Yeah,
that.
the
Playoffs.
NFC Championship started at, I think, 2:15, so it should be over by now.
I'm not a big football person.
Chiefs won 35-24.
24. Okay.
Against who?
The Titans.
Is that good or bad?
I mean, it was expected. Honestly, I think it was expected to be a little larger margin than that.
Oh yeah. The only time I get football
Who's going to the
news.
playoff? Who do you think's going to the Super Bowl?
Well, it's going to be the Chiefs now because that was the NFC Championship. And then the next game, who's the fucking AFC
Isn't Green Bay
Championship?
still in it?
I think so, yeah. I think it's Green Bay and AFC
I only know about
Championship.
football because of Bill Burr, because he talks about it. Other than that, I don't fucking do any sports
It
at
doesn't
all.
really
Oh,
touch
no,
you.
sorry. That was the AFC Championship. I'm an idiot, of course, because Cowboys are NFC, so why would
Cowboys
I think?
got knocked
You didn't
out,
watch
though.
the UFC last night, did you? Or hear about it?
No, I haven't watched it, but my
Oh
buddy
my God.
threw it on my server, so I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Cowboy
What do you want?
got-
Was
What
it
are you
really
talking
that bad?
Cowboy got beat bad.
What
What are you
round?
talking about? Oh, UFC?
First
Yeah, that
round.
was like 40 seconds.
For
man.
real?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to ruin it or not, but
I mean, I'm gonna watch it either way, so go ahead.
dude, I've never
It's
seen
not much to watch.
I've never seen anybody get so fucked up just by getting their head smashed by a shoulder.
Packers versus 49ers.
You
hear
think
me?
that's what happened?
By a
I
shoulder?
know that's what happened.
No, because I thought it was the kick, and then it was the.
But the
he
kick
played it.
the kick was followed up by the shoulder strikes. The
Yeah.
shoulder strikes that fucked up Cerrone's face is what led him to not seeing that kick. That kick that followed up,
Yeah.
if he would have gotten his face so fucked up, he would have been able to avoid that kick.
I mean, that shoulder was a very unique move. I've never seen.
I've never
anybody-
seen when they did the replay after the last hit, Cerrone's face was kind of in the air already, and I could already see that he had purple all right here,
Right? No, I thought I saw
From
that
the
too.
shoulder alone.
from the shoulder.
No, you should have seen like he's like throwing 3 of them.
Yeah,
Like,
he threw three
Pretty-
ones.
Pretty,
It
that's
just like,
pretty baller, though.
It's
three
pretty
shoulders.
clever. It's
He
pretty
like
clever.
literally shrugged his way out of the first
Yeah,
round.
and then Cerrone, like when he popped away, the kick was a follow up that he couldn't see.
Well, no,
reaction
he
time.
kicked him.
Yeah,
He kicked McConnor, got him a little bit, but
Yeah,
not
Connor
really.
kicked
But
him.
then Connor kicked him back. No, I'm saying Cowboy kicked Connor first.
yeah, but that didn't
actually-
do shit.
I mean, it hit him a little bit. That he
Nah,
dropped
that's how
and
they
then-
that's how they got into the scuffle.
No, sure, no. But then when Connor kicked, yeah, and then
Connor kicked
and
him.
then like he started like trying to block, and he's just like landing him.
Yeah, he was already on the floor.
Yeah.
He was just like grounding.
but like slowly got down there, and then it was
Yeah,
done.
it did
before
not
was
last
done.
long. It kind of sounded like Cerrone's gonna retire.
Really?
The way-
Because of
The
that?
way he was talking,
I mean, it was pretty bad. I mean, it was just
Remember-
a really clever move.
What I really appreciate about Cowboy Cerrone, or what I think makes him cool or metal or whatever, is that remember when it was like either Nate or Nick Diaz, one of the Diaz brothers,
yeah.
and it was Cowboy Cerrone. It was supposed to be like, I think Cormier, I don't remember, but somebody was supposed to fight one of the Diaz brothers, and they failed because of drugs. Or maybe it was one of the Diaz brothers who failed because of drugs.
Yeah.
And the fight was supposed to be in 2 days, and they had all the pay-per-view lined up and everything, and Cowboy Cerrone was like, fuck it, I'll step up, I'll fight him. And then he fucking won that fight with no training. Like, he wasn't training for the
Yeah.
fight or anything.
Yeah.
He just said, I'll take this fight. And then he beat him. That was, like, one of those things where it's like, okay, this dude's a real motherfucker.
Yeah.
You
You're
know
not
what I
supposed
mean?
to
What
do-
a-
That's
what
like the
fight-
last thing you should be
what
doing.
fight was
You're
that?
supposed to be strategic about who you fight and whatnot.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
pretty
just saying.
cool. And when you
Yes,
win
it is.
it, when it pays
No,
off,
that's
that's
when-
pretty fucking
That's
metal,
when it's
dude.
cool. That's
Yeah.
when it's super cool.
If he got his ass beat,
Yeah.
we would have just been saying, like, yeah, dude, you shouldn't have done that, you
Yes,
idiot.
exactly.
But he did it and won. And
Yes.
we were like, oh, you a real motherfucker.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
well, Cerrone, he usually weighs close to that 170 marker where he fights at, where he can fight at. But if it's a 170 and they're like, hey, we need a fighter quick, Cerrone be like, I'll take that. I can
Yeah,
get
I'll
120.
take it. Who
I can get
cares?
170 in
Which
two
is
2
super
days.
cool, dude. Like, that's
You
fun
don't
to
really
watch.
see that
Yeah.
much anymore.
No.
You don't
No,
really see
plenty.
fighters have that heart
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
They'll be like, no, I'm not gonna
6
do
months
it.
of training for the specific person.
Mhm.
If the person's best thing is jujitsu, then they train with a sparring partner whose best thing is jujitsu.
Yeah,
If
but
the
it's hard to-
person's best thing is Muay Thai, you know what I mean? Like, along the lines.
Yeah, but it's hard to find fighters who are willing to do that.
Yeah.
Like, take a
I just
fight
can't
and
believe
such.
That's what's
Connor's.
so cool
I just can't
about
believe
him.
Connor's just back. That's weird.
Oh, yeah, fucking crazy match, and he.
I bet you
really-
he just paid Cowboy
Are you
off.
saying because
I
of
bet you, I bet you just paid
No,
Cowboy
no.
off just to win.
Don't.
Because that's
don't-
such a good. That's
don't-
such a good.
don't-
Are you saying it's weird that he's back because of him like transversing into boxing against Mayweather? Or are you saying it's weird that he's back
This
after
was dumb.
assaulting that dude in that bar? Or are you saying
No, I think it's weird that he's back.
Keep going. What other options do I have?
There's like quite a
the
few.
other- there was one other.
When he
Can't
threw
think of it right now,
threw
though.
the.
What was that one?
The
Third
assaulting
one.
dude.
No, the third
Someone
one.
punched him in the face and then
At a bar,
he,
as an
like,
old guy.
knocked the fuck out of him. I mean, it was one punch. But...
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of fair, and I like Dana White's reaction. He was like, "Listen, this is Ireland. The rules are different." But also, just like as a man, I get that like you're a trained weapon and you shouldn't fight normal people. But dude, if someone walks up to you in a bar and punches you in the face,
Yeah.
are you really supposed to just be like, "Sorry, I'm a trained fighter. I can't do anything"? Like there has to be some right, dude. There has to be some innate manliness
I would just
in
start
you.
saying
Yeah,
that.
they have
I
to
would
be
just-
like, I'm gonna knock you the
people
fuck
would,
out.
People
to
would
teach
just
you
start
not to do
saying that to not fight.
I like
People would
this
just be like,
phrase.
I can't.
There has to be.
And people would keep punching him in the face. If one
Yeah.
person punched him in the face and that shit went viral that
Yeah.
Conor McGregor was a bitch and didn't do anything about it,
Yeah.
it would be an epidemic of people punching
Yeah,
Conor
maybe.
McGregor.
No, like there's this
I
one
don't
phrase
know.
I like
I
to
mean,
use.
that's dramatic.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
always gonna be
This is still
consequences of repercussions for your actions.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Always.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah.
But like, but Connor, like for me, back to what you're saying, I think it's not weird to see him back. I think it's like
I definitely want to see him fight.
it's so
Gurmeta or whatever. Fucking whatever the Afghan.
Habib?
Yeah, Habib. Thank you.
Habib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
They're talking about having him around too, but like it's so weird to have him back and be like such a force again. Like the force feels like it's back in him. Like the force where he beat Jose Aldo in like a minute, or not even that. Like just the energy of him when he was back then. I feel like he's all in it again. Like that's him again. Like he's back.
Especially after
he's
this.
gonna fuck some people
Especially
up.
after this. Now he's like, okay.
You remember,
That's
like,
why I want to see him. That would be amazing to see.
you're not like Dan Danzy or anything, right? You don't like keep up with WWE. You're not like
no.
familiar with all
No.
the drama. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
And you're not either, right?
It's fake.
Okay, do you remember when you were in like the 6th grade, maybe earlier, 5th grade, 4th grade, watching like CCW and WWE?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, do you remember like the fucking excitement that you got for like that one character who was never supposed to win?
Yeah,
But they won. And then later in life realizing that it was scripted and of course it was cool.
Oh
that
yeah,
you got-
it kind of.
That's how I feel about McGregor and how I felt about Cerrone, obviously.
That's
And
scripted?
why it was. No, the fact that it's not scripted and you still
Like,
have that aspect
that
of like.
kid, that childhood happiness that you had for that
plays
person.
up, but he also plays up being a heel.
No.
Like
Being
that's
a
what
what?
a heel. That's what it's called in WWF.
No.
What's
That
a
could be
heel?
used
What's
A
as
heel?
heel is the bad. It was The Rock when he was the bad guy against
Don't give me a
Stone Cold
specific example though.
Austin.
Define it. What's
it's,
a heel?
It's like the
like the fall
bad
guy. Like the fall
it's
guy.
the bad guy.
No, but they don't do that in UFC though.
Yeah.
They don't have.
McGregor's not the bad guy,
Not
like-
UFC. Not in UFC, but WWE. It's
Oh,
a heel.
WWE, yeah.
And I'm saying there are
definitely.
aspects of that in UFC. The other guy that's like that was the Trump guy. I thought his name was Cowboy too.
Oh, Kobe Covington.
Yeah,
Now look, he would do that, but this is different. This is where it comes.
it's the
to
same
different.
kind of aspect.
It's
though.
the same
It's
aspect,
like-
but like they're doing it because they need something to stand out.
Yes.
They need
So
something.
that's
to
what I'm saying. They're putting
But
the
the-
drama of WWE in
Yes.
the real UFC.
But the consequences of that characteristic
Are
they're
real.
putting are real. You're gonna get your ass beat if you don't.
Yes.
If you're in there.
But to be honest, I don't know if they're going to get their ass beat more just because they're shit talking. I mean,
Yes,
sometimes a
they
little
are.
bit.
Yes,
no,
it
but
happens.
these guys are professional
what-
athletes. They're going to beat the shit out of each other.
look what
They're going to
happened-
give them themselves
I'm so on the
100%.
fence about this.
Look what
argument.
happened to Conor and Khabib the
Yes.
first time they fought. Conor pissed Khabib off so
I know that.
bad.
I know that. Then he kept
Khabib-
fighting him
Khabib
afterwards.
beat the shit out of him.
I agree with that. So you get that aspect of it, but then at that point they're blocked off. But Habib would have done that anyways. for
Not
the
as
most part.
bad- not
Not
as
the
bad.
aftermath. Not that he would
No,
have had
even during the
professionalism.
fight, I don't think if Khabib wouldn't have got that pissed off at Conor.
Yeah.
While beating his ass, he wouldn't have been talking shit to him. What did he say? What was the famous quote that he says when he was hitting
It's
him?
like now you
He's
want
like,
me
how
to
about
stop
like
or
how
something,
about now?
or
Like,
say
how
something
now?
about
Yeah.
Allah now.
That is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Khabib. He is not known to talk
No,
shit
he's
in
not.
between each round. So that
He
animosity.
jumped from the
but
cage
that's
into the
that's
crowd.
proof
That's
right
not,
there. That's proof that it happens.
Yes, but
But
like
that drama's exciting.
okay, and then the other aspect of it,
crazy.
and the other aspect
not
of this
written,
is
it's real.
any fighter
That's
would
what
say.
WWE wished
But
it was.
any fighter would say, you being that angry just makes you a worse fighter. Being emotional like that is a worse thing as a fighter to do.
That is true, but that's not saying that it doesn't
Help.
that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, like the flip
Yes,
side of
but
this
you're
is
but you're
boxing.
saying it's like a disadvantage.
No, it's not.
Boxing?
It's not
Yeah, the
always
flip
a
side of this
disadvantage
is
or
boxing.
disadvantage.
Like you remember how much, literally, I think that Floyd Mayweather would intentionally piss people off to get
Oh,
them
yeah,
to pay
definitely.
pay-per-view to watch him get
Definitely.
beat. You know,
Definitely.
and then he never got beat.
Yeah.
So Floyd Mayweather would just be the guy who was like, "Yeah, I can't read, and
Yeah.
I got 12 Bugattis." You know what I mean? Like,
No, but he can't read. He literally.
no, he can't read.
yeah. So
and
it's
he
not-
owns 12 Bugattis.
Yes.
And he would point that out so that people can watch him and be like, I want this motherfucker to lose so much. And they
watch
pay
his fight.
$45 a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And buy him another 3
I mean,
Bugattis.
that's part of that with McGregor too. That's what that heel
I
aspect
know. I
of
think
it
they're
is.
pretty similar.
I think
and
it's
when
funny.
they fought, that was like, this is what it's like when worlds collide.
It's not. It wasn't. It wasn't.
It was supposed to be though.
But look it up on Google what a heel is. There's literally aspects of that they're doing.
In UFC, I mean,
100%.
Maybe,
And
but
it's
like
exactly like you said.
dramatization.
Well, that and it's
Soap
literally
opera
like
shit.
you want to see that guy lose in a sense.
But that's up to the person, though. That's up to the person to decide what they want to be.
Yeah,
That's not up
but
to
you
the
can
UFC.
say easy,
But that's what I think-
infuriating things that would piss off the general masses.
That's why
It's
I
not-
think that Mayweather is such a genius. Mayweather knows he's unlikable, so he
Yeah.
leaned into
And he
it.
capitalized it. He
No, you
capitalized
do.
on it.
But I don't know if
And
that's a
in-
You
genius.
can't do that in
That's
comedy.
not even
you
a-
can't
I don't-
lean into being unlikable.
Yeah, you can. That's
But-
literally
No,
what
you
Sam
can't
can.
because there's no
Sam-
one-to-one
Sam-
aspect. There's no,
Wait,
I
wait.
want to see the guy
Wait.
that I don't like.
As
get
far as
beat.
comedy goes,
No,
I
but
don't
you still
know.
want to see the guy like not be funny
No,
or
I
like
don't think so.
fail.
I don't
Yes,
It doesn't compare.
Yeah.
It doesn't compare to
Anthony-
getting knocked the
Anthony
fuck out.
Jeselnik. Anthony Jeselnik
But,
has
but
that.
the people
Yes.
that go to see
Yep.
him
That's
want to see
different.
him. The people that
Yeah.
go to see him want to see
Or
him.
I was gonna say
That's
the,
different.
Dice Clay.
Like, I see the
Dice
comparison
Clay.
you're making, but that's
Dice
different.
Clay.
That's
That's
the
another one.
argument.
That's a character.
But yeah, it's a
That's
character.
on my side. That argument's on my side, right?
I feel
No.
like no wait. Dice
He's
Clay-
unlikable, and you're like, I like him because he's unlikable. The difference is,
Yes.
I'm saying that Mayweather is intentionally unlikable because you pay money to watch him get knocked out,
Yeah.
and then he never gets
But
knocked
nobody
out.
pays
But
money.
I think
to,
some people see that he's unlikable and they like that he's unlikable.
nobody pays money to
100%.
go see
That's
Dice
different.
Clay.
That's
that
different.
aspect of that.
But
Th-
wait,
those
wait.
are
So-
two different things.
Yeah,
You're
I
saying
think they're
that's
two
the
different
majority
things.
of why people
Dude,
are doing that. I'm
no,
saying it's
no,
probably
no, no.
equal to
No, no,
the
no.
amount of people
I'm
that
saying-
like Anthony Jeselnik.
Oh, wait.
And
Bro,
the people
you
that
watch-
watch it.
Wait, come on, hold up. Bring it down. It's getting a little tense.
It's not tense.
It's getting a little.
But we are
we're
talking
getting
a
louder.
lot.
We're getting louder
Yeah,
and louder
sure,
and louder. Okay,
sure.
let's take a second.
Give me another drink.
We're not mad at each other.
I'm not saying you're mad. I'm just saying it's getting more of the volume.
I'm mad at you.
Tense means mad.
I'm mad
No, no.
at you.
Tense doesn't mean mad.
And both of us are like EMTPs. Like,
I-
we're gonna argue and never be
I'm
upset
not
with
an
each other.
ENTP.
Yes,
Fuck
you are.
you.
What's an ENTP?
I'm an INTJ.
You're
Wait,
not an I.
wait,
bro.
I am definitely
What?
an I.
Definitely not
Wait.
J.
What
You're
the
an
fuck?
ENTP.
What the fuck does that mean?
Something about that Myers-Briggs test.
Myers-Briggs.
Whatever. Yeah.
What the fuck? I see that on people.
He's an
fucking,
ENTP.
I see people
You're
on.
an
I see people on
ICUP.
Tinder.
We're
and
both ENTPs, bro.
You want more? I'll give you a shot right there.
Oh. No, that's yours.
No, that's yours.
No, it's yours.
Fucking you, fucking fuck. Are these yours? Did you bite into those?
Yeah.
You did bite into
Yeah,
those.
yeah, dude. Yeah, don't.
Okay, I'm getting another
Unless
lemon.
Pete Young did over there. Or fucking dad. I don't know what to call it.
Oh.
No, I'm definitely an introvert, though. I'm 100% an introvert.
There you
Yeah, I am. I'm
Okay.
almost always isolated.
Nobody has told me what those mean though.
All right,
tell
then
me
you're an
what it is,
INTP.
but what does it mean?
go. You're not a fucking J.
Okay, no, I
No,
just
no,
making
hey, no.
letters up. I know Jay is one and one.
Stop.
Okay, so
Stop
it's four
telling,
sex.
stop telling him what he is.
Google
Stop,
it, bro.
stop.
Google it.
No,
Yeah, it
I
does
want
help.
it. I want
It does help.
firsthand. I want
It does
He
help.
firsthand.
thinks he's an introvert.
Okay.
I think he's an extrovert.
Yeah.
But what does INTJP stand for?
It's 4 letters.
ENTP.
What does it stand
4
for?
letters. So what would that be? That's extrovert,
Extrovert.
and then EN. I don't even
I
know
don't
what that
know
was.
what N is.
What's
So
T?
you guys are using these
Introspective?
phrases and you don't even know specifically what they mean?
And
No, I
P
just know that
is
he's exactly
passive?
how I am.
I don't even know.
He's just like
But look up the
he
chart.
executes it differently.
Okay, look, I just
Do
say.
you
what
really
you're
think you're an
saying?
introvert though?
Yeah.
I think so.
Could you stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning if you're arguing with somebody?
Yeah.
You stay up till 5 o'clock.
It can happen.
I could stay up all night arguing with somebody, or not arguing with somebody. Also,
I have
depending
before.
on the
It
person.
sucks.
Depending on the person.
Hey,
sucks.
could you guys just cut me out
Come
of
on,
a
come
shot?
on. Sorry,
I didn't know
sorry.
you
I don't
wanted
You think
one.
I'm drunk? I'm,
No, I just didn't know you wanted
I'm
one.
tipsy, bro.
You didn't say. I'm not. Hey,
We were like, you're cut off.
Fuck you, dude.
I'm not saying some person is this and some person is not that. I just didn't know. If you didn't bring it up, so you wanted one. You know what? Shut up. I'm talking too much. I'm
No,
really-
all right. So the big difference. Yeah, let's take this shot. Yeah.
Yeah, and what?
The big difference between an introvert and an extrovert, like how you define yourself as an introvert or an extrovert, is if you're an introvert, then you, then social interaction drains energy.
So you're more secluded.
Yes.
Sure, but more than that, like there are people who are introverts that enjoy hanging out with people. More than that, it's like if you're an extrovert,
That's an
social
extrovert.
interaction gives you energy.
Yes.
So the big difference is, does social interaction give you energy or does it take energy away?
Oh well, then I'm.
So the best way to ask, what?
I'm definitely an extrovert.
Yeah, I think you are too. And I think he is for sure, but he thinks he's an introvert.
It drains. Yeah.
It drains?
Yeah.
You get exhausted
After hanging out with a bunch of people.
You know what? I can see that.
But he could talk until 8 a.m.
With one person, that's a little different.
No, not with
One
one
person.
person.
You know how-
especially a girl.
Well, it's
like,
not
I mean,
different. It's
you know-
not different. A social...
An introvert person can have a relationship with some, like introvert people aren't single always. You know what I'm saying? Like they can have a significant other that's very.
But that's not what the
close
definition implies. The definition
introvert
implies
in that situation. I think so.
Bro,
I think that's an
us
exception
going
to
back
that.
and forth right now is like signifying that you're an extrovert. Like introverts would be like, "Oh my god, this is so exhausting to go back and forth." You and I have been going back and forth for the last
That's
3
actually
hours. How long ago
That's
did I
not
get
true.
here? Dude, my grandmother expects me at her house in 11 minutes. And I didn't notice the time because I was having so much fun arguing with you about bullshit. That makes me an extrovert.
Do you have to go, Matt? Do you have to go?
Oh no, fuck my grandmother.
Damn. Here on
No,
the
she'll
Rudy
understand.
podcast.
Yeah.
She'll
This is.
I mean, she's watching
it's
right
comedy.
now,
It's
right?
I
comedy.
told her that I had a podcast, and
It's
she was
com-
like,
it's-
"Oh my god, make sure to talk about the Lord."
She did not say that.
No. She's a bad bitch, but she does believe in
With
the
the Lord, she
Oh,
is.
yeah.
She's also super conservative.
A lot of older people like that.
Yeah,
believe
with the
in
Lord, she is.
Anyways, you draw energy from social interaction.
No, I
Therefore,
have
you're an
sometimes.
extrovert.
No, but I have, and that's more of a new trick I've learned too. That's not something like that's been around.
Matt stared at me.
That's not.
I don't know. No,
And
I can't.
performing is totally different. You can be an introvert and perform stand-up.
I don't know.
That's
Oh,
not-
you can.
So
yeah. I'm not making it
But I'm
about
saying
comedy.
I get energy from doing
I'm talking
well.
about talking to you. You
Yes.
get energy from
wait.
communication.
I don't know.
You love communicating. When you get
Yeah.
a thought across to somebody, when you explain things to
Yeah.
somebody in
Yeah.
a way that they understand,
Mhm.
you don't get a fucking energy boner, basically.
I mean,
From
in
listening?
that one instance, yeah. Well, I mean, just because not every
You're an
aspect of
extrovert.
Congress. No, because in general, if I have to go to a party where I do not know everybody, that is going to take energy. Where
That's
I'm
not the
being-
same thing.
That is an
No, it's
extrovert
not.
would relish that opportunity to go meet a bunch of strangers.
No, that's
That
not
is
what an
true.
extrovert is.
But that's part of being an extrovert.
No, there's
That's
a
a
difference
symptom.
between being...
I've seen an extrovert
you
look
can
at
be
that
an
situation.
extrovert and not be outgoing.
No, an extrovert is outgoing.
No,
Yes.
you're just wrong.
We're arguing
You
about.
can't. You
No,
can't be
no.
outgoing.
We're discussing this situation where I can't put my 2 cents in because I don't know any part of it.
Extrovert.
But
Are
okay,
you-
fine. But there's
You know
obviously
it's possible to be an outgoing
there's a
introvert.
deeper version. There's a deeper
little, yes.
explanation to these
Yes.
verbs that we're using. Verbs, nouns, whatever. And I don't understand them too well to give my 2 cents about what anybody is. So.
So you have no idea which personality.
I don't know. I don't have enough information to put you in a category of personality because I don't know the
Sure.
definition of that personality I'm trying to put you in. But like I don't know. Like sometimes some people see something that you don't see because self-evaluation has never been. I don't believe self-evaluation helps anybody. I think you can never truly see who you are because somebody has to see it. Because what you think you're doing could be...
I get what you're saying.
What you think you're doing could be completely different than what other people are seeing.
I think introspection does have its place, though. No,
It does.
saying
but, like,
self-evaluation doesn't do anything.
it helps for a minute, for a little bit, but when you're trying to say that, like, I know how I am because of I know what that means, what a word means, and I know that I do those things. And somebody might be like, well, I see you and what you do subconsciously does not tell me the definition of what that thing you're saying you are.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
because you can have you can have a false understanding of yourself, so
Yes.
people can be insane.
You-
and
I
yes, I
think-
get that.
I think that's.
I'm sorry. I
But
think that
if you're self-aware and you're right about your self-awareness, that should be something good, right?
it should be, but you
whatever.
shouldn't be like, yeah, I was right because I knew how I am. It's like, do you want to be proud for knowing how you are, or do you want to be proud for knowing that somebody saw something in you and you reacted to it and you were able to view it and change it, or not change it, but just view it.
That's a different situation,
right?
Oh, well,
I mean, I would think they're not related.
If we take my definition and like, let's say it's not the right definition
of an extrovert.
Yeah, of an extrovert versus an introvert.
You make it seem like an introvert can't have a good time with other people, though, at all.
No, that's not what it means.
It seem like.
You're assuming that.
If I am thinking of drawing energy from that, the only reason why I would think I'm drawing energy is because I'm having a good time talking to like a group of people.
But right.
It's like sometimes I will.
But that's the difference between you just have let me just tell you right now. You have a different understanding of what extrovert versus introvert means. Like, you think that extrovert means I'm outgoing, but it doesn't. It means that communicating with someone else gives you energy. It doesn't have to do with you.
It's meeting. It's about being with people. Extrovert compared to an introvert, where you get your meaning from. An extrovert gets their meaning from other people. So you think it's directly
related to new people?
No, not always. But that does help.
So
but an introvert person can have someone super close to you.
But do you think
you're just not understanding the definition?
Do you think what Matt's saying though? Do you think what Matt's saying?
We can Google it.
Do you think what Matt's
You're an extrovert.
Wait. Do you think what Matt's saying?
I'm 100% on you being an extrovert.
Do you think what Matt's saying is real though?
Asshole.
You know what, Matt? I think that's what helps you be right, because the first person to say "fuck off" is the person that's usually wrong.
That was a joke. That wasn't a sincere "fuck off" joke.
Yeah, he was clearly kidding. That's why I did the old ribs.
Hey, I'm just calling it how I see it. And people say no.
I know what I'm talking about. Matt's dumb.
It's cool. You're both
I'm
dumb.
right.
I think you're both stupid for arguing over it.
Thank you.
But that's
just
just
be
my
fair
opinion.
about it. Don't
it's fucking retarded.
You know what's ironic, bro?
What? What's ironic?
Remember earlier when you said you were INTJ, I think you said?
Yeah.
I'm saying you're ENTP, right? Uh-huh. And the difference between P and J is that you'd be willing to admit if I convinced you that you were wrong. Because you're someone who could be easily persuaded, right?
That's what.
Are you a sheep?
Mm-hmm. So if that's different. That's different. He's just so logical that he's willing to like accept when he's wrong because it is for the greater good of him being
understanding myself.
Like learning would be like a big thing for him, right?
Yeah.
So the I versus the E, you're saying no, I'm not an extrovert because no offense, but you have the wrong opinion of what introvert versus extrovert is.
You can't say no offense, but you.
So the irony.
No, I think you do.
That's the thing. You're both.
He's so sure that I do not know.
Which is also ironic.
Wait. You both think that your opinions on the definition are wrong?
I'm not even as hard pressed to do this, but because he is, I'm like, fuck you, dude.
I kind of want to teach you now.
No.
Bust out the phone.
And the J makes it possible for him to accept this and not get mad at me.
Yeah, I don't even know what the J means.
I don't know what a J means.
I don't either, but I'm convincing him that I do. So
look, you know what? The fact that you guys know what these words are and try to argue them.
He doesn't know what the words are.
The fact that you think you guys know that shit makes me want to call you guys a couple of fags. Okay. Because you want to and this is only my stupid man mentality, that you want to put a stupid label on what your personality is. Seems kind of gay to me.
True about the label. I like the label part. I don't really care about the label.
Then if you didn't care about it, then you wouldn't argue. Wait. If you didn't care about the argument, then
such an ENTP thing.
You wouldn't put such an emphasis about why you're saying you're that person.
Because my idea of an extrovert. No, because my idea of an extrovert is like
the old beer.
Someone that's like like the life of the party in a sense, and I've just never been that.
Okay, but that's not what it is. That's your idea of it, but that's not what it is. Here, look up the definition.
God, dude.
Wait. I want to stop arguing about definitions. These things, all right? Let's stop. Matt's getting frustrated.
No, I'm only frustrated because I haven't been able to make this one point.
Wait. Why is it so important?
It's like a mic drumming.
Why do you have to be so right?
Exactly. Well, you gotta label
I think it's because Shiva is such an arguer. Shiva is so hell-bent on convincing people of things all the time that the one time he's wrong about something and I want to teach him that he's wrong about it, and he refuses to let it go and keeps derailing that conversation.
I've admitted when I'm wrong.
You think you're an introvert, though. Yeah. So that's not... I don't think that's
you actually
true.
Want an honest answer? I think I'm literally both. I think I'm literally on the middle, but I was always an introvert, so that's at least
Well,
like
let
I'm
me- let me-
60% introvert, 40% extrovert.
And
Can you
it's
live with
very
that?
possible.
Matt, can you
and
live with
let me
that?
just clarify and say, I think you're more of an extrovert than you are an
I know
introvert.
that. That's why I tried to
That's-
disagree with you because you're trying to say I'm 50% or more extrovert. I'm like, no, I'm definitely less than 50%.
But why argue
extrovert.
about it? I don't get why
Well,
we're spending
I
so much
argue about it
energy
because
on
it's
it.
my life.
Because we're ENTPs, bro.
And he's
Well, shut
arguing
the
about
fuck
it.
up. I'm neither, so
just
I'm
'cause
gonna
he-
we're
stop
gonna
this.
argue
He
until we
doesn't
can
want to
agree.
feel
Stop
alone
this. You
as
know
an
what?
extrovert.
I forget I have power in this show. This is my show.
This
Shut
is
the
true.
fuck up about this
All right,
DNT and JPGJ.
all right.
Alright? Let's move on to the next fucking topic. God
Take a
damn
shot.
it.
That's what we should do. You should take a shot.
Damn.
Matt, you don't have to be right every time. Shiva,
That's true.
you don't have to be right every time.
I
Both
can't
of you-
be
both-
right
wait,
about
shut up,
my own
shut
label.
Up, shut
My
up,
own label.
Shut up. You don't have to be right all the time. Matt's accepting it gracefully.
My
Accept
pronouns
it,
are
accept it
Zer
gracefully
and
too.
Zin.
Shut
Okay?
the fuck up before I pull that Yankee hair
Yeah,
from you. I don't even know where to go with that. Oh, okay. Oh my god, fresh. Just
Fresh.
Give me a second. Matt, I feel like it's killing you to not be able to fucking
No,
put
he
your
does
point
want to talk
across.
about it. Yeah.
It's killing you,
That's
man.
the ENTP quality.
Well,
Yeah.
get over it.
Shiva also
Get
I
has
think
over
you
it.
live by that ENT
Get over
quality
it. No,
too.
no,
Stop it.
Stop. You're using the words again. What do you want? The team? All right, come here. God damn, man. I'm going to have to buy this guy
I might
together.
have to crash you tonight.
That's fine with me. I don't care. Dude, Matt. We started the podcast. You looked very nice. And now after an hour,
Yeah,
2 hours.
nice.
And after 2 hours, I look at you. Your hair's all frothy up in the air. You look like you've been stressed out.
Dude, you definitely done that a couple times. You definitely.
Do you know, we have to go back to Myers-Briggs for me to say this.
What's that mean?
The ENT
Him and I are the
The
hardest
ENTP
two
shit.
people to have a third party with.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could argue off camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and him, I think we could argue forever and never be mad at the other person, even though we
I'm not
don't
mad.
agree.
Yeah, I'm not
Here's
mad.
what I was about to say.
I'm not mad at you.
I was just
No,
about
you
to
are.
say that right there. Can
I'm
you
very mad.
can you
Fucking
guys
me.
can you guys
Who's
bicker
fucking
within
me?
one another and then still be cordial outside of that conversation?
Yes,
Yeah,
Because
and
you
that's
can.
and that's why his ex, Sam, right? And she was also an ENTP. My ex,
Yeah, she
Devin,
is.
she's an
Whatever.
INTP. She's the same thing except she's an introvert.
But like, I find that it's very important that you guys, after bickering like this for fucking 2 hours on my fucking podcast about stupid shit, that the fact that you guys can still be friends afterwards.
No, I can argue with him and still respect his opinions easily.
But the fact that you guys
Yeah,
can
'cause
still
I'm
be
smart.
friends afterwards.
I
shut
can't
up,
respect
Shiva.
his
Shut up,
opinions,
Shiva.
Yes, you
It's
can.
very important to me because I feel
You're
like,
like
that's
being
how
a
we.
character right now.
That's how we built. Fuck you guys. That's how we built
He's being
friendship.
a character right now.
Who?
I'm not a character.
Me or him?
Him. No, you are too. You are too.
I'm trying. God damn you.
Oh, sure.
Gotta
I guess so.
maintain the decorum.
Shiva, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Ratatouille.
I'm gonna go in about 20
Dude, I love
minutes.
hanging out with you guys, man. This shit's so much fun.
No, I love Shiva because, alright, I love Shiva for the same reason I hate Shiva.
Okay, because he's
Yeah,
Indian?
it's pretty common. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because he smells like curry? Sorry.
Is that true?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Do you eat that much
I want
Then why would you
Weird.
smell like curry?
Because he said
Then
so.
why would you wonder if it was true?
Because I gotta listen to other people's opinion, like he said.
Sometimes
That's
you
how
do.
you don't. It's not about being self-aware.
Hey, look,
it's
if
about
you
hearing
smelled
other
like curry,
people's-
I'd be like, hey, Shiva, man, maybe you should shower.
Maybe you
before
are,
go.
Jay.
Maybe you should respect my food choices.
No, I'd be like, no, dude, Shiva, take a shower before you come
What if you ate too much like? I don't know.
Tacos? Fish?
No, because that doesn't
Onion?
really make no. Man, no.
You know my girlfriend was eating onions so bad.
This is
when I
the
would-
drunkest
That's
people
more
have
of a-
been
When
on
I
your
when I would
podcast.
when I would finger my girlfriend, my hand would
Okay.
smell like onion later on.
You good?
We're good.
No, but
No, he said me like
Oh.
as far as fucking
no.
Matt.
Yeah, wait then.
Matt, we're good.
No, yeah, the way he said that, I was like, I'm sorry.
But he was
we're
looking at me.
misunderstanding This. I'm not mad at him at all.
He was
Yeah,
looking
I
at
was-
me.
I just
That
kind of
wasn't-
know who
that
he
wasn't-
is.
That wasn't.
That's
that
a
was-
big shot again, dude.
Do you want some of it?
Maybe it's just small. Maybe it's just a
I think
Oh,
small.
it's
wait,
a
wait,
small
wait,
cup.
wait. I'm sorry.
I
Let me
do
cut
think
some of
it's
this. You want another one, right?
Fucking Christ.
Fucking
Yeah.
Matt, don't harass me for my traditions of drinking alcohol.
Dude, this, no, give me the lime.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The line.
And the coconut.
Mix them all up. Mix them both up.
God damn it, let me text.
I mean, I don't really care, but they're there. It helps. It's nice.
think I'm spending the night here. I gotta call my grandmother after.
I'm probably gonna definitely stay for a little longer. But.
Hey, can you get this person from the door?
Wait, is there someone else coming for another podcast? No, aren't you doing another?
No, that's it. Okay. Can you get somebody who's at the door and help them out?
I was like, that's kind of impressive.
However
just
much
do 3 of them
ganja
and
they
then
need.
posting them differently.
I'm so glad no one's ever gonna see this.
I'm gonna make a sale real quick.
Agreed.
Okay, now after all that talking that we just did, what would you say I am?
On your
Extrovert. Definitely an extrovert.
Well, why?
Because you're happy-go-lucky.
So
a lot of that, I think,
what if
you get because you surround yourself with people.
What if I'm dead inside?
Introverts tend to... No, you can definitely have a that makes you more of an extrovert then.
You're a facilitator.
Because you have to show...
A facilitator? What does that mean?
If you're dead on the inside, you can't show that to all your people.
What does that mean, Matt? I'm a facilitator.
I'm working on it.
You're working on what you just called me?
The words?
I don't fucking have every letter memorized, guys. Like, I think this shit's interesting.
Wait, you don't know the 26 letters of the alphabet? You don't have every...
Shiva, shut up.
You don't have every letter of the alphabet.
Shiva, shut up.
Memorized.
No. What I want to know is you just called me something, and I want to ask you what it is.
Facilitated.
You don't know how to... He's texting. I'll never do this thing.
I'm not texting.
Hey,
I'm looking up
did you
facilitator.
That's my stepdad right here.
Okay. Hey, what's on there?
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna do, hey, talk real quick. I'm gonna go do a side business.
Side business.
Shut up, man.
Like an accomplice.
Yeah, business is really great.
Myers-Briggs facilitator's not a thing for...
I mean, that is a word. To facilitate. A facilitator would be someone that, like... Be like an arranger, or...
Yeah, he's the type of person who understands both sides, but also fights for both sides, depending on... Like, if someone's absent,
he's
you won't...
neutral?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Or well, I mean, that is a facilitator. Or what's the word? He like... What is that?
Inspector, counselor, mastermind. That could be you. That's what my ex is.
Mastermind?
I think my ex is a mastermind.
I'm sure she's
INTJ.
not. I'm sure she's
Where
not.
is my...
Giver, ENFJ. That could be you. The provider, idealist, supervisor.
Facilitate. No. When I went to rehab, we had to fill out this
What is that called?
test. A facilitate. It's just something. Facilitator.
Okay,
When I was in rehab, I had to take a test for whatever job I was going to do. They said I would be a good bereavement counselor.
What's the bereavement counselor?
Bereavement
counselor?
Yeah, bereavement.
Oh, bereavement.
Yeah. It's for when people lose somebody.
Uh-huh. I thought that was bereavement.
Bereave. I mean,
what does the add to it? Because I know what a grieving counselor is.
I understand that, but it's just a bereavement. I mean, now you're making me double guess, or now you're...
I don't think it's bereavement.
Yes, it is.
I worked at a hospital for 7 years. I've never heard the word bereavement. I've heard bereavement.
Dude, I'm gonna show...
No, if I'm wrong, fucking show me. I want to be right.
You're gonna get
I'm gonna get bereavement. Yeah. Matt, you doing alright?
Yeah, I'm reading about Devin now.
Oh, get out of there. Put your phone away. Get out of there.
No. I gotta figure out what you are. I had to remember that fucking...
You're on a podcast. I don't want to hear you talk to you about your girlfriend all the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about fucking...
Okay,
what do they call you? The...
Facilitator.
Facilitator.
Jesus.
Okay, it's a licensed professional counselor available.
Supervisor, maybe? ESTJ. Organized, honest, dedicated, dignified, traditional, and great believers of doing what
I thought of the word
is right and socially acceptable.
I thought of the word.
That's what I'm supposed to be?
Mediator. He's a mediator.
That's what I'm supposed to be?
He mediates.
There's more.
He mediates.
Because I have no honor in me at all.
He's a mediator.
Though the paths towards good and right are difficult, they are glad to take their place as the leaders of the pack. They're the epitome of citizenry, People look to ETSJs for guidance and counsel. I don't like that one. Never mind. That's not it.
Yeah, that's not me. I'm in no mood to fucking start a stand
I thought
movement.
facilitator was a thing.
Thank you guys. Take care.
See ya.
Bye. But yeah, I'm in no. Check out the podcast. Check out the podcast. I don't need to tell everybody to check it out.
Get lamp.
Send it.
Well, I'll send it to you later on, okay? Because I'm doing this right now. But yeah, fucking Shiva. Always advertising. I hope to go on the road soon, man. I want to go on the road.
Gotta do what Matt does.
Suck dick.
Steve hurt.
You know, suck dick, man. You see the way he looked at me?
No, but sometimes I do think people
Look,
think about
John
that.
Brown's a nice
Or
guy.
think
I'll give him a
that
hand.
Just you being
No,
nice to people
no.
that are above you isn't always.
Wait.
It can be.
Stop. Did you just say that there's people who actually think that about you?
What?
No, I just said that I
No,
worry
there's
that people think that
No,
about
fuck
me.
that.
That's
Don't
the
worry about
difference.
that. If
I
those
think
people,
that
if those people,
about you.
if those people think that about you, that just means they're fucking
I hope
jealous.
that about you.
That just
Bro,
means-
there's times that like
That just means they're jealous.
yeah.
That doesn't mean
I
anything.
mean, that's cool that Steve Hurst took you.
I don't think any of it really matters. That
Did you want
much.
It
to like-
doesn't.
Oh, that wasn't
None
just
of
Steve.
none of
Butch,
what we're talking about.
Butch
matters
took you
so
out
much.
too. A lot of people fucking have taken you out on the road. That is
Yeah.
a rare quality. That is a unique thing that is a little more like special towards just Matt. And
Yeah.
other comics, some other comics can kind of do it too. But yeah,
I like
not
it.
every comic gets to do that. I'm saying.
No.
And that's
Butch
a really
never
good
asked me
thing.
to go on the road.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm saying. You also went with Butch, where he went to fucking like Illinois a couple times too.
That's
which
cool.
Is, yeah.
But remember that time you pissed Butch off? Or not?
What time?
What time? Hey,
You didn't piss him off, but you said
What
some
did
shit.
he do? What did he do?
Butch,
Yeah, let me hear
because
this.
remember that time that girl, she came on and she was like on the comedy scene for like 2 weeks, but she had mentioned that she
I
was
think
like,
you're a giver, by the
no,
way.
but huh?
Oh, then the
Sorry, I think I
ENTG.
found your shit.
I'm a
Keep
giver?
going.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
What, you think I'm just here to fucking give you guys hand jobs and whatnot? Just like here to please you
Yeah.
guys?
Like an offer.
Legit.
That's weird.
We keep going. What
Fine,
were
let's
you
get
saying?
started then.
What were you saying though?
Oh, don't get mad. Okay, that and then Butch was talking to that girl, and as soon as she mentioned that she's a cam model, Butch got all interested in her. And Matt, you got upset. You're like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna offer her a show?
Oh my god!
You're gonna
I
offer
remember
her?
that.
You're
I
gonna
was
offer?"
so pissed.
Yeah, you got
I
super
was
mad.
so fucking mad, dude.
And I was,
I'm mad now, thinking back to it.
He was all like, "You're gonna offer her fucking time on her showcase, and I've been doing this with you and doing that, and you never fucking coming."
That's hilarious. I wish I was there for that.
Oh my god! Like he didn't say it bluntly to.
But I felt it.
No, you said it in side comments, and you
Yeah,
said
you got
it
the
loud
point
enough
across.
to where Butch would hear it, and you were like feeling down about it, kind of upset. You're upset that you thought you were burning the bridge with
Yeah,
Butch.
yeah,
You're
yeah, I
like, that's
felt
pretty
bad.
important if I
Yeah.
burn that bridge with Butch.
Back then, I really respected Butch.
Yeah, he did. And I remember telling you about that. It's like, well, no, because
Isn't that weird? I mean, you know,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you
That's
still
a
have
weird
but
progression.
you had
It was a
to-
weird
you have to-
conversation
You
we
had
had.
to at that time too.
it just
I
stuck
had
out.
to.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you
It's
had
a
to
weird
do at
thing.
the time.
It stuck out to me.
Well, I
because
mean,
we
you
talked
didn't
about
technically
that.
maybe have to respect. I mean, I try to respect him like as a person, but anytime he tried to like use the power a little to his advantage, I was like, dude, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure
mean
about
that's
that,
where it
man.
becomes a little weird. But like as a person,
But it's not rare. That happens a lot in this. You
but
know,
I
in this
mean, but
business.
a person might not do it subconsciously. I mean, might not do it consciously. They might be
Yeah.
doing it subconsciously.
I mean, even if it's unconscious, sometimes it's so weird to have to do.
it's weird to do it, but I mean, it's not like they might not see it like that.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
according to Meyer-Briggs, you're a giver.
I'm a giver.
Yeah, you ready?
Sure.
Wait, I'm not. Wait.
I have a feeling like being a giver is not going to get me very far in comedy.
I mean, they're both got advantages and disadvantages. And
Matt's
lay it
like,
on.
huh?
Lay it on him.
Matt's just like, what?
I'm thinking of it like a giver. I'm thinking of someone who fits this perfect. Anyways, all right. ENFJs are people-focused individuals. They are extroverted, idealistic, charismatic, outspoken, highly principled and ethical, and usually know how to connect with others no matter their background or personality. Do you feel like you can connect with people?
I can if I listen to them talk.
Mainly relying on intuition and feelings, they tend to live in their imagination rather than in the real world. No offense.
I do live. No, I do like to
You
live
do
in
that.
imagination.
Instead of focusing on living in the now.
Where'd Shiva go? Did he leave?
No, he's smoking.
Why don't we go have a
And-
smoke?
Because we're fucking doing a podcast. This is like, or are we doing the drunkest podcast we've ever
Fuck
done?
it, we're doing whatever, man. Now I'm not going anywhere. I'll talk as long as
Let
you
me
want to
finish
talk.
this.
Okay, go ahead, and then we'll go have a smoke.
This is you, though. This fits you.
I don't know if it's a good thing though.
It's not necessarily.
It's not necessarily a good thing.
But you gotta own the problems you have.
I know what problems I have.
Okay. Instead of focusing on living in the now and what is currently happening, ENFJs tend to concentrate on the abstract and what could possibly happen in the future.
I don't know if that's me.
It's you as fuck, dude. I'm reading it over again. ENFJs are people-focused individuals. They are extroverted, idealistic, charismatic, outspoken, highly principled, and ethical, and usually know how to connect with others, no matter their background or personality.
That sounds like me.
That's you as fuck, dude.
It sounds like me a lot.
Mainly relying on intuition and feelings, they tend to live in their imagination rather than in the real world. Instead of focusing on living in the now and what is currently happening, ENFJs tend to concentrate on the abstract and what could possibly happen in the future.
I don't know about the end part of that. The beginning part sounds like me a lot.
Dude, does that shit not define him?
Not there.
Not the ending part.
You don't think so?
The beginning part does. Like the first statement, and then that second statement is where you kind of lose me a little bit. But then again, I can't self-evaluate myself. If that's what I am, that's what I am. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. But I'm going to be it regardless. Because it's who I am.
Which is exactly what...
I really don't need these definitions to tell me who I am or what I am. That's why I find them silly.
That's exactly what an ENFJ would say.
But that's why I find it silly that you guys have such a huge...
I don't really put as much... I think it's a fun thing to watch.
But it's weird that... I don't know. Well, when you say it's a fun thing to watch, that's a whole different thing. Yeah, I get that.
Me and him are the same, and he gets mad about it. That's what you're doing right now.
You're
getting mad about me telling you what you are.
Yeah, you tell everybody.
I'm telling you.
He's telling
I'm telling
everybody
him
what
what
they
he
are.
is.
But wait.
But
You're
I'm
getting
not.
mad because I'm telling you what you are.
I'm getting upset? You feel like I got upset?
Yeah, you're saying it's not true.
This is Matt's
No,
trick.
I just said I
Matt's
felt like
trick
it wasn't right.
to get you on your heels, and then he gets to control
No,
you.
I don't feel like I'm getting
I
upset.
see that. I see what he just said.
You think I'm trying to control him? What do I get out of controlling him?
Okay, we started already. I think.
When it started now?
Yeah, we started. Part 3. Dude, I'm pretty fucking wasted.
I am kind of drunk too.
Yeah, I'm drunk.
I mean, I guess it's because I haven't eaten all day, but
Yeah,
No, it's just because I drank so much.
Pan.
Well, you've had like 4 of those, about 5 shots. Fucking Matt, you're fucking fucking G when it comes.
he's
down
from the
to alcohol.
military.
oh yeah, it's the
They
Irish blood.
learned. No, you've been trained to drink.
Whatever.
I mean, it's the army too.
Irish.
Between
what
the
I'm
army
saying.
and the
And the Irish shit.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go straight to bed after this because
For real?
I'm pretty.
I'm going to the Dusties after this, bro.
I can't. I talked
Is that
about
happening?
It's
Yeah.
always
Okay.
happening. You
And
never know Dusty's?
I was just texting Jody.
Dusties
I'm
is
gonna
fun.
try to make Bearded Monk too.
Dusty's is so fun.
You can't make bearded monk.
Yeah, I think so.
What time is it?
6:30. Yeah.
I can make Bearded
Maybe
Monk.
then.
Bearded Monk is starting right now.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay? Well, let's do another half hour, and then we'll finish up with that.
I think Bearded Monk starts at 7.
I have never done Bearded Monk. I need
Someone's
to.
calling me. Which reminds me, oh my god, it's my grandmother.
Oh, well, okay. Let's put
Where's
it
the
on
microphone?
right here.
Hey, homie, what's up?
Are you still in Arlington?
Yeah, I'm doing a podcast with my friend Rudy.
Hi.
You're on it right now, by the way.
Hi, Rudy.
Hi.
I didn't think you'd be this late. You said it was at 4.
Yeah.
The podcast for 2.5 hours.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
We talk a lot about whatever, and sometimes it just goes.
Talking about his grandma
Okay, honey,
most of the
we're going to
podcast.
go ahead and eat, but I'm going to hold dinner for you.
Oh, don't hold dinner for me at all. There's a chance I'm not gonna end up coming to see you at all because we drank a lot, so I might end up just sleeping here and not being able to drive home.
I'll be there.
I'm so sorry, man. I didn't mean to do
we
that.
gotta come tomorrow and pick up your cookies and all your other stuff that I
Ooh,
got piled
cookies.
up for you.
Cookies.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, I could stop by on the way
She's
home.
got cookies for you, man.
Can she bring those
just
cookies
send me a
here?
text first because we got some errands to run. I want to make sure we're going to be home.
You should-
Okay.
Bye, guys. Be cool on your podcast.
Bye, thank you.
We'll be
Mrs.
so cool on the
McElhone.
podcast. Thank you. I love you, homie.
I'm smoking
don't
out of
drink
a
too much.
pickle.
I love you too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dude, that's so nice.
Isn't she the best?
She sounds like she's a cool lady.
She is.
She seems kind of prude though.
Can I bang her?
You guys went different directions.
I'm sorry. My grandma passed away a couple years ago, and
Mine too.
it sucks. I was never that close to her because I moved away when I was very young, and by the time I moved back, I was in like my 20s, and I put more emphasis on partying and hanging out with my friends than I did with getting to know my grandma, and it sucks, but. I don't know.
My grandma's pretty fucking cool.
I know. I mean, I still went to go see her, and we always had family things, and it's also hard to communicate with her because she only knew Spanish. So, like, there's always, like, a slight language barrier about what I could talk to her about. Like, because even now, when I talk to my mom, she doesn't really know what stand-up comedy is. So when I tell her I do that, she just kind of looks at me like, oh, okay, whatever that is. Have fun. But,
You're a
like,
clown.
huh?
You're a clown.
Kind of. I mean, I know I'm not a disappointment to my mom. I know she loves.
Well,
I know she loves me.
I
For,
wasn't saying that,
She
but
loves me
yeah.
for everything that I do and for who I am. But like,
But I'm saying the
I don't know.
closest reference is literally a clown.
yeah.
But how much do you think you have to shed all of those negative connotations to be a comic? I mean, like, people don't want their kids to become stand-up comedians.
I think.
Yeah,
You remember when Chris Rock used to say, like, father's only goal was to keep his daughter off the pole?
Now
Well,
it's-
ironically,
We're the pole.
most people's fucking goal is to keep... Yes,
Every
we are
mother-
the pole.
Comedy
We are the
pole.
every
pole.
mother's goal is to keep their son off the mic.
No.
You know what's crazy is how supportive my family is of me doing this. It's
Yeah.
like they just know me. They know that I got kicked out of like 3 schools, and they know that like I'm.
So it's very on brand in a sense.
Yeah, like my family knows that like I wasn't good at fucking taking direction. I got
Wait.
promoted very
No,
fast in the army.
Wait. My grandma died a year and a half ago, and she had there was a language barrier because she spoke Hindi too, but she had Alzheimer's. But this is the kicker. I ended up having to go on a Monday night. My grandma was, she stayed with us, so I saw her kind of all the time. Didn't really talk to her too much or anything, but because she
Can you put the dogs inside?
had Alzheimer's or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I end up having to go Monday night to Hat Tricks, and then when I come home, my grandma's dead. So then I left to go to Hat Tricks. Grandma's alive, and I end up making my dad miss
Why are you
His-
attaching hat tricks to that?
just because that's when she passed. I was literally at Hat Tricks while she was at home.
But like, instead of saying hat tricks, you were
You're
doing
not
comedy.
blaming
though.
hat tricks.
I'm kind of blaming Hat Tricks.
Don't blame hat
I'm
tricks.
kind of blaming Hat
You're
Tricks.
being
Could've
a-
been
no,
anything else.
That,
no,
my grandma-
don't fucking listen
Yes,
to
that's
him.
what I'm saying.
He's not really
I'm
blaming
saying
hat
I was
tricks.
busy
not
doing
good.
Comedy.
I was doing comedy
Comedy.
at Hat Tricks
No,
to
it's
miss
comedy. It's
to
comedy.
miss
No,
my grandmother.
it doesn't matter
passing.
if it was
to make
Hat
my dad miss my
Wait,
grandmother
Shiva,
passing.
Shiva, if it was Hyenas,
Well, this
you would
is-
have said the same thing about Hyenas.
No,
if it was a different bar, you would have said the
My
same thing about that
grandma
bar.
would know better than to die when I was at Hyenas. Okay, that's
See, now,
what I'm saying.
Now I know you're fucking joking like a
She
motherfucker.
Decided to die when I was at Hat
Well, you
Tricks.
know what? Hat Tricks will forever be so sorry that they made you miss your grandma's death.
Well, I mean, they're getting raided by police, so I don't
Shit,
know.
I was there when that happened.
I saw that. Yeah.
It's your fault that they're getting raided.
I wasn't even smoking pot. I was smoking cigarettes. I don't smoke pot before I go on stage. I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe they searched everybody. I didn't know that was
They searched
possible.
3 of us.
Legal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is
Not
that
everybody.
legal?
Not everybody.
No, I don't think so.
No,
Yeah,
just-
you can't just show up with no.
And be like,
fucking-
you know what's
3.
weird? You know what's funny
You
though?
You have no probable cause, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you're a comedian, and I hear they smoke weed, so I'm gonna search you."
Now, would you be
Wait,
offended
wait,
if they
wait.
said that you're a comedian? And
I
you're
think-
like,
I
why
feel
didn't
like
you
if-
search me?
Stop.
If those
Give me a
people got a
search
good
me.
enough lawyer, they
Stop.
could get in big trouble.
1 second. What I thought was hilarious out of all this that happened, I've
My
never
camera
heard
dying? That's fucked
that's
up.
true. I've never heard on any other podcast somebody say how the mic they were doing got raided by the police officers and interrupted. I've never heard that in any fucking any
To be
comics.
clear, that's not a good thing.
That is funny to me.
It is
funny to me.
but it's not a good thing.
I don't
It's
give
not
a
a good
I don't
thing.
care if it's good or not. It's funny to me.
I'm
Is it
surprised
funny to
somebody
you?
didn't start an open mic the Monday after, and it just
It's
ends
an
up
experience that
taking
you can
over.
talk about later, regardless if it's good or not.
That the cops
Do you-
came to your
wait,
open mic.
Do you think that all our bits started off as a good thing? No. Some of our bits started off as bad things, and we found a way to make it funny. This
Very loosely related.
This is a situation.
Yeah, no, this has nothing to do with
this
what
is
you're
a-
saying on
This is a
stage.
situation where
Oh, wait, were the
something
cops there
happened.
while people were still doing open
Yes.
Were they there because of the things you said on stage? No, I don't think
they're
so.
there
mic? Were
because
they
people
laughing
smoke
at
pot.
anything anyone was saying?
They were
while
not
they were
laughing
searching
at
people?
anything. They were so serious.
Bro,
I know. What's up
it's
with that?
completely
Why
unrelated.
they gotta
They're cops.
be-
They're
No, I
cops.
know. That, yeah.
How is it unrelated? What's unrelated?
Because your material did not cause them to come and
No,
raid.
but you can make material out of that.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, well then why
It's
not?
related in that
But
sense.
okay, but how,
in
okay.
that sense, 9/11 is related to you doing comedy.
Yeah, if
'cause
somebody
you could
makes a
write
good
jokes about
joke out of
9/11.
it, but if you write a good joke about it, then why not
It's
say
a
it?
very loose relation.
But if it's a good
think
joke,
you just
why
like
not
arguing.
say it?
I think you're just
You
arguing
might
with
not
us
say
as
it.
fuck.
You piece of shit.
What are you talking about?
This fucking hypocrite.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do shit.
You know what? That's just how I say it. I see it, and you don't have to agree with me. So fuck you guys. If you don't agree with me, then don't agree with me.
No, I agree. Wait,
No, you don't agree with me.
wait. What part of agreeing with you? Wait.
Do you want that? Actually, it's the
I'm
last
buzzing.
one. It's gone.
No, fucking take it, Shiva.
Okay.
Go ahead. What? What's going on, man? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that.
I'll buy your homeboy another
I'm
bottle
thinking
if you
that
want some.
yours and nobody
Yankee
else's set
guy.
had anything to do with y'all getting
That's
raided.
not the point.
It's not. What's the
No,
point?
The point is that you experience something crazy that doesn't normally happen.
Oh yeah,
With the
that was
cops?
just cool.
That is
That's
cool.
my
was
point.
cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's something happened that
I feel
doesn't
that.
normally
Okay,
happen.
yeah.
Too bad they didn't do something worse and like.
Beat the shit. Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
and
I
then you
felt
get, like,
so
a
bad
good-
for this lady.
You know how much
Does
money
this-
Mikey got
Hold
for
on, wait.
getting hit? Remember when he got hit from the drunk driver?
Nothing
It's
else.
Mikey B?
Yeah.
You got hit by a drunk driver?
Oh yeah. He got a bunch of money. There's some weird backstory.
I almost
behind
get hit.
that,
I almost
too.
get hit by
That's a
drunk
little-
drivers all the time.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like earlier, every time I go home from Plano, I have to be very, very diligent because there's so many drunk drivers from Plano. I've never been almost.
That's what you're saying. I'm from Plano.
One
Yeah.
night, I almost got hit by 3 different cars on my way home.
Is it hard to drive back from Plano, Hyenas?
For me, it is. It's very cautious. There's a lot of drunk people. Because I was telling him, like, every time I go to Plano,
I mean,
take,
he is one of the drunk people.
every time I go to
Yeah,
Plano,
that's
I
what
take,
I was thinking.
I
I
take.
don't know. I'm one of them. What
Every-
am I gonna fucking?
All these other drunk drivers are really pissing me off. God damn it.
Master drunk driver.
But hey, I wanna get this on record. Hyenas does not overserve me. I'm drinking in the parking lot or whatever.
Nobody's saying. You need a disclaimer. Yeah.
I don't even know Hyenas sold alcohol.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So-
No.
They do.
I just get seltzer water there every time I'm there.
I mean,
But like,
Do you guys think it's a problem that?
what?
what is?
What the problem?
Drinking
Do you think
and
it's a
driving?
problem to? No, not drinking and
Oh,
driving.
associating them?
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't associate them. with
Yeah,
it,
I don't
but-
think so either.
I drink
I mean,
in the parking lot.
I get what
you're
That's
saying. Wait,
why they're
But I
not-
don't
Are you
think you're
saying-
automatically saying you're drinking.
I drink in
at
the parking lot.
Are you saying
Yeah,
because of the
yeah.
I keep
drive?
saying
Wait,
that.
are
Yes,
you,
because of the driving.
are you saying because of the drive home? That
Yeah.
is Plano's Hyenas' fault?
Well, no, because legally they can do shit like that.
No, the
there's
people,
precedent.
the
like,
people,
they could get in trouble for
wait,
serving you
that's
to
if
the point
they're
where-
serving you.
Wait, hold on,
That's if
wait.
they're serving you.
But you're right.
alcohol.
I'm drinking
Wait.
in the parking lot. So.
Yes.
The people that I am going home and have to be aware of can be from anywhere. They're not from Plano Hyenas. So I have no issue about how much alcohol they serve. And I'm not trying to say that they serve more alcohol to a person that shouldn't be drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
But my way home is...
They cut people off.
It's people
I've seen
who
them
from
cut
who
people
knows
off.
where. I don't know where these people are coming from.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Plano Hyenas per se. It has to do with the fact that I'm coming home from such a far distance that I have no idea what I'm going to run into when I'm on the highway.
But you're saying Plano's full of heavy drunks.
Plano area.
In a sense. Yeah.
Yeah. That area is just crazy.
Yes.
On a fucking
No, there's
Friday
a lot of
night.
bars there too. Yeah. It's not technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with hyenas at all.
I mean, I know.
But I will say this, that hyenas... I don't know where I was going with that. Oh no! I take a hit of ecstasy every time I go to perform my hyenas and play.
Really?
Yeah, like half a hit
Every time?
Yeah.
And you get that from Hyenas, right?
No.
They sell that.
No, they do not. They do not. No, you know why? I was telling him that, and he was like, "You do." And a lot of people are surprised about that.
Yeah.
But the reason why I do it is because after doing mics and staying up so late Monday through Thursday, by the time I get to Friday Plano, one time I did it, I almost crashed on my way home because I was so sleepy.
And that's why he's aware of the drunk drivers, because he's on ecstasy.
And because it's so... that might be
not
it.
Drunk.
That might be it, but because it's so dangerous...
like, oh, that person's drunk.
It's so far. It's so far from
It's
here.
like when you take Adderall and you can't get drunk.
Yeah.
I took
You
Adderall
take
before
Adderall
you
and then drink like 8 beers and still feel...
You know how hard it is to get a hold of Adderall?
And,
It is very hard for me to get a hold of Adderall. I can get a hold of ecstasy way quicker. It's only $5 a pop. I only take half a hit before I go.
Yeah, no, that was cheaper.
And it doesn't do anything to my comedy.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
It doesn't do anything to my comedy.
I mean, Adderall is more expensive now too, though. Like Adderall's pretty expensive.
Yeah, somebody was trying to sell me like 50 hits for like $10 each. I was like, fuck that! I'm not paying $50. I mean, $500 for a hit of Adderall. Fucking shit! I'm gonna go fucking piss. I'm mad now.
Okay. He's going to piss. He's going to fucking piss.
I bet you didn't even record any of that.
Yeah, I don't think we're not even.
No, I mean, it's still going. I mean, that was going even more me.
As an extrovert, how does this strike you?
I mean, as an introvert, it's kind of weird, but extrovert, I'm gaining all this energy. I feel energized by all of this. So it's a weird thing to say. Like, I don't know if it... I wouldn't even say it's draining me either. It's just... I don't know. Extrovert's just not... I just always was more in my own head. I was always more introspective and, like...
What was your reaction to listening to my grandmother talk on her phone?
I thought it was sweet.
Yeah, sweet. Exactly. Yeah.
I thought it was sweet.
That was cool.
No, not. Probably the opposite of cool.
It's not cool. It's not cool.
It's not cool that my grandmother could talk.
No. Let's talk about the definition of what cool is. All right.
Yeah, I'm with him on that.
I wouldn't call that
What's the
cool.
definition of cool for you?
I wouldn't call that cool.
You're
cool
like,
is
damn, dude, my
I'm
grandma
confused. I think my grandmother was the shit.
That's fine.
I'm on the phone.
No.
But you have bias.
No. Yes.
You have
it's
bias.
Your grandma.
It's your gam. Gam.
So you think it was lame that?
No, I didn't say it was lame. Now you're projecting.
I didn't think that either.
Now you're projecting. You didn't think it was
but
lame.
It could have been. It could have been lame.
I thought it was sweet.
It was sweet.
Hey, why isn't my answer good enough for you? Why is sweet?
Because he wants cool.
Why do you want more
He wants his grandma to be a badass.
First of all, I didn't realize you were going to come back so fast without washing your hands and everything.
What do you mean?
I
washed my hands, you fucker. Don't fucking sit there.
Wash your hands.
Don't sit there and tell me what I didn't do.
You fucking wash your hands
with
while
the
you're
bidet.
pissing?
Yeah, with the bidet, you wash your hands.
What if I did?
fucking wash your hands.
What if I I did.
Bro, you were back in like 15 seconds.
You
Did
being
pee?
outside, and when you came back inside, you didn't wash your hands either. So don't.
I mean,
fucking
first
say
of all, I didn't do that.
you
Second
did
of
pee
all,
outside.
I'm the first to admit that I never wash my hands when I pee.
So then why judge me about it?
I'm not judging
You
you.
just
You
did.
took it that way.
If
You're
you weren't
just trying to
judging
drag
me,
I
him.
just asked whether or not it was the case.
if you were just
That was not
if you were
judging it.
if you weren't
You did
judging
not
me,
ask.
What
you
did
were-
I do?
if
You
you
insinuated.
yeah, if you weren't judging me, then you wouldn't
Bro,
throw that
I
in.
never wash my hands.
So then why fucking
Why be so defensive about not washing your hands?
why bring it on me
Why
then?
be so proud about
Why
not
attack
washing
it?
your hands?
Because, like, why wash your hands?
Because it's a sanitary thing.
Yeah, because the plague.
Because sometimes you get
The
a little
plague?
Yeah.
You brought the plague into it?
bit. Sometimes
It's
you
from
get a little.
unsanitary
Sometimes-
shit
I mean,
happening.
like, you
Some-
can't fucking.
Just saying, bro. The
Hey,
plague.
you
rats
asked him. You asked
eating
him,
your
and he
stuff.
came forward. You asked him, and he came forward with different.
Because of the plague.
Different.
If we're talking about your jump,
You wash
then-
your hands every time you pee?
If we're talking about your jump,
You wash your hands every time you pee?
Look, not every time,
No,
but I
no.
will
Good.
as possible.
sometimes I pee on my
You wash
hands.
your
I
hands
say
every time
that's
you pee?
washing
I
your
try
hands.
to.
No, you don't.
I try to.
No, you don't.
I
I
wash my
try.
hands every
Why
time
can't I
pee.
try?
You wash your hands every time you pee?
Before I pee, 'cause
Yeah.
what? My dick doesn't get dirty.
Because he washes his hands.
Yeah.
Look, we're brown. If we don't wash our pee, it gets darker.
Why are you washing your pee?
You know what I mean? Damn it, that fucked me all up. She wasn't even supposed to catch that.
What do you mean? Me catch that?
Yeah, it's the viewers. Were
Yeah,
worried.
everyone caught that. Yeah, the internet caught that.
There's like probably 4, maybe 5 people who are going to catch that.
Dude, I used to actually watch some of, like when I first started, I used to watch some of the higher up comics, like weird podcasts.
Would you?
Like I remember this, do you know who, his name's Paco? I don't even see his name. He used to work with like Brad LaCour a little bit. And they had this one podcast where they play video games and talk. I remember watching like 30, 45 minutes of that.
Yeah.
It's like, a couple of that, and I've even seen some of like our
Oh, yeah,
own
I
community's podcasts.
I totally
Like,
love
you know
it when
what
you
I'm
come
saying?
on my podcast and boast about somebody else's podcast.
I saw
it's
Joey's
totally fine.
podcast when he was on the you don't know whatever. Nobody knows
Joey
Joe
Johnson's
Coffee.
podcast?
I think it was Joe Coffee then. Nobody knows Joe Coffee. I think it was then.
What? What are you talking about?
Like
He had a
he used to watch
podcast.
podcasts of people who were ahead of him in comedy.
Well, no,
Everybody's
I
ahead of
think
you in comedy, though.
Yeah, sure.
I think you're ahead of Joey, right?
No.
What does it matter?
I mean, technically no. But I'm saying we're in the same class or whatever.
But why does it
I'll
matter?
put it doesn't matter.
Why are we talking
But
about
no,
that?
but the point is, I'm just saying I would watch their podcast to see. I don't know
Wait,
what the
are you
original.
telling me you don't watch my podcast at all?
No, hell no. I'm not watching the
thank you.
podcast that
Please
I'm
don't.
on.
Watching
Please don't.
podcasts in general.
Are you saying, do I watch the podcast that I was on?
No, that I'm on. That any of my podcasts.
Oh, any of them?
Yeah.
No, also no.
Oh, you fuck.
Also no.
Well, thank you. Well,
Yeah.
that's why my numbers aren't so great because if I
One
took
person.
if I took the
doesn't
no
see-
wait if I took the numbers that do watch plus added the comics that come on and don't watch, if they watch, the numbers would be so much better.
Yes, but the problem is with that. It's
There-
just like the Twitter thing.
Is
It's
that
it's a
people aren't
bubble.
so
It's a
self-conscious.
false bubble.
Uh-huh.
That means it's not about the content you're doing. It's literally just about
Me?
your social
Well,
connections.
you gotta get someone famous to do this.
I want fucking strangers to like me,
I can't get famous
not
people on here.
people
Yes,
that
you can.
are.
You could meet a fucking. Well, especially once you start opening.
Maybe one day I'll
You
get
can get a
some famous
headliner come on here.
I think the most famous
Oh,
I've
for
had-
this thing?
I
yeah.
think- I
no,
think
if
the
you
most-
have like 100, you can. And let me put it like this: you might have to
You should
bullshit.
just ask like
no.
Ben Creed or someone right now that might do it.
Who's Ben Creed?
Or Steve Hurst, even.
You don't know who Ben Creed
I
is?
might know who that is.
Yeah. He
Don't,
did-
Steve Hurst,
don't
yeah.
get mad because I don't know who that is.
Hey, he
You're
was-
like, you
Hey,
fucking...
weren't you there on
Oh, wait,
Thursday?
wait, wait,
You
stop,
were there
stop.
on Thursday.
There's local giants.
Did you
you
not-
have to ask some local giants.
did you
I think
not
he
see-
just saw him too.
Wait. Did you not see the look on your face, though, when I said I don't know who that is?
No, I didn't
Your-
see it. My eyes are
your
here,
face,
motherfucker.
your face was all like...
If
this-
you don't have a mirror right here, I don't see my face.
Your face was
Like,
all like, this guy calls himself a comic and he doesn't know who Ben Creed is? That's what
I
your
really
face
like
gave off.
Ben Creed, dude.
Well, don't get mad at me because I don't know who he is.
No, that's fair. I'm
You
sorry.
do know who he is. You
Who?
just saw him on Thursday. He was there Thursday with Jason Russell.
I wasn't there Thursday.
Hey, I thought you were.
I was there Saturday.
Shout out to all the people who aren't watching this.
Damn it.
Okay. The most important people that I've had on here was Nick Guerra.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
That's
Matt.
a huge one.
Nick
That's
Guerra?
huge.
Yes, it is.
Nick
Did
Guerra?
he get you some viewers?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got me some good viewers. Because he jumped up for his episodes, fucking pretty popular. But Nick Guerra, and then this other guy named Colin Williams. I don't know if you guys know him or not, but he's a traveling comic, Colin Williams. But those two are the most important ones so far
Nice.
that I can think of. I mean,
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Brown's
yeah.
very important to me. John
I
Brown's
don't know
been
why
on.
you're not saying, my name is John's name. Or
Shiva Ari.
Matt's right here, too.
I mean, I'm not comparing to you and John.
Come on, stop fucking sucking your own dick. Jesus Christ.
No,
I'm
let
not
him suck
sucking
his
my
own
own
dick.
dick.
Nah, start sucking
If
your
anything,
dick.
I'm sucking y'all's dicks.
And
I
stop
think
doing
so.
that.
What?
You heard me?
This is a conundrum.
It is. No, look. I still talk to other comics. Like there's this one comic from Denver, Colorado. He's a feature, and he was here with somebody else. And I talked to him about being on the podcast, and he said he'd do it next time he's in town. And I still keep in touch with him. He's based out of Colorado, but he's a traveling feature.
Do
Been
you
doing
just
comics for like 20
do you
years.
just do comics? I'm just wondering.
No, I'll do other people. If they have something interesting to talk about, I'll do it with them. I try to do somebody from the GM.
I was gonna say what's his name?
What?
I guess it's kind of like I was gonna say Patrick Garrity. You know Patrick Garrity?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say when he comes to town, I'm sure he would be
Yeah.
cool with
I don't know
doing
who
this.
that is, but I'll
He
talk
does
to
this like he's just like a road comic, like straight
Yeah.
up. He has a car that he makes everybody sign after the show, or not just make, but he'll let people sign.
Mhm.
The whole car is literally white and it's covered. It's totally covered.
Do you know who he's talking
in
about?
autographs.
Matt?
Yeah,
Do you know who he's talking
right?
about? I don't know who that is.
Cool guy. He's a cool guy. But anyways, yeah, like.
But why are we talking about that? Like, why are we emphasizing who I've had on here? It's not really important.
Sure. No, but that's cool.
You know what's important to me? Having people like you guys where I can sit down and talk to.
No, you need people that can bring you some viewers. Like,
You know what?
At the end of
Okay,
the day,
Do you
Yeah,
know why?
yeah,
Do
wait,
you know why you think? Wait.
That's fine. But you know what? When I sit here and I get to know Matt more and we talk about whatever and I get to talk to you and whatever, I'm not worried about viewers. I'm worried about getting to know you as a person. That's why I do these.
Do you know why you think it's cool to have us on? Because you believe in our future. You think
I do
that
believe
one
that.
day we'll be famous and people will look back on our internet history.
No, and he has access to.
I
us,
think
too.
that's a cool factor.
You have access.
That's
to
a
us.
cool factor. That is a cool factor, but that is not why I do it.
Yeah.
No?
Because chances
No.
are we're not going to be famous.
I do it because I want to sit. Because I've told you this, Matt. I've told you this before. I do it because I want to get to know the people who I spend so much time and I see all the time
Sure.
at these mics, and I want to
Sure,
get to know who these people are as a person.
But the audience doesn't care. So I guess this goes back to
But
backlog.
fuck the audience.
This
Yeah,
is
it does go back to
backlog.
backlog.
We're
Yeah.
backlog.
Yeah.
It's
This
fine.
is so.
It's
At
fine.
He's
best,
at the-
we're
this is
backlog.
so when he's at the end of his life.
But like this is
he
the
can
same
look back
thing.
at this and be like, I remember
I
when I
fucking
had.
tried.
When I had
Hey, don't be so.
It's kind of like fishing, bro. You throw out 100
I fucking
lines,
tried.
12 of them. What up, bro?
No, like goddamn, you guys made me seem like such a bitch
no,
when I say this stuff.
no, I just.
I mean, we feel like bitches when we exist or whatever. So
No, but really, I don't do this because I want viewers.
I mean, but
I do
viewers
this
help.
I do this.
You already even got a sponsor, man. I think that's
Yeah,
really
you
but
cool.
got a fucking sponsor,
I
What?
bro.
So what?
He didn't have that when I first started. That
I
was
do
cool.
this.
Yeah.
I do, but I
It's
do
already
this.
progressed.
Yeah. Might have.
Obviously,
two
I have
next
to
time.
promote myself a little bit.
You know,
You know, if I was on a Tinder date, like 3 days from now, I'd be like, yeah, I just did this podcast the other day. And like, she doesn't have to know what the podcast is. She's not going to ask what it is, but I'd be like, I did
You really
a
think that I would
podcast.
do something like that, or is that something you would do?
Oh shit!
What are you doing?
YouTube started playing.
I mean, I
I'm sorry.
was being silly. I probably wouldn't do that.
I would.
But it's an option.
It's an option, yeah.
I was gonna say you should probably check out Me Undies
As a promo?
and Stamps.
No, I'll let them hit me up. I'm not gonna
Stamps.com.
hit them up. I'll let them hit me up if they want to
That would
be
be.
sponsored.
Yeah.
They want to be.
Actually, if you know if they hit you up, you're like, wow, I have legitimately a fucking
who
podcast.
knows?
That would
But
be.
the thing is, if I let it,
I wonder
get
how
to,
hardcore they are, though.
but if I let it get to my head, then
That you got me undies? No, I wouldn't let it.
I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail.
You would fail because it got to
Yeah,
you?
because of me undies.
Yeah. No.
He's got that me undies.
Yeah. Oh, no, never made it. I got me undies.
That is not what I'm saying, you
Under my
fucks.
belt? LOL.
Yeah, exactly. Done. Joe Rogan.
Ah!
You do other
I
podcasts,
can't
Joe
be
Rogan.
successful now. I got real... Dude, no one is enjoying this.
No.
If anyone's still watching right now.
Dude, I'm enjoying it. That's all I care about. I'm sorry. You I fucking hate you guys. You guys are never doing the podcast together ever again, by the way.
Yeah, we shouldn't do it together.
Never.
We're too similar.
No, I
What are you
think
talking about?
I think it's fun.
What are you talking about?
I think it's fun. Hey, look. If it wasn't for this, when would be the one time you guys get to sit down and talk to each other in an actual conversation?
We talk to each other a lot.
In an actual
Not
conversation.
lately, but yeah.
Well, that's because we got so much natural conflict. You want to dive into
No,
that?
in an actual conversation. When was the last time
Wait,
you guys
what
have
conflict?
sat down for this amount of time and talked to each other like this? When was the last time you ever did that?
I mean,
Him and I?
we shoot
Yes.
the shit a little bit. Probably when
we
I
probably
came
never
here.
talked this.
Never.
Probably
Okay,
no.
never. It never. Okay,
We've never
so
talked
that is.
this
But that's because we're.
No, wait. Don't. That is what I enjoy about this. If I would never be doing this, you and him would never have an opportunity to sit down and talk to each other like this.
We have talked
Like this.
We have
This-
talked like this. We have not talked like this for so long.
That's the
There-
important part.
But that's a key. I mean, that's not that big of a difference. Because we have
There is.
talked like this.
There is.
And we could have talking like this. It's just not necessarily like we have like it's late at
Why-
night after an open mic. or
Why
something.
are you playing the devil's advocate so
No,
strongly?
I'm not.
Stop doing it.
Because I'm actually because he threw me off because he was talking about conflict. What conflict are you talking about that we have?
No, nobody said anything
I mean,
about
I was talking
conflict.
about-
There
I
is
don't
no
wanna say
conflict
it.
between you
I'll tell you
two.
afterwards.
What does that mean?
I was talking about,
Other stuff.
I mean, you know. Now I can see it. in your
No,
eyes.
I don't know.
Shut up. What? No, we don't have to talk about it. We want to talk about it afterwards. We'll talk
Nah.
about it.
Okay, fine. I mean, I like that. I like the idea of putting that on a podcast. Anyways,
Shut up.
I'm all about that kind of shit.
Hey, you don't know what he doesn't
It's
want.
about the difference between our breakups. Your breakup and my
Dude.
breakup.
That
Oh
wasn't-
yeah.
but
Hey, you know,
joking
I was gonna
about
say that. I was gonna say that earlier.
You were joking about
Wait.
that?
Yeah.
No,
There
hey,
were times when it felt real.
because that's part.
And there
of
were times
that's
after the
why
fact
it felt
where I
good.
like she said things that I was like, oh my god, maybe Shiva was right.
hey, wait.
And I wasn't sure about it.
No, but I didn't. I have mentioned it to
Hey,
her.
there's
like,
a thing that
no, I
you
get what
guys-
you're saying.
Feel like you put the seed in her head.
Wait. There's a thing that you guys have in common right there. That you're both coming out of a relationship.
At the
that you
same
both,
fucking
at the
time.
same area. And can you guys feel a
But
bond
he's
in that?
actually not.
Well,
He's
he is.
actually in
No,
the relationship
he is.
still.
He's not in the relationship.
I mean, kind of.
No,
I'm out of the
There is
relationship.
no kinda when it comes to relationships.
I am
Either
ki-
you are or you're not.
But no, but the joke he's
No,
talking
there is
about.
a difference. Like I think my breakup and I are like super in love. I think they're not super in love anymore.
No,
But-
no,
but-
I don't know.
different.
I don't know about it.
But it's still
anymore.
a breakup. But it's still a
I
breakup.
don't know about it anymore. But there what we were.
Look at that. See that? Look,
No,
look.
they were super in love.
Who knows what's gonna
Same
happen?
difference,
But
like,
you
you
guys are
can't
both in
say
the same
Sam.
situation.
We should probably delete this whole
You don't
episode.
know. You can't say Sam was or wasn't.
Hey.
She's not here to say that.
No, yeah, and that's
But
not what
I
meant to
was at
say.
least. No, I know. But you're saying we were, and I'm like, I can't even.
Oh, you can't
I don't
partake
even
in
want to
that
say.
part.
I don't even want to.
Look, let's not talk about past relationships. That'll only lead us into a spiral of.
But that was honestly a
negativity.
joke. But there
What was the
Let me
joke?
put it like this. It was true.
No, don't worry about
that.
it.
Pretty,
The
no,
joke was-
no. It was nothing. It was
I thought the
in
joke
that.
was pretty obvious. Keep going.
What's the
I
joke?
don't
Why
even
is
know
that
what
up?
the joke
Well,
was.
okay. No, the joke was he ended up breaking up with, or Devin broke up with him, and then he talked to Sam, kind of just about the relationship, and then she kind of broke up with me, kind of not literally the same way, but she just kind of wanted space, and that was kind of what.
So wait,
Devin
but I don't
wanted-
hear a joke in that.
It was more
Where's-
complex
There's
than
a
that.
joke, but where's
So
the
the point
joke?
was that I blame my breakup on him
Oh, that is a pretty
because
good joke.
because he put
That
that,
is pretty-
seed in her head, and then she was like, "Oh, I didn't even know we could do this." Yeah,
Wait,
okay, let's do this.
Wait. That's a good joke, but also if there's any truth to that, then that just shows that one person.
No,
Wait.
yes.
That just shows that one person had a weak mind to where they let somebody else's actions affect their way of thinking, and then they reacted to that way of thinking.
Yes.
Nothing to do with another person's actions.
Which, unfortunately, I would love to think that's the case.
It's
but
a joke.
Too fucking stubborn.
It's a joke.
You know, take some. Yeah.
You don't feel like
don't
feel like that, right?
And then
stop. Shiva,
but then
Shiva, give me 1 second.
I don't feel like what?
You don't feel like you breaking up with her and with Devin and Devin's reaction to it, talking to his ex-girlfriend. You don't feel like
him talking,
or you talking to his ex-girlfriend. You don't feel like that had to do something with her choice of what to do?
I mean,
next?
if I'm being 100% honest, I felt a little guilty when he came to me and said, like, your breaking up with your girlfriend made me feel
so
because she
said that at
Shiva,
Hyenas.
wait,
because his girlfriend was asking me like, so why did you guys break up? And I told him why we broke up.
Yeah,
but like, it's not like I think that his girlfriend was like, okay, Matt's ex has these grievances, and as a woman, I can understand some of those grievances. And then it put her into a thought where she started thinking about the grievances that my girlfriend was having.
Yes.
And then maybe she started to think.
but okay, but here's the thing that I want you to understand, Shiva.
I don't think it's my fault.
No.
To answer your question,
No, I'm not
I don't
saying-
think I did that.
I
just think that it's possible that his girlfriend was influenced by my girlfriend.
But let me
Not
tell
my
you
girlfriend
this
anymore,
point. No,
but-
hold on, wait. Let me tell you this point of view. The fact that you felt bad because that happened after Shiva actually shows that you care about him. Because if you didn't care about him, you wouldn't have a bad feeling about it.
Yes and no.
What's the no part?
The no part is that like I should feel no responsibility for his girlfriend.
You shouldn't.
yeah.
You shouldn't.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
shouldn't.
yeah.
No, you
No,
shouldn't.
you shouldn't,
But because you care about him, do you? Because you care about him, right?
Well, when he gave me shit about it, he was saying it jokingly. He wasn't coming to me like, "You piece of shit, my girlfriend broke up with me because of you." He was like,
I
"You
tried
piece
to.
of
I tried
shit,
to a little bit.
my girlfriend broke up with me because of you."
but still,
and I felt fucking guilty for
Yeah,
it.
but the fact that you feel guilty.
But it wasn't my fault. None of that was in
nobody's trying to say
my.
it's your
None
fault.
of that was in my.
I'm saying it's his fault.
Shiva,
control.
shut the fuck
I didn't
up.
control anything.
No, you don't control people's actions. But you
Exactly.
Know what,
I didn't control.
But you know what you
No.
do control? You control your emotions, and the fact that you had that emotion means that you have a opinion, a positive opinion of who Shiva is as a person.
Yeah, but
'Cause
it doesn't mean that it was my fault.
No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to put a blame on you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put blame on anybody.
But I did feel guilty when
The
he came
fact
to me and said
that's
that.
what's important.
Which isn't fair.
That's what's important. The part that you felt guilty.
Yeah, that was the funny part. That's why I told you.
That's why it's funny.
Yeah.
Like if I don't know, man. I see it differently. I don't know if you guys see it the way I see it, but
No,
like, I
yeah,
just feel
he
like
gives a shit that's why I could
he
pull that
gives a
shit
no.
on
He
him.
gives a shit that you got hurt.
That's what I'm
or
saying.
that it might have led to you
Yeah.
getting hurt.
I mean, maybe that's my weird, fucked up way to see
No,
if he does
that's
care.
how we do jokes. We're
I'm just
comics,
saying,
man. We make
yeah.
jokes out of the most
I'm not.
the most in the most time that we're fucking feeling weird or whatever. We make jokes out of it when we're fucking. When we're in a situation of uncomfortability, we deal with it by making a joke out of it. I do it all the fucking time.
Yeah. Make it easy by
Making a
making
laugh
it
out of it
yeah.
because it takes the focus off being so real.
But what can you do about that?
You can't do anything about
Clearly,
it.
that wasn't my fault.
But nobody's trying. Look, you still make it sound like you're like you.
Yeah, a little
like somebody's
bit.
trying to
Yeah,
blame
you kind of make it seem like it's still your fault.
Nobody is trying to blame
Why
you,
are you
man.
saying that? I feel like
It's not your fault. I know.
Yeah,
I
it's not
hope
your
you don't
fault.
feel like it's your fault.
It's not your fault.
I know it wasn't.
But then don't make
No,
it seem.
Matt,
Don't make
Matt,
it.
look
Don't
at me, it's
don't
not
feel
your
guilty.
fault.
I know it wasn't my
Matt,
fault.
Shiva, you're making it creepy.
It's not your
You're
fault.
making it creepy.
I don't understand.
I'm doing.
I don't understand why you're
creepy.
saying it to me like this.
I'm doing the Robin. Wait, damn it.
You're making it creepy,
What's
dude.
the Robin
Okay,
Williams
you're making it
thing
creepy.
with Matt.
Patch Adams?
No.
Don't
Where
listen-
he's a
don't listen.
professor.
Don't listen. He's getting goofy now.
And
What's happening?
He's
I don't know.
He's the janitor at Harvard.
But
He's
I
out-
did feel like you were mad at me.
Yes, you said that.
But that's not
But
fair.
you said that in the
Why were you
conversation.
mad at me?
But
No,
he
and I
said
told
he
you
wasn't.
I wasn't. I was just
You
fucking
were
with
mad
you.
at me.
No. But part of the thing
You're
saying,
you know what, Matt?
it doesn't come off believable if I'm like, you broke up my girlfriend by saying that
I
shit's
didn't
a...
fucking
No, wait,
do
wait, wait,
anything.
wait, wait, wait. I think your guilt.
I just existed.
I think
and then y'all broke up.
I think your guilt makes
No.
you feel like you thought he was mad at you, and I don't think he really was.
It was just
I
symbolic.
think
So
your
you
guilt.
weren't mad at me at all.
Look, he's telling you mad.
I really
mad.
don't think I
He's telling you
was.
in
I really
your
don't think
face.
I
He
was.
wasn't mad at you.
I mean, yeah.
But
I
there's
mean,
nothing wrong with that.
And even if she got that idea from you, she could have broken up with me anytime.
It's still her choice.
Not,
Yeah,
Still
she
her
would have done
choice.
it whether or not I existed easily.
So Matt,
And that's
so-
why I was so
especially
mad
if
when
it
it
was
seemed like
just
you were
that.
mad at me. I was like,
But
what
see,
the
that's
fuck am I
what-
supposed to say
like,
to you?
I'm making
It was
my
awkward to hang
relationship
out with you
fuck
for a
with
minute.
you. Then we
Hey, look.
both get aggrieved with my broken relationship.
So you
Wait,
were
wait.
trolling
It's
me
like-
no, wait. Nobody's
based on your own
nobody's
unhappiness.
Nobody's
I
controlling
wanted
anybody.
company. I thought
She-
that's an easy target.
Don't say it. You're controlling him. You fucking douche.
That's what he was
This guy's
doing.
dumb
Don't
as
say
shit.
it. No,
That's
stop
so
fucking with him.
dumb.
Stop
Like, I
fucking with
could-
him. Stop fucking with him. He's fucking with you, man.
I'm kind of still trying to remember the goddamn movie.
He's
with
fucking with you so
I
bad.
feel like
Jason
the fact that
Bourne.
I'm
Who's the guy from
smiling
Jason Bourne?
Makes him look like an asshole for saying I'm so dumb.
No, he's
Who's the guy from Jason
he's
Bourne?
fucking with you. Matt.
Jason Bourne.
Matt
Damon?
Matt
Damon.
What about him?
The Matt Damon and Robin Williams movie.
Yeah,
Matt-
it's called the Algebra Man.
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting. What about it?
What aspect
I
of
forget
me?
now why I did it.
Why does that have to do with anything?
Because we could rewind it.
We're not
Shiva,
going to.
what aspect of me did you think was so dumb?
No, he just said that as a.
Just your face.
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry, but there's always good appreciation for timing. I appreciate that timing.
Got a good time.
Don't get, man. That was actually good timing. She was part of doing
So
that.
now he's gonna be mad because now he thinks
He's
that
not
my
gonna be
girlfriend broke
mad.
up with me because of his face.
He's not mad because of that.
Dude, it's
I
not
didn't
because
feel
of
that way. That you even brought your girlfriend up means you don't know what you mean.
I like
No, yeah,
I
that's-
like this though. I like the fact that we can talk about this because I feel like it wouldn't be discussed if it was any other situation. Like you guys can't have this conversation.
If I was evenly
sitting
like,
outside of Hyenas at 1 o'clock, you can't have this talk
Yeah.
why couldn't we?
because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to have this deep of a conversation outside of the club. You know, you just kind of talk about the regular stuff that you do every time
you
you're
mean
on
like
mic.
just like literally outside the club.
Yeah, I mean literally outside the club.
Yeah.
You got. I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
just saying maybe. I mean, I'm not saying you couldn't have this conversation, but
It'd be a lot harder.
I think it's a little more easy to do it where we can relax and drink and whatever. So,
Yeah.
No,
I got more tequila
You don't
if
get
anybody
that?
guys want some.
you don't get that.
Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah,
Matt, are you buzzed?
yeah I'm buzzing. Yeah.
Are you
I'm
okay?
kinda
You okay to
drunk,
talk?
Yeah.
You still getting the conversation?
I'm still kind of caught up on the like
On the what?
the last. I mean, I guess you were just making a joke, but like when you said your face, I'm like,
Matt, he loves.
Oh, on the
What-
face
what
part?
is it
I
about?
thought you were talking about the girlfriend shit.
no,
Okay.
yeah, but
I
I'm
gotta
being
pee.
more serious.
Wait, I'll be right
I
back.
didn't mean-
I'm being serious about the fact, like, why is it that you're upset with me about your girlfriend breaking up with you?
Not.
Yes, you are. You've texted me multiple times.
No. When?
You've texted. I mean, I could pull up the text messages, but you've texted me a few times about you
I remember texting
feeling like
you.
I was the reason that your girlfriend broke up with you.
No, I texted
And
you.
that makes it hard for
no,
you
no,
and I
no,
to
no, no,
communicate.
no, listen. I texted you once on the way to Hyenas, being like, "Hey," and that was when we. That's when we broke up. Where I told you the news of that. Where that was still part of the joke. How was that not part of it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand maybe that. I mean, did I actually text you twice?
At least twice, yeah.
I don't think I texted.
And then we
I don't
talked
think
in
I don't
person
think,
about it.
I
a
don't
few
think I
times.
texted you twice.
And there were a few times where we were in person and you were like, Sam left me because you and Devin broke up. And I was like, what does that mean? What am I supposed to do with that information? It's not my fucking fault. I'm trying to deal with my own breakup.
Exactly.
And you're like, no, you broke up with your girlfriend and now my girlfriend broke up with me because of it. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about you and your girlfriend. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me and my girlfriend.
I agree with that. I just didn't think it would
Wait.
I didn't think it was gonna be intrusive in your whatever.
Wait, I just got some new info. There's text messages now.
I kind of feel like you talking with, like, Sam made it more than what it was.
There's
if
more.
You were just talking to me,
messages?
then it would have been different.
I was talking to Sam a lot.
That has nothing to do with me. Just how you guys talk about that situation when I'm not there, I don't think affects that.
Wait.
Me and Sam or me and...
Yes. About that situation. Another one? Yes.
I mean, I guess if you took one, I gotta take one.
No, you do not. You know, I did not drink any beer or anything.
You don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, Matt.
No, I'll take one.
Skip. Okay, whatever. Skip the next one. Anyways, the point being is, yeah, it's my bad for guilting you like that. I apologize. Okay. I did not mean to guilt you. Literally, to
can we be friends?
That, like,
I felt really bad about it.
Can we be
it
friends?
Seems like it, but that was part of the fun.
Which isn't really fair.
It's not fair.
And I confronted her about it.
That doesn't make sense to confront her about it.
Why not?
You should be confronting me about it.
Why not confront her?
You should be confronting me about it.
But she was the one he was talking to.
She could have maybe never had that thought.
But she's the one.
I could be bullshitting.
Wait.
I confronted her because...
confront her because he...
You feel like you couldn't talk to me?
Wait. No. Confront... Okay. Hey, Shiva.
He's on it.
Confront her because she's the one he had the original conversation with.
No. Close. Confront her because you're upset with me over y'all's breakup.
Yes.
That's not cool.
Well, no.
So what the fuck did I do to break you up? Did I do anything to break you guys up?
Wait, Matt. But with that, you need to talk to him. Because if he's the one who has a problem with the breakup, then you need to talk to him about.
Especially if I'm the one bringing this weird news.
I'm closer with Sam than I am with him.
Well, then you need to fucking break that
bond.
bond.
You know what? Then maybe that is a little bit of an issue of why aren't you close with me like that?
Ooh,
you should be close enough that you talk to me about that motherfucker. Yeah.
Wait, why should I be closer to you?
Why not?
I've known you longer.
Why not?
We've hung out more. We've done shows together. I buy pot from you.
It's like a very sexist conversation.
That is not sexist.
I'm not saying hoes before or bros before hoes.
That's exactly what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
If you knew her longer, maybe that would make more sense.
But I've known her about the same amount of time as you.
That's impossible.
Was it like off by 2 months?
No, not at all. No, it's impossible. You've been doing it probably longer, and that's assuming you became friends with Sam immediately once you started.
How long do you think I've been doing comedy? How long do you think I've known you?
Hey, cheers.
2.5? Yes.
He's close. He is close.
Sam's been doing it maybe a year and a half.
That's true. She's been doing it a lot longer.
Whoa. That tequila tastes like shit.
Not as good as the first one, but it worked.
Patron.
You should try it with lemon, whatever. The fucking lemon's fucking easy.
Don't worry, I'm not going to pour any more shots.
I think you're milking the hate, though. I'm sure you do not give a fuck that much about my relationship that you, like... I'm sure you felt guilty a little bit.
Room.
But we talked every time we were in the same room since... Like, I never ignored you since the breakup's only, like, a month and a half old, or even less than that, and we've always seen each other maybe, like, like open mics 6-7 times. I've talked to you every single time. The first couple times, I was giving you shit because it's a coincidence that I thought was funny, and it made you feel.
So that's what I was getting at a second ago.
Yeah,
he was making a joke, and she was hearing the joke
because I told her the same joke. I told her that I told you that. I told
and
you.
And then me and her had to have an awkward conversation where I had to tell her, like, listen, I don't have any feelings for you. And she was like, I don't have any feelings for you either. He just
Jesus,
thinks that.
That's... Okay, yeah. Okay.
Wait.
I didn't realize that happened, that you then had to, like, not be friends with her.
I had to address it with her because I was like, listen, I don't have feelings for you, and it's clear that Shiva thinks that you and I have something going.
No!
Wait, that's totally...
That's how it seems.
That's totally weird. Wait, that's totally weird.
No, where... Okay,
weird.
You've got to show me these text messages.
Where did this come from?
You got to show me these text messages.
No, wait. This is weird. This is awkward. It's getting a little weird. It's getting weird.
Yeah, maybe for the podcast.
For the podcast, it's getting weird.
No, I love this for the
Now,
podcast.
all of a sudden,
This makes this podcast just fucking interesting.
All of a sudden, it's a relationship. It's a fucking triangle of romance, and that makes me feel awkward.
He's literally saying it's not.
It's not a triangle because
He's literally yes.
I know
he's
it's
literally
not.
saying it's not.
I
That
have
came out of
feelings for
but
like
that came out
one
of
woman.
nowhere.
Like,
Yes, and it's Sam.
I don't have
No.
feelings. Come on, that's
Come on.
hilarious.
Now, do you think I think that you guys are in love?
Look,
I'm
look.
not. I'm fucking kidding. Like
Look.
it wasn't.
No,
I
but
feel
she
bad.
insinuated like
No, but you know what? Now I sabotaged you and Sam's relationship like
and
that.
you also insinuated that I was the reason you guys broke up, and that wasn't fair to me because like I never fucking told her I had feelings
Did
for
you
her or
insinuate
anything.
that, Shiva?
Did you
No.
insinuate that? Shiva?
And if you did,
No.
Shiva, did you
wait,
repeatedly
Matt,
make me
Matt,
feel bad
Matt,
for you guys?
wait,
breaking up?
Matt.
I did not repeatedly.
Did
Matt,
you
stop.
did you say that me and Devin breaking up was a
Literally
catalyst for
Wait,
you?
No, literally
Wait,
not. And
wait.
I didn't use catalyst.
One
That's
second.
fancy. But yeah,
One
I literally
second.
was like, "Hey, blah blah blah." But then it's not like the conversation ended and then
Wait.
I walked away. We still hung out the
But
rest of the night.
Did you mean to insinuate anything negative like that?
I mean, there was supposed to be some bullshit, like
But did
ribbing
you-
on his part.
but-
Like I was trying to make him feel a little bad.
Why?
A little.
Why were you trying to make me feel bad?
Because you're my friend.
But what did I do wrong?
Nothing. It's like pulling a
So
prank.
you were trying to make me feel bad.
Have you
although I
never
did nothing
pulled a
wrong.
prank on somebody? And like,
Wait. I will come to your point.
I'm looking
Hold on, wait.
horrible in this situation
wait.
by doing
I
this.
understand where he's coming from. Where sometimes
But
you
wait,
have
wait,
time out. Let me finish. Let me finish because Matt's looking directly at me. Let me
Wait,
finish this.
there's
one.
no.
There's
Stop.
No,
I have
I'm
to
not
say this.
mad.
Let me
I
finish.
just like
But we weren't like super fucking close to the same degree that like you should know better that you're not involved in my life.
But
Wait,
Sam
no.
told me a couple times that you were jealous of me.
Maybe I was. I don't think I was. I really don't.
There's
think I
nothing
was.
wrong with somebody being jealous
don't
over you.
really
That's
think
that
I was.
jealousy is a
Yeah.
way of flattery.
But that's the thing. No, because I've had ex-girlfriends while we're not
I
on
can't
the
believe
right
this is being recorded live.
that were not on the right thing. Like I remember one person, like a friend of mine, talking to my ex,
Look, yeah.
talking
Thank
about
God
where
no one's ever
I-
gonna watch this.
People are.
Oh no, some people will now
Wait,
watch
wait.
this just because.
No
of
one's
this
ever gonna
shit.
watch this.
I'm sure some
Thank
people.
you, Matt.
I'm sure
We're
some
good.
people
Thank
will
you,
watch
Matt.
this.
I love you.
I'm
but
sure
no one's
people
ever gonna
will watch just this part just so I can hear about it later.
Look,
it's just gonna be
all I'm
what
saying-
it is.
Yeah, go for it.
But I've had people change up the story of like what actually happened for what it is.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm saying with a previous ex, I've had a homeboy then tell me later on that this was the situation happening, like that we were broken up, and then that wasn't actually the situation behind the scenes.
That all sounds like bullshit to me. Not like bullshit, like you're saying something fucking bullshit. Like it just sounds like word vomit.
But I
Like, you're
can't
just
be
talking to talk.
Okay, no, but I'm saying I can't be
Let me say
responsible
something.
about what.
No, wait, I know.
she's
Let me
saying
say
to
something
you.
real quick.
Like,
no.
that's not my problem at that point.
One thing that I'm still fixated on is the fact that you made a joke to Matt.
Yes.
And even though there was a tiny hint that it might make him upset.
You know what? Yes, no.
Wait,
There's
wait.
a tiny hint of truth to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, true.
But the truth was only that
But
Matt
the
broke up
truth-
with his
but
girlfriend.
the
I'm
truth-
sorry. His girlfriend broke up with him. That's it.
The truth might make that part burn more as far as saying it, but you know what? Sometimes that burn more is what equates to you having more of humor to it.
Yeah, you know, because you
Because
know what
there
else I
was-
said? I also said you caused Josh breaking up with his girlfriend. That you were the
I
domino.
didn't cause that.
That's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
They
Is
didn't
you
even
caused
fucking know
that's-
each
that.
other.
You caused everybody's breakup because you broke
I
up
didn't
first.
know his
That is
girlfriend.
Matt,
That's-
but he's saying that's part of the humor.
Okay.
That's part of the humor. The
All
fact
right.
that
I see the point.
it. I don't think you.
I
So you and Sam not cool at all now?
We can't.
And
No,
don't
wait.
get me wrong. To be
Don't
honest,
worry
I
about
don't
that.
really, I don't
Don't
really
worry
care
about
if you
that.
are.
Hey,
but,
stop
like-
saying. Stop right there.
But are you and
Stop
no? I
that.
want to know
Stop
this.
that
Are you
saying.
and Sam not cool at all? Like you guys don't talk anymore just because of that shit?
If you don't, that's kind of mean.
We're on
I mean-
camera, so I'm freaked out to say this.
But don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it if you don't want to.
Okay.
But
we've been so honest about everything.
I'm gonna say
else.
it. All right, I'm gonna say it. Here we go. This is I'm saying it on camera. There's gonna be maybe 6, possibly 8 people who see this.
Stop downplaying my fucking podcast, you fuck. Now you laugh, you fucking
Dude, that chick, I mean...
You fucking prick.
Wait, you don't need to talk shit.
No, go for it. No, say
Okay.
So let him say what he wants to say. Go ahead, Matt. The floor is all yours.
Yes.
I think that Sam is very deep, and it's like a vibe when you're in the moment. When you're in the moment with Sam and you're vibing with Sam, what was that? What was it supposed to be? Did I believe in something or did I not believe in something?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah. Did you believe in what?
Yeah. What are you talking about? What do you believe in?
I think Sam is so genuine that she doesn't know when she's fucking someone over. Because she's only thinking about herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do
Okay,
with
that wasn't as bad as what I thought. I didn't even know what the fuck I thought you were
Why
gonna
make
say.
that statement?
No, that's not that bad.
He
No,
knows.
I
want
want. Okay,
Sure.
Well, as long as he understands it, I don't need to.
Well,
He knows why I made it. You know what? Well, you know what I'm saying is that Sam lives in the moment all the time, every day of her life. I'm not fucking attracted to her. None of me has ever been attracted to Sam.
Well, she's not here to say what her intentions are. So I don't
Also
feel
true.
like we need to. I don't think we should be saying what she feels.
Sam and Shiva broke up on account of the fact that like, all right. So
wait. They broke up for their own reasons.
Let me finish this.
Well, yeah.
Shiva's fucking the type of guy who's like, he gets frustrating to be around sometimes because you're like, hey man, this is my thought that I have.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know about all that.
What's wrong with that?
And you're like, because. Are you really pretending like you don't know why he's frustrating to be around?
I want to know why.
Right. Shiva is. There are 2 things about Shiva, right? Number 1, he's so fucking real that you know exactly where he stands and you can appreciate that.
I love that about a person.
But he's also so fucking real that you can't tell a thought of yours without him bringing fucking like a
contradictory
point
of view
like
for
you
it?
can't say a thought of yours without him being like, I don't know about all that. He's contradicting your thought.
So
I'm very argumentative.
What's wrong with that though?
He's so argumentative that
you can't be around me at a certain point.
Are we still alive?
Yeah, we're still alive. Fucking Matt.
I mean, that's what makes it all so much better.
Man.
Let it out, man. He's right here. What better time to explain what you feel about
I love Shiva.
I know you do.
I love Shiva Ari.
And you're right about parts of that.
But I don't not understand why women wouldn't want to date him for the rest of their lives. I mean...
Well, that sounds like a quote. Is that a quote from him?
No.
That sounds like a quote. I don't know.
I do not want to date him for the rest of my life.
I don't understand why women don't want to date him. I'm just saying I don't understand why women. I'm sorry, man. That was kind of funny.
This is a live
Keep
podcast.
Keep going, man.
I'm so stupid. Bro.
It's so funny.
I'm pretty stupid too.
Bro, alright.
Yeah.
I love hanging out with you because you tell me what I'm wrong about.
Yeah, I can.
But I also hate hanging out with you.
Because I tell you what's wrong.
Like, when I leave hanging out with you, a lot of times I'll be talking to Devin or whoever, and I'll be like, God damn it, are you not glad to get away from Shiva? Telling you everything you ever did wrong, you know?
Sure. I mean, I don't, because I have to live with myself.
You know what?
But
Let me stop right there. You know what? I kind of envy that feeling you have right there. Because in my head, I wish I spent enough time with Shiva to get that feeling and wanting to get away from him.
All right.
And don't fucking play down my fucking feelings. Because I don't hang out with him that much to where I wish I could get him
You
out
don't
by him.
even hang out with me that much.
But the same thing goes with you. I wish I could hang out.
And not able to deal with.
I wish I could hang out. I wish I could hang out with Matt enough to where I get to the point where I need a break from Matt.
No, but I do see what he's saying.
I'll never get to
no,
that.
but I give Matt shit. No, I'm
But
giving
look at
Matt.
Magic 4 times a second.
I'm giving Matt shit though. That's not fun to be
No,
around.
but that's
I'm blaming Matt
That's the
for my
difference.
girlfriend's.
That's the
for
difference
my
between
girlfriend's
us.
breakup.
What? What's the difference?
I mean, the difference between us. All right, listen. We get tired of Shiva because he keeps drawing attention to our inequities.
Don't say we. Say you, because you're adding me into it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Say you.
It's just your own bullshit. With
If you say some shit, right, and you're not really sure how you feel,
Yeah.
Shiva's gonna call you out on it.
That's good.
Sometimes that's good.
No, that's not.
But when you do that every day for the rest of your life, do you want to marry the guy who constantly calls you out on what you did wrong?
Anybody?
No.
Shiva's biggest fucking problem is that he's annoying. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Yeah.
But it's annoying to hang out with him because it's like perfect example. I texted my girlfriend and I was like, Shiva's here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to really fucking speak for everything I ever and like benefits to Shiva's personality. It's like if I really mean what I'm saying, then I'll argue with Shiva over it. But Shiva will also convince me sometimes.
Yeah.
When I'm just bullshitting.
What are you
know?
not sure yourself though?
But
You're
if
just
he-
as argumentative as me though, bro.
Wait.
You're up there with me.
If he
no?
I'm up there with you.
If he
Thank you. Okay.
We're both the NTPs.
If he convinces
God.
you that back to the fucking label.
Oh my God.
No, man, don't take us back.
But
there.
I love you.
I look like this demonic
shit.
person. I look like this
Let's not
demonic
severe.
person fucking like controlling, like manipulating him, and then he's like throws his own shit back.
I love you, but I
Talk
also
more
think
shit
you're a
about it.
pain in the ass.
Yeah, you're no fun.
You don't
either,
think you're a pain in
motherfucker.
the ass?
Yes, I'm a pain in the
Matt,
ass.
look, Matt.
But also, you only get one side of the story. Some of what you're saying, I can tell. It's like that's literally from like Sam's perspective. No. Come on.
Some of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Because
look-
I'm like, you don't hang out with me as hardcore that you would see some of that. You can get senses of it.
But you agree
and you
that
can
you're
guess.
a pain in the ass.
Dude. Okay, let's put it like this.
Do you think I'm a pain in the ass?
I have not seen it, but I know you are.
That
And
I am.
Yeah, because nobody's easy to live with.
Nobody is easy.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's fair. That's
Nobody
fair.
is.
So it's not
That's a
even
fair
like...
point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me put it like this. Sam's a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like,
She is.
I'm just saying.
It's frustrating sometimes. We
It's
gotta
whatever.
listen to her fucking sing a song or whatever in between.
It has nothing to do with living
Dude,
with
when
her.
she sings a song, I was like, bitch, shut
When
up.
is she singing? I've never heard her sing.
Dude,
Well,
she'll she'll
She used to do music.
I love you so much. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with my
I don't
face
feel. I'm
right
just
now.
gonna say.
Give her at least credit. She's in key.
Wait, I
she
don't-
knows how to sing.
I don't
yeah,
feel.
but when she does it, I'm like, bitch, shut
What are
up.
you talking about? She
No,
knows
wait,
how
wait,
to...
wait.
I don't want to hear it, though.
Wait.
Oh, yes. No,
I
that's
don't-
different.
I
I'm
wanna
like,
say-
I don't
That's
want to
different.
hear it.
I'm gonna
No,
say
that's
this
different.
now.
That's
I
different.
don't feel comfortable talking shit about the way she sings without her being here to defend herself.
Let's
So
call
I'm
it.
gonna
Nobody's talking
Let's
about
call
that.
her.
I'm gonna
Let's call
stay
her.
out of the conversation.
I don't know if I want to... I haven't talked to her in like...
Dude, it's
a long-
only 7:30. I thought it was like midnight at least.
I mean, that's what fucking taking tequila shots will fucking... I'm with you guys.
This is one of the funniest.
Remember that
podcasts.
time we did Rudy Ramsey's podcast?
I'll be like, no. What do you... No, I don't remember that.
I'm gonna
I don't
go
remember
pee.
that.
I'm taking a piss.
Oh, you taking a piss? I'm
We're
gonna go get a
doing
drink.
part 4?
No.
Don't
We're-
make me
we're not
fucking
stopping.
sit here.
Sit here and talk to yourself. You do it all the time anyway. Talk. I'm right here.
I mean, I don't know. I'm contemplating after everything that's been said.
Hey, you know what? I'll get some carrots.
What? What about carrots?
Can I get some of the carrots?
Yeah, you can get some of that. Fucking, you don't have to ask for vegetables.
I mean, you gotta get those for those root vegetables.
So, I didn't.
He's milking me a little bit with the
Nobody's
fucking break
milking.
up stuff.
Nobody's
though.
milking anybody.
I did not
Shut
make
up.
him feel that bad. For
Well, you didn't know. You didn't know how
no,
he
I don't.
feels.
No, I don't.
So you can't be like, "Oh, it's your fault for feeling that bad." You don't know.
No, and I did tell Sam that, where I think maybe she told him.
Well, I mean, hey, that's why we sit down and have conversations. Because if we can't talk,
no,
if we can't talk,
100%,
wait, if we can't talk to each other,
Yes.
if we can't talk to each other, then how are we supposed to fucking live with each other when we do this shit?
Well, I was just gonna. I wasn't gonna exactly say what you said, but I was gonna say if we can't talk to each other, we can never figure out that. We can never figure out that.
We can never be civil.
Yes.
And frankly,
part of the problem is just talking.
Frankly, if I can't be civil
dude,
with you, Shiva, if I can't be civil with you, hey,
we can have.
If I can't be civil with you, and I can't be civil with you, how am I supposed to be able to fucking do something with my comedy career? Because I'm so fucking concentrated
100%.
about the other people that I work with.
And this goes along the lines of people that you don't even want to deal with, where it's like, I hate that guy in a sense.
Oh boy,
but
there's
you
some
still
comments I
have to
fucking
deal with
hate.
them. But you still have to be able to do a show with them. I think that's super important. I mean, some people get away with not having to perform with certain people because they can just say that. But it's like, yeah.
No, what? Why would I put a green bean in a fucking...
I can't believe you were that, like,
Look, I don't.
whatever about it.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, wait, what did you say?
About with Sam, with that you really thought that I was like that mad at you or whatever.
Yeah, I did think you were really mad at me.
Are we glad that we? Are we glad? Wait, are we glad
Yeah,
that we
you
know
good
where
now?
we
Are we
stand?
good? Are we good?
Camera, but what?
Yes.
Are we glad
No,
that
we'll talk
we-
more.
Are we glad that we got this discussion over with, and now we know where we stand as far as human beings with each other?
Yeah.
Matt's just like, yeah, sure. Shut
I said
up,
the
dude.
same thing.
Whatever, bro.
I said,
Move
yeah.
on.
No, but yeah, we're cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk off camera or whatever. I mean, we don't technically even have to do. I mean, it doesn't. It's not. I'm with you. Did not anyone watching this? Like,
Yeah, no one's seen this.
I'm just.
Everybody that plays online is
Like,
on
it's
this
almost
map.
just for us later on that we can be like, I remember we closed the
sure,
hatchet
they're like
and
little
we have
white
proof
dots.
of it.
We
That's
saw.
more of what I look
You
at
put
this
it on right now.
than, oh my god, we're shedding our
No, we'll have to be
info
on
to
the
the
same,
public. I'm like,
on
oh
the
no, we
same-
just got
on the
proof
same
of us
track.
reconciling. That's it.
Like I
Not
could either
us.
join your party, or like you could join my game
I'm
session.
hungry.
Come on, boy. Ain't nobody cooking for you. Boom.
Why is it so quiet? I come back
I was
and
looking
nobody's
at the
talking.
dog. I mean, you got a whole fucking thing going on outside of the cameras.
The podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's like Joe Rogan's
I have roommates.
gym.
I have
Yeah.
roommates. I'm sorry. I can't control everything that happens here at the house, but I'm still gotta do it.
Still.
No,
I
I'm
got
gonna drink liquor if I'm gonna do that. It's just a bad mix.
Okay, guys. Are
I
we?
mean, you're professional.
Are we
so-
up to the next subject?
Yeah.
You know you're more professional than me, so you saying that. What did that mean?
What do you mean? As a drinker, no. You're probably more
Yeah,
professional. As a
I
drinker.
think Matt, you
Maybe as a drug user,
You have-
I'm
you
more
have-
professional.
you have
Yeah.
drinking above us, down more than we do.
Why are you talking on my behalf?
Because
Now
I know
doing
you're
the
not
math.
that big of a fucking
Yeah,
drinker,
no.
fucker.
I mean, no, I used to drink. I remember.
Yeah, used to. I'm
one-
talking about now.
Okay,
We're not talking
fine,
about
fine,
past.
fine,
We're talking about who can handle their alcohol now.
I can handle my alcohol
I
now.
can't handle my alcohol.
I can
Matt.
handle.
No, you can't. Not like Matt.
What comic do you think handles their alcohol the most?
The
I'm
most?
not even trying to say out of us three or whatever. Like, is there someone that's like 24/7 drunk that, like, maybe like American? Is he like? I can imagine him being just like.
Dave American?
Yes.
No,
Like,
he
just
doesn't even drink
gone-
that much.
See, I see that too. I can see that.
He doesn't drink that much.
But a lot of times I see him and he's pretty,
No.
at least high. He's at least
No,
high.
not even that. He's been on probation for the last 6 months. 6 months.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
then I guess he's just drunk as shit then.
No, he's not. He doesn't drink that much.
Dude.
Hey, this is where knowing a person helps a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't think you know him that much to make a conscious decision about his
No.
actions.
No.
He doesn't drink that much.
No. Just a few times I saw him, he just seemed kind of drunk.
I know him as a person.
Okay,
He doesn't
so?
drink that much. So,
I'm just saying.
but you like
When I had interactions with him, he was a little tipsy, a little drunk.
Don't want to be those interactions.
You could tell if somebody's like
No,
inebriated.
I know Matt drinks a lot, but I also know he performs really well when he does it.
when he doesn't.
When he does it, like he. Can,
Oh, when he does
Matt,
it.
you can
Oh,
perform
yeah.
drunk really well.
It is
On
a good
stage.
Not that, yeah, not that,
That is a
many,
good
not
skill.
that many people
That's
can
a
do
good
it.
skill.
I
can do it.
don't know too many people who are that drunk. Not
To be
saying
honest,
that you get
though,
drunk.
have you
I get
ever?
drunk.
How often
I
do
know
you
you
go on stage sober?
Not,
Sober October.
Literally, you just do it purposefully for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I had a conversation.
that's interesting.
Well, I had a conversation with Matt,
that's
and we were talking about Matt. If you want to butt in on this, when we were talking about how you had not a fitting, but like where people were judging you for how much you drink before you do these shows, and then you're like, if I recall it correctly, you're like, well, I drink because I can, and doing these shows, I have so much fun doing it. Why would I not want to drink and not have fun like the way? Because it's fun.
Yeah.
What
I
remember
don't
you
remember
telling
that conversation, but I still agree with it.
Do you remember saying that?
I
Like
agree with
you're gonna
that.
have fun now that you're young.
I endorse whatever I said.
Yeah.
back then.
Well, drunk.
He.
I mean, he won't remember this either. He won't remember this either. But still,
But I don't give a
will.
fuck.
He
Who
will.
cares? Who cares? All
I
right.
agree.
Who cares?
No,
if you
no,
remember
no.
it?
Well, okay, no. I'll give you some maybe.
Why is it such a big deal to be
It's
the
not.
comic who gets up drunk? Why
No,
is that so
I don't
bad?
think so.
It's
I don't-
not.
But you know what?
You could
That's
be like
the
a
same-
Burt Kreischer in a sense. I'm
No,
not saying
I'd
that
rather
was
be a
for-
fucking Doug Stanhope. or
Okay,
a
but he's
fucking-
high. But he's
Here-
high more than drunk.
Man,
No.
here's
That's
one thing I
Stanhope?
say about
No.
that. I go like I was
He's
telling
drunk
him.
more.
I go up on stage on Molly.
And
I
high.
go up on stage on shrooms. I'm going up on stage on edibles.
Yeah.
I have
What
no
about
problem
acid?
talking about it.
Acid's
But I
up
think
on
I think I haven't done acid yet.
Just
I
try
want to
that.
one day. But I feel like when I go up on stage and I am comfortable talking about that,
Yeah.
it's not always to the best of my.
Sure.
It's like my peers don't
bringing
see
your
it.
A
Like they
game.
feel like it's a crutch. Like because I go on stage and I say I'm high or I'm on an edible or I'm on
No, but he
shrooms.
makes an important distinction on like he's having fun on stage. If you have
No,
fun on
I'm
stage,
having
that's
fun
all
on
that
stage
matters.
too.
That's all that matters.
But I
if you
feel
can
like-
have fun
but I
without
feel like it's
getting
like-
any beers in you, do it.
But I feel like
But if you need one, do it.
But I feel like people are
Also.
judging me because I say how I want to. Because I say how I speak
Like
my mind.
I like your little ecstasy trick. Do that. Do that with a
But
beer.
I
and-
speak my mind, and when I go on stage, people judge me for me speaking my mind, and I feel
Sure.
like that's not why. That's one reason why I don't get some gigs
Yeah. I mean, you still.
because people don't think I take it seriously.
Well, I mean, you still have to be consistently funny, where that usually isn't speaking your mind in a sense, because you're not always going to want to say the same thing every night, but you need to say the same thing. And I mean, it's kind of like bookers want to know what you're going to say, and they want to know that what you're saying is getting consistently laughs.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like actually doing the, you know what I mean, like proving it.
Yeah.
'Cause you can have a good night saying stuff, but then, I mean, it's really weird when you do the same act for like 5 people and then whatever, like 200 people or and it's like a arena. I mean, it's not.
Look, all I'm saying is like, I know people judge me by the way I do my open mics, and I know they're judging me, my own, not even bookers, my own fucking peers. Comics have been doing it longer than me. I know they're judging me by the way I do my things on open mics, and I feel like I shouldn't always be judged to my open mics because when I do an actual show, I fucking put my all into that show.
But I mean, you still have to deliver.
Yeah,
I'm not
and
hearing
no,
that part.
but my shows are
I'm not
delivering.
hearing that. Okay,
That
that's
I've
what
talked to you about earlier.
I know
I've
that.
done like 8 fucking Butch Lord showcases. I've only really bombed to 1. And I feel like those are the most important to me.
Yeah.
Those are the ones where I have a real audience. Those are the ones where I do all these fucking open mics for.
Yeah.
But why am I still getting judged for the open mics? For the open mics, for the open mics that I do.
Oh shit, big smoke.
It's like I do the open mics. Why am I getting judged for my performance at the open mics? And why am I not being judged for what I do on these showcases?
Well, I mean, the Butch Lord, he doesn't book them anymore.
It's not even about him. It's
But
about the comics
no,
that
but
I
I'm
work
saying
with.
before his Butch's shows, Butch used to book for Hyenas.
Do you get that at all?
Yeah,
I do.
You know
get
what I'm
you're
trying to
saying.
say,
Yeah,
though?
Totally.
I get what you're saying.
It hurts
But then
me.
you're making exceptions to it where it's like, and I know it hurts. I'm trying to give
It hurts me as a person.
I'm trying to give you actual
It hurts that
direction.
you're putting your all into a show that no one's paying attention to.
100%.
But I'm only getting judged for my open mics.
But do you want me to empathize with you?
No, I don't. I don't want you
you
to empathize with me.
Yes, you
I think
do.
you do.
No,
What
I
you
don't.
want is for
That's
him
what
to
I'm saying.
empathize with you.
I can empathize with you.
Well, let him empathize with you, and then tell him afterwards if you don't want him to empathize with you.
Okay,
Empathize with
that's
him.
fair. That's fair. Do what you want to do.
I mean, that sucks. Not being passed over or not being seen, in a sense. I mean, that's happened a lot with, I think, all of us, for the most part.
Yeah,
That's
and it
gonna
hurts,
happen.
and it hurts.
And a lot of times, I mean, at least personally, there were some times where I thought I was being passed over, and I actually really wasn't I just wasn't delivering at that point because I was going through personal shit. And then with those points, it ends up being about the persistence.
Yeah.
Because if this was... Because, I mean, I always tell people it's really easy to be a comic if the audience is on your side. I think the real professional part about this
I don't want the easy way
is...
either.
And no, I can tell. I mean, you're putting up with all the bullshit like everybody else. So, like, it takes a bit of grit to do that. If you're not... Or it's not you. If people will keep passing you up, and then at that point you must just keep having to branch out. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was talking to you about, like, dude, I'll take the diversity card kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's the paths are so different. But I mean, I can feel. Let me put it like this: I can feel literally the exact same way as you about certain comics that are a little further ahead of me. But then it's literally like you're confusing his path as he took the same path as you. Like, it might take you 20 years doing this before you even get seen for the first time. You might be so behind your time or ahead of your time.
If I can crash here.
Of course you can crash here.
If you can be so ahead of your time, before your time, that, like, people do not understand what is funny about what you're doing. But if you literally think what you're doing is funny, that is all that matters. And someone will see that it's funny.
It's not all that matters.
I think...
I mean, okay, yeah, because let me put it like this. I sell out a little bit where, like, I will listen to the audience and be like, if this is what you think is funny, I feel like I'm going to do what you think is funny. A little bit. To a certain degree. Like, I'm not going to do impressions.
Matt, you said you wanted some? Yeah. You sure?
What do you have to say about this? I'm literally talking too much, but
yeah, man, let's get
that was
into
really
it.
like personal, where I just felt like I needed to.
Like I opened up myself right there.
Yeah,
about what I feel.
Like I just wanted to make sure that I do empathize with that.
What do you think? Or you don't have an opinion, Matt?
It's a cross between. I don't know. Like, part of me is I'm so conflicted on this.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, who gives a fuck what people think about you?
That's what I believe too.
But the other part of me is like, if no one's coming up to you after you and telling you that you did good, then really no one gives a fuck about you, you know? And at the end of the day, I want people to give a fuck.
Here's
you
what
want a majority of people.
I want a majority of people to give a fuck. And
But
if
you
no
know-
one's saying anything,
Got those likes.
apparently I didn't...
Dude,
it is about those likes. I mean, like, I know you said that.
No.
Like,
Here's one thing.
But I feel about the likes at the show. I am about those likes.
Here's one thing.
100%.
Those likes aren't that different.
Wait, here's one thing I want to
No,
say
they're
about
not.
that.
They're
When
not.
it comes down to likes and about people coming up to you, you know what I've noticed recently that I appreciate way more? I appreciate when a person who is not a comic and seeing my set at an open mic, when they come up to me and say, "Hey, that was really funny." I appreciate
Dude,
that.
that's such a good feeling.
I appreciate that way more than a comic. Like, even if you came up to me and said, "Hey, that was a good set,"
But a stranger saying it's better.
But a stranger saying to me,
Yeah.
and that's what I am.
Well, I like the peers too.
That is what
stranger's good.
That is what is bringing me joy right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I'm not happy when I go to open mics. I'm not saying I'm not happy when other comics tell me that I did a good set.
No, but strangers are coming
But
up
the
to you and telling
strangers
you
telling me that I did really good is what I am seeking, what I'm striving to get now.
And you're getting that.
And I'm getting it.
Okay. Yes.
And But I don't want to say that like my fellow comics' opinion doesn't matter. I don't want to. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
It matters a lot to me.
No,
It does super.
But they can become jaded sometimes, where it's like their opinion.
Like
is
I don't know
like,
if you're telling me the truth or not.
It's loaded. Yes.
I don't know if you're being biased. Are you telling me
Yes.
this just because
Exactly.
I'm your friend?
Yes.
Exactly.
Or vice versa. You telling me this because you don't like me.
When I have a bad set and someone comes up and says, "Great set," and I'm like,
I mean, you kind of have to say.
Would you
"Look,
rather
"Are you
have
just
somebody
fucking telling me
Yeah,
that I had a
would you
great
rather have
set?"
somebody be like, that was a
I mean,
shitty
but what are you
set.
supposed to say? What are you supposed
What are
to
you
You
supposed
say
to
you
say?
say what
And
you
that's a
fucking
fair
think.
point. Like,
No.
what's the awkward fucking?
You
You
say what
say
you think.
nothing.
You say
That's
agree
what
with
I
that.
try to
I
do. Is
agree
I
with
try to
that.
say nothing to you when you have a bad set.
Also true,
No.
but then everyone knows.
But there are times when like
Yeah.
you look like you're about to slit
Cheers.
your fucking wrist.
No, I don't.
What? Right now?
I
oh,
think-
in
Not
general?
you.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
the royal you looks like
Yes.
he's about to slit his fucking wrist. And I'm like, hey man, you did good tonight. Cause I'm trying to give you a little bit of fucking.
No,
Like love.
I don't agree with that. When it comes to knowing a person, like if me and you, man, if me and you, as good of friends as I believe we are, if I had a shitty set and I came off and you were like, good set, I'd be like, don't fucking lie to me, man.
But have I ever
But
done
that's
that
a
to
fair
you?
thing.
No, you haven't. No, I'm not
No,
saying
but
that you
even
have.
if you did that in a good fortune way, and
No,
then you say,
no, I
"Don't
wanna-
tell me that,"
no.
then he can understand.
I
And
wanna-
be like, "Okay, I won't do
I
that."
want my friends, the ones that can tell me the truth. I
But
want
that's
them
where
to
it's
tell me
not
the truth.
fair. It's not.
Doesn't
I mean,
have to
it's
be
so
fair.
About, it's so about politics.
Doesn't have to be
I mean,
fair.
just because that's what you want doesn't mean that's what you should get.
Doesn't have to be fair. I want the truth all the time. I don't want fucking
I
shit.
mean,
But what
I agree with
sucks
that.
is that none of that reverts to us getting paid. I mean, Shiva, you're outside of this
I
conversation.
don't want to get paid for
Don't
my
take
friends.
this personally.
No, I'm not.
Neither one
I
of us
don't
has
really
ever
get paid,
opened
but-
for the club. You know?
Wait,
So-
I thought you have. You haven't. Oh, you haven't.
No, I've never
hosted?
opened for the club.
You've never-
Well, okay, there was like
hosted-
one Christmas event. They gave me
paid?
$50.
Okay.
It
He
doesn't
hosted
count.
one
It
time.
doesn't
okay,
count.
Fine,
If it's not
Yeah.
a continuous one-time thing, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like it counted.
But dude, we've never been booked by the club. So anytime someone says, "Hey man, good set," my immediate thought is like, "Well, it wasn't good enough." So like, you're fucking bullshitting me. bro.
But that just means you're being very.
You know,
very,
you were saying this earlier, and I can honestly say this. Like, I do think you need to work a little bit more on your act a little bit. Like, dude, you're there.
What?
You will
Fuck
get-
you.
I love you. I love you. I'm just saying, like,
No,
but like, you are ready where you're gonna get that, and it's gonna happen.
me
and
specifically?
then yes, and then them dragging their heels on you, you're gonna be such a better host.
I think I
because
just
of it.
cuss too much and shit. I think I just have too
Fair
much
enough.
dirty, and I
Fair
think
enough.
that they're right to be like,
Wait,
"Hey
wait.
man,
Well, cut the
Wait.
cussing out. You don't have to.
No, wait.
always,
Who is they?
But
I
like
just
that
hate not
but
being
like-
myself."
But
That's
that
what-
inward joke, I think that still flies, and that kind of plays
That
the
joke
line.
is so good.
That plays the line, but no, but I'm saying that I still think you can use that.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, that's not what I mean by you cuss too much. Like you
Fucking
can
Matt.
play that line.
Man got so mad when he heard that. That's a good fucking joke. It's so good.
But he thought I was hating on that joke.
No,
I'm
no,
not.
but the way he was ready to die for that joke.
No,
That's
I mean,
like his
yeah.
fucking third
I've
child.
told
It's a
that
clever
joke,
joke.
in
It's a clever joke.
Shreveport,
It is an
and
amazing
I've
joke.
told that joke in some black ass rooms.
And
It's
it
an
probably
amazing
does
joke.
really well.
It does.
Yes.
amazing.
There's
joke.
only one time I told that joke in a black room that
And I
didn't
bet
do
you
well.
it was your delivery, and it wasn't the joke.
Yeah, I think it was my
Like you were drunk. Or,
my uncomfortableness with
yes,
the joke.
which that's
You were
very
drunk.
visible.
The other fucking 4 times I told that joke in a black room, it killed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait,
Guys,
but,
I'm
but-
too drunk for this
No,
podcast.
let's get back to a certain point where I feel
We
like
probably should end this.
We're gonna end here in a
before-
little
No,
bit.
let's keep
Before-
going.
No,
Let's
I'm
keep
just
going
saying, I'm just saying
forever.
before we're all
Fuck
blacked out.
y'all.
I mean,
How
he's
about
already
that?
blacked out. He
No,
will
wait.
not remember
No,
this
that's
part
fine. That's
of the
fine.
podcast.
That's even better. That means that I can replay it later for him in the future and be like,
That's
I ain't said that.
This
But
is
yes, you did.
this is his intervention.
No,
this
this
is
is
Matt.
all of
Man,
our-
I don't
No,
think
we're-
people.
we're
I
all-
don't think I need a fucking intervention.
We're all.
I think
having-
if you try to give me an intervention, you miss the fucking point.
Man,
Well, I think
no,
you
wait,
doing
wait.
this rant proves you need an
We're all
intervention.
having an intervention right now.
all right.
We're all having an intervention right now.
All right,
Fuck
we all
you
need
and
an
your-
intervention.
fuck you and
all
your
right, all
We're
right,
all
all
having
right.
an intervention right now.
Ugh.
Spit on me. Oh, you fuck.
He almost did that to me.
You just
earlier.
spit on me. I'm like 4 feet away from me. You spit on my eyebrow.
I'm sorry for being so fucking ignorant.
He's real, man. He's for real.
Fuck, I got your DNA
Shut
on
up.
me
Are you
now.
fucking with my head?
I got your
You saying
DNA
that
on me.
purpose?
I mean,
What? I got your DNA on me.
Sometimes I think I'm just smarter
Anyway,
than myself.
wait.
I'm just like, am I a genius?
This is
No.
the goofiest podcast I've ever done.
Mm-mm.
No, I've had a different one with Madeline Teig.
Oh shit, dude, that's my
Who's that?
She's
neighbor.
cool. She's cool as fuck. She got me so blitzed.
Madeline Teig, dude.
She got
Maddie.
me so
That's
blitzed
Maddie,
in the
bro.
beginning of a podcast.
Wait, is she literally your neighbor?
No, it's that's what I say instead of the N word. She's
That's
my
her.
neighbor.
That's his homie, man. His homie G
Oh,
Funk.
I was like,
His
is she
homie
black?
G Funk Negro.
But she doesn't have to be
Cool,
black for you to
dude.
say that.
I
Yeah.
say nigga.
I really fuck with her, dude.
Is that a common term?
I say nigga. Yeah.
I really
No,
fuck
not-
with Madeline
not-
Teague.
What?
Nigga.
Homie
I'm
G
saying
Funk?
neighbor.
Neighbor?
For,
No, it's
for
not.
a substitution. I'm saying that's kind of clever. I like that.
Boy, he had to say it off the fucking.
But I didn't catch it, so it's not that clever.
Well,
Yeah, I had to
no,
joke
you
about
didn't
it like
catch
a
it because
year
you're an
ago.
idiot.
It needs
You're like
a little.
neighbor.
But you explain that, maybe. I think that could be something.
Nah, that's
No,
his
that
homie.
was a joke like a
That's
year
his homie
ago,
G-Funk.
and I stopped telling it because
She's fucking
Neighbor?
cool, right?
Interesting.
neighbor.
But
is,
okay, but we
yeah,
did an
yeah.
episode and she had
As
me
a
start.
substitute.
Still like that.
She had me
That's
start with
cool.
CBD
That's
from the
cool.
back.
That's cool. What?
And she had me start with CBD from the back, like starting off.
Madeline's the shit,
She got
bro.
me so CBD'd up. I could not handle that podcast with her. Anyway, she's the shit. She's
She
hilarious.
comic?
She's cool,
Yeah.
dude. She's so cool.
You don't know Madeline Teague?
No.
She's at Plano all the time, dude.
I mean, maybe.
And this is why you're somewhat of an introvert, because you don't walk
Thank
around
you.
saying hi to everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
This podcast has gone to the point where we're so drunk that we're like,
We are.
I don't know about that one comic.
Well, that's
I
all
don't
you
even
meant
know
right there.
about
I
that
have not
comic,
gone
yeah.
one time, but
No,
that's
no,
okay.
that's true. I
When
want to
you,
look at
when
Madeline
you get drunk,
Weber.
you turn into a Down syndrome patient. It's all right.
Yeah,
We're gonna keep.
you think you're dumb?
I said Down syndrome. I didn't say dumb.
Or you
There's some
did
smart
your
people.
face.
You're not
You did a
wrong.
face. You did a
You're
face.
not wrong.
Okay.
Madeline.
I do feel like we're getting pretty wasted. I don't know how much.
We
Oh,
are
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
wasted.
I don't know how
We're
much-
pretty wasted.
I don't know how much longer I can go with the podcast while Beans is wasted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. And
She's gay.
she's
She's
very
gay.
Yeah.
And she's cool
Yes.
as fuck,
She
dude.
is
She's
cool as
like,
fuck.
I really like her.
Chick can't realize it.
You know what
little bit.
I really like about her
Right.
is that she does open mics so carefree and so as far as she just wants to enjoy it. That when she does it, I see that in her. I don't see her I don't see her trying to make a business out of it. And the fact that she doesn't.
I mean, she's gonna, and she is.
She
like,
just makes fun. She just has so much fun while she's there.
Yeah.
And I don't see. And I
I
kind
mean,
of.
she shoots the shit really well.
I envy that. And I don't
Yeah,
envy
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I never want to be that person who comes to the open mics and sees it as I'm there just to do this because it's my job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do
No,
that.
bro, but that is gonna happen.
I don't want it to. Why can't I have fun? Why can't it just be fun?
You can, but then you have your weekend job that you need to do.
That's cool too. But
Like, it's part of it. And
But-
you can have fun doing it. Like, I don't know how
so do you think because I can't keep the two separate, I'm not
You
going to make it that
can.
far?
I mean, it's going to be an obstacle. I told you earlier, it's not about friends at a certain point.
Why not?
Because
Why isn't it? Why
because
can't
you're
it
on
be?
the road.
But why
Because
can't you have
it's
friends?
It's about making friends with strangers. When you're out in Arkansas, none of those people are there with you. When you're out in Colorado, none of those people are there with you.
That's fine. That's fine. But you have to
But
know.
that's what you're doing 90% of the
but
time.
but you have to know
that
what-
open mic you're doing, chances are you're going to be doing it on the road
But
with
you
a
have-
bunch of strangers.
But you have to know where you came from, and you have to know. You have to acknowledge the fact of where you
Yeah,
first
you should
started,
have
and
fun.
those people that you started with.
Yes, and when you see them, a lot of them disappear. But when you see
That
the few,
sucks. That sucks.
And
that
that does
sucks
suck.
that they disappear.
That
But I
does-
don't think that should be the basis to why to comedy.
yeah.
You know. Hey, you want to stop this real quick so we can go smoke? Do you want to
Yeah,
pause? You want to
yeah,
pause
yeah,
again?
yeah,
Oh, we're
yeah,
gonna pause the podcast.
Just 'cause-
Part
No,
4 will be right back. Okay, if you sleep here, that's fine. You can lay down on one of those recliner thingies and I'll get you a blanket and you can curl up. And then I don't care when you leave. I trust you. You're a friend of mine. I wouldn't let just anyway to spend the night. But I do care about you, and I do trust you as a person.
So, on camera right now?
Yeah. You don't have to suck up or anything like that. I don't know, man. I love some of you guys, and you're one of the guys I love. As far as
Why? Why do you love us?
Because all my life I always want to be accepted. With all my friends, I just want to be accepted. And I feel like...
Why does that mean you should love us?
Because I feel like some you comics building a friendship with you guys. I feel like I can be myself around you guys, and I feel like you guys accept me for who I am. Yeah. And that's one thing I've always searched for in my life when it comes to my friends. I just want to be accepted.
I think the cool thing about open mic is the community, which at the end of the day, becoming a stand-up comic is not about that. It's like this cool thing that once you start, it is, and it's like awesome.
But I feel like that's one of the most important things.
Sure. And don't get me wrong, I think, and I don't have a taste of this yet, but once you really get into stand-up and you become one of those headliners, it becomes community up there too. Where it's like, that's a cool thing. Then you get this ultra community where it's like really exclusive, which is kind of bullshit.
I just feel like that's all good and whatnot. Like the whole getting up to like an MC spot, getting up to fucking a feature act, that's all cool and that's great. Yeah. But all that would be meaningless if the people I did comedy with didn't accept me as a comic.
Yeah.
None of that would mean anything.
No, but you're making a difference because when you're at that level, you don't see those comics there. You get what I'm saying?
I don't want that.
I'm not saying because they don't deserve to be there or anything. It's just like you're doing your job. Like you might be lucky where one of those 3-4 comics come to see your show, and then it becomes awesome because you're like, oh my god, I have this friend over here kind of deal. Where it's like I can chill with them during my show.
That is cool, but you know what? To me,
it's just about that hang kind of deal.
To me, building a bond with you guys and talking to you, Matt, and talking to you, Shiva, I feel like to me that's like my high life in comedy. Yeah. Yes, it's great to have a fucking badass set in front of 200 people and do a badass showcase. That's all cool, but it would be like. It'd be not meaningless, but it wouldn't be so great if I couldn't sit here and get to know you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. And I'm not saying that you guys should feel that way. That's how I feel. Yeah, that's how I take comedy.
To be honest, man, I love Matt and I love you too, but I love a bunch of strangers liking me more.
That's cool. That's your opinion. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you shouldn't feel like that. You should like that.
I'm just saying that's what I'm chasing though. That's the whole point of this.
That's fine. I'm not judging you for it. I don't care.
Or am I being kind of psychotic?
No, that's just what drives you. If that's what drives you to be a better comic, then fucking keep doing it.
What are you chasing? Like, what are you looking for in comedy? Like, do you want
validation?
Okay.
Validation, right? Yeah. You know what?
I mean, that comes from strangers, right?
But no,
but
it depends. It depends. My validation comes from the people I sit down and
but that only takes like one time for them to validate
doesn't.
you.
It doesn't. It takes a lot of work for me to sit there.
Fair enough. You can yeah. Okay. I mean, you're right.
I mean, I don't know. If I'm wrong for believing the way I do comedy, then I'm wrong. But I'm not going to change it.
No, I mean, I wasn't saying
I'm just saying, like, if I am wrong,
the validation part.
If I am wrong for that validation part, then I'll learn it in the future. But for now, I really care about sitting down with you guys, and I really care about getting to know the people I do comedy with. I really care about them. But that's just how I see it, and I'm not trying to say that my way is better. It's not. I don't know if it is or not. It's just how I am. It's just how I feel.
Probably not.
And you know what? And I don't know if it's right or wrong.
There's probably gray area where there's several right answers.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Just like some.
I don't even know
there's
what specifically you're meaning by
cer-
saying that. In a sense,
know?
like what you're doing is right or whatever.
I'm like, is it the right way to look at comedy to get better in comedy, or should I be looking at it at a way as like I should care more about what the audience thinks than what my friends and peers think?
I mean.
Should I care more about that?
Audience? I mean, what do you mean your peer? I mean, I don't know, because that is it depends on what like if you're getting hardcore laughs, but it's like old kind of tropey stuff, then yeah, maybe I would care about what the peers think. But if I was doing original stuff, your peers aren't gonna. To be honest, they're gonna be peers that hate you if you're doing good no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be people that hate you just because you're successful.
Well, yeah, but I can't change those people's minds.
Agreed.
That's the point.
Yeah. And, I mean... Wait,
I don't know.
we even... Did we start back
Yeah,
up?
I started.
Oh,
I started
okay. I wasn't even sure. But
No, it's recording. Matt, you okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm drunk.
Are you drunk?
Yeah, I'm a
little tipsy too. Let's
it was real heartfelt, though.
Let's
and I felt like it was more genuine because it wasn't recorded, but now that I know that it was recorded, I kind of feel like it was planned.
It was planned? Like I planted that seed? Like I had this in the back of my head to get ratings?
Yeah.
On the part 4
better. Part, you gotta get, that's where they're at. The part 4 part.
Nah, we've gone deep into this podcast, man. I don't even know what else to speak of. Matt's fucking wasted. Shiva, I don't know how you're doing. I'm pretty good.
He's been drinking beer. That's the thing. And you've been getting drunk before you were getting drunk on our podcast.
Yeah,
I didn't drink at all during our podcast. I started drinking with this
lot of
dumb
that CBD kicked in.
Yeah. Yeah, the CBD is really what fucked me up. You should try some of that CBD sometime.
What else can we talk about before we end this episode? Because I feel like we're coming to a close.
Yeah, Matt, talk about something. This is your podcast.
Matt, you want to say anything else?
Fucking what the fuck?
Um,
I'm gonna take a shot for that.
I mean,
yeah.
Can I polarize your audience by saying,
yeah,
you can say
if
whatever
you're
you
a
want.
big fucking Trump fan,
You
go
can say
fuck
whatever
yourself.
you want. You can say whatever you want.
Why? Why don't you like Trump that much?
No.
I'm interested in that. I'm not for him. I'm not for him, but I'm not like 100%.
Oh, you're curious. You're curious.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. It's like, why is that the statement you want to polarize everybody with?
Well,
like,
no one's gonna
fuck
see
Trump.
it anyways, but like.
But the one person that does see it, you want to polarize.
Wait,
you want to be like,
Shiva,
Yeah,
let's talk. What do you want? What do you want to say about Trump?
No, I do, and he was just saying like I want to polarize. Like if you're a Trump fan, and you like thought this was a cool podcast up until I started talking shit about Trump.
that's really dropped the line. Like at the.
Okay. Yeah. The Trump fans.
So go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, if you're like a Trump guy.
Are you political at all?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah?
very political. Yeah,
I never. I know you don't do political jokes.
Yeah,
I'm not on stage.
What
Yeah.
what's
So
your?
how are you political?
Yeah, let's know about your political posture. I don't know.
I mean, I
anything about
listen to NPR like all day, every
Yeah.
day.
You're politically savvy or whatever. Like you.
Do you have any opinion on politics right now?
No, I'm not for or against Trump for the most part. I mean, he's a dick.
I think he's hilarious.
He's also funny.
I think he's funny. He says a lot of funny shit, but I know for sure he's an asshole.
I don't know if that's what the president's supposed to be doing though.
No, probably not. But he's.
I said that about Obama. Obama was funny at times too, where I was like,
No, Bush was
I don't know.
hilarious. Bush.
I don't think that was on purpose.
Bush was hilarious.
I don't
He
think
said
that was
so
on
much
purpose,
goofy
though.
shit. No, his shit was accidental.
Yeah.
But he made it sound so fucking good though. you can fool me once, but fool me twice. You can't fool me twice because I'm shoot.
I know the reason behind that, by the way.
What?
You want to know so?
Fool me once. Fool
Yeah,
me twice.
no,
Joe?
it's because the media misquoting you and stuff.
Yeah.
How they can but how they can edit you. You cannot say the words "shame on me," because then the media will just take that out of it.
Do you think that's why he said it like that?
Yes.
No.
So he literally cannot say those words. Yet he says this thing. I mean, there's a lot of words he can't say. It's not like they said. It's not literally them saying, "Don't say shame on me." Don't say that. But they're saying several things not to say, such as like "I'm an idiot" or like anything that they can take out of context.
Maybe. I don't think it's that deep though.
I'm kind of telling you it is.
You're telling me it is.
I'm telling you, marketing people will. I mean, yeah, maybe he's coming afterwards and he's like, "I did that because I'm a pro. I'm a PhD in marketing." No, I'm just. But still, like a lot of people will say that's the reason, because that's what they do with. That's what they do with politicians until Trump. Trump's the first person that can say anything. You can take it out of context. Put that you can literally get him saying, "Grab him by the pussy," and he's still good. Yeah. You can't do that with George Bush or Bill Clinton,
but I think
even Obama.
I think it's just how you take it,
especially
when you say it. Yeah. I think we're gonna end the podcast on that. Shiva.
Yeah, I got dates. Whatever, same thing as last. I'm at whatever, fucking Wichita, and then I'm at Helen Hong, January 30th through February 1st.
Follow Shiva at
Shiva 7 Ari, number 7.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram, Twitter.
What's your Facebook?
And Facebook, I think, is like that too. Shiva, the number 7 Ari.
Okay.
Shiva 7 Ari.
Matt, you want to say anything before we leave?
I guess when I'm doing plugs, I got a show on the 1st in Tyler, Texas with
oh yeah,
at Randos.
At Randos with Steve Hurst.
Steve Hurst.
Follow me on Twitter at Matt McElhone, MCELHONE, and I guess that's it.
All right, guys, thank you for watching this episode. I apologize for our rambling because we got pretty wasted on this one.
Three
oh
parts.
My God, 4 parts. Four parts.
Did I fuck up your podcast by staying here?
No, I don't. I can't say that.
You fucked up my relationship though.
Shut up, you fucking douche.
I really didn't mind it at all.
He's doing it again. You know what?